perfect like utility picks immediately after.
Yeah.
My bad to cut y'all off.
Are you good?
When will the draft start? You just got to the
Right
draft
now.
stream. It's gonna start real soon, my friend. Real soon.
Draft stream in big text. It's like right there.
it's a thumbnail. Yeah, it's gonna start. Yeah, it's right there, buddy. We're literally about to start. Yo, by the way, if anybody hears the Marnie remix, tell me so I can skip it. Please. Is this week 2?
We just don't rock with the Marnie remix like that?
You wanna get claimed? Is it claimed now?
Yeah, so Glitch's Marnie remix gets like false claimed every single time, and I'm not about to deal with that.
Damn, that sucks. That shit bangs.
It is what it is, right? It is so good. It's it'll get false claim on streams, but not on videos. So I don't rock with it anymore.
Yeah.
I do got to make any players for just. But yeah, everybody, hello, welcome. Much love, Devin. Today is the BBL draft full stream. No second stream later today, just because I'm going to Singapore. So no super analysis later, but we're going to do as much as we can right now. We have a whole bunch of awesome coaches. BBL is the Banlist Battlers League. It is an Uber's Pokemon Draft League. I believe right now you're the owner, right, Owen?
Yeah, me and Marcus are kind of the guys head running it. Originally in the past it was Liv, but she passed off the reins to us and gave us the go to finally run a Gen 9 season. So I'm juiced. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a good time. There is no doc currently, so I cannot pass the doc. Currently, there will be a doc. However, there is a Discord and everything will be updated there for you guys as we go. But we can look at the coaches and then we can start it off. I'm very excited for an Uber's Draft League. Everything was a little bit different in this one, right? So, and coaches will be uploading their analysis later today or throughout this weekend. But it's not, oh my God, everybody gets Maridon type thing. You get potentially, you want to tell them how it was split apart?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, yeah, you're not free draft. Get as many Ubers as you can. I've seen leagues like that before. It's a little too chaotic for my liking. Basically, how we did it is we split the Ubers into 4 different tiers: platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. If you got a platinum Uber, like Zacian on the screen right there, that's your only Uber. That's all you can do. You just pick up the Zacian. There's a couple other like Calyrex-Ice, Ground, etc. If you pick up a gold Uber, you're allowed to get a gold and a bronze as a combination. If you pick up a silver Uber, you can get a silver or a bronze with it. So either 2 silvers or a bronze. And then bronze, obviously, you can pair with anything up through gold. And it's 2 maximum no matter what. Yep. From there, just a normal draft. And then Tera rule-wise, we're doing free Tera preview. That means the Pokemon that are allowed to Tera, so none of the Ubers and a lot of the top tier bonds were still banned from Terraing. But if you can Tera them into any typing throughout the season, as long as you communicate with your opponent before you guys play what your typing is.
Correct. So there's no, I have to pick Arboliva with Poison, Fire, and Fairy. No, I can do whatever I want, as long as I tell my opponent right before the game. There are some bans as well. Do you want to tell those real quick, too, for some mons that, or like just a general idea? There were also like Tera bans for mons, too. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So big ones that come to mind immediately is none of the Arceus forms are allowed. We kind of toy with maybe like Arceus Bug or, some of the worst ones, but at the end of the day, they're still Arceus forms, and especially with the move pool in a format like draft, we decided it wasn't a good idea in this dex. Pokemon like Kyogre, really, really broken in the format, not allowed. Eternatus, neither of the Scarlet and Violet box art legendaries and Maridon are allowed. I'm trying to think of other Ubers that weren't allowed. I know, Dustmane Necrozma is another guy that was not allowed, never even considered. In fact,
Cali Shadow yet? Cali Shadow.
Cali Shadow, yep, that's another one.
That one was not considered as well.
No, never. Don't worry. Other than that, though, I think that covers just about all of the Ubers bans.
All the fun stuff. No, there's still some mons that they allowed. Like, you'll see the first pick is a very definitely should not be allowed mon.
We stretched it a little bit. That's for damn sure. Oh, and then Terapagos can't Tera. So
yes, there's a lot of mons that can't Tera. Like Regieleki can't Tera, et cetera. So it's really fun. We're going to actually go through and show you guys all the whole draft order. Obviously, I'm here. We got Nexus. We got Owen as well. I have not been in a draft league with Owen, I think, since the BBR, my first draft league.
Yeah, it's been about
BBR.
Like a year, yeah.
But Owen's also helped me throughout every single draft league I've been in. So
same.
It's nice to play again together. And leave a like if you just got here, if you're excited about this. Obviously, let us know as well if you're watching this as a VOD later, what picks you like the most. And then check out everybody's draft analysis and go sub to everybody. Some people aren't even at 1,000 subs that are in this league. So we can definitely get them all there, especially because we're going to be watching them. This is a 9-week season, but this 9-week season does have a break. I think a 2-week break almost, right? Or a 1.5-week break during Christmas. or something like that?
Yeah, there'll just be a 1 week break during Christmas. I think other than that, we should be a straight shot through. I think like early February, late January is when the league kind of
So it's been a minute since I've been in a league that had a break that wasn't forced because people weren't uploading, aka all the old leagues that we were in.
True.
But yeah, people have actually people have been committing it, which I kind of like that. I like that people take it a little more seriously now. But without further ado, let's get into this draft order. It's whatever's number 1. Your boy Truly is number 2. Shuckle King takes. By the way, number 2 is insane. I didn't expect this. I did not. It was not. Okay, fine. I bribed him. Shuckle King number 3. Obo number 4. Hegan number 5. Dell number 6. Vepsis 7. Amo 8. D-Ray 9. Viz 10. This is also people you might not know or people we've actually been with before. Nexus is 11. Seabat at 12. John Jr. at 13. Chimpact at 14. Yes, Chimpact is back. Kali at 15. Die at 16. Marcus at 17. And Owen at 18. I thought we had 20 coaches in this league.
No, we would have loved to expand a little more. We already stretched a little bit to 18. There wasn't enough Ubers.
Yeah,
but,
I was
18,
like, wait, did I miscount? I thought we had 20 coaches in this league. Maybe I'm thinking about something else.
18. But yeah, still a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, and we got a lot of great people. Like, I have not played with some of these people since, again, BBR. Like, legitimately BBR. So it's really excited to play with Amo again, the GOAT. John Jr. as well, obviously. Viz coming back for a season. I'm very excited to play with Marcus. He is such a great helper. And, like, Dell as well. Like, just great people. So, do you guys want to start? You guys want to see the first mon?
Let's run it. Let's do it.
All right, so it's whatever is number 1. And let's see what my homie picked. Oh, the most broken mon available in the Platinum tier. Fantastic. Calyrex-Ice to start the draft league. Now, Owen, why did we allow this Pokemon?
We tried our hardest. So basically, Cali was first on the chopping block when it came to like things we were going to ban and not allow. But then we looked at the Uber numbers because Palkia doesn't have as many as Galar before us. There wasn't enough Ubers to guarantee that everybody had the option of getting 2 Ubers if we didn't allow Cali in Platinum specifically. There was other guys that we thought about maybe bumping up to Ubers, but we didn't want to, stick people with more broken standard monsters their Ubers. So kind of lesser 2 evils, Calyrex got to be on the board, and that meant whoever was first pick has a pretty damn good shot at winning the league.
Damn near guaranteed, bro. I feel like I think if you're first, you have to get this mon. Right?
Yeah, this thing is dumb as hell, dude. Like, it's tanky as shit, dude.
Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. You can't kill it with a super effective move. Like, even choice super effective moves fail to kill. You got Trick Room and Agility as well. And your best move not only will boost your attack when you pick up a KO, but because of your ability, and also your second ability as well is broken. Yo, your whole ability is broken. This thing is, what is it? It's Unnerve plus Moxie.
Moxie. You get 2 incredible abilities at the same exact
time.
Bro,
not being able to run like a Custap Endure for a Trick Room set. Wait, is it? It's a nerve, right? It's a nerve plus Moxie.
Yeah,
right?
No, it is a nerve plus Moxie. Yeah, dude.
So that means no resist berries too.
Yeah, like no resist berries.
No chopples for close combat. No shookas for high horsepower. I mean, your bulky water can't run a Rindo for the random seed bomb that it gets because of Calyrex. Like it's pretty insane.
Its signature move has no drawbacks.
DM me, Ultra Player. Yeah, literally 0 drawbacks. Can't miss. I've seen this thing Oko Steel types at +2 ice move.
Nah, don't stress. Next gen, this guy won Worlds. He's getting nerfed.
Nerf for sure.
Like, they're gonna make it miss. It's gonna become Precipice Blades. This thing is getting nerfed.
Yeah, I agree. Also, shout out to Ultra Player who has given us a workable dock. Never mind. He gave me a link to a Tumblr. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ultra Player. Thanks, Josh.
I saw that. Thank you so, and it was some image of some anime girl. Thank you so much, bro, for everything you have done for this draft. Let me see.
Yeah.
All right, let me put this doc right there, and let's check if this one works. You guys can test it, not me. So hopefully that works out for ya. I'm not gonna trust him after the first link that linked me to a Tumblr image on his computer. Thank you, Pyro, for the 2 years. You're my GOAT. Appreciate you so much. So, Calyrex-Ice, number 1. Very good mon, obviously. I think everybody was going to take it who had number 1. And, yeah, Unnerve is a pretty crazy ability, which is why I got Mewtwo to go as well, because no resist berries for the Psy Strike, Ice Beam, Infinite Coverage Mewtwo. I like this mon. I like this one a lot,
A
dude.
pretty close second to
Yeah.
Cali. I mean,
Yeah.
if Cali was banned, this is obviously far and away number one. There was no universe where Cali didn't go 1 and Mewtwo didn't go 2. Like, this guy's insane. It's cool too because he's not like great in standard Ubers from my
Yeah, it's not that
understanding.
great. It's not great at all in standard Ubers at all.
But he's built for draft, like 100% built for a format like this. Which is really
1,000%.
cool. Mhm.
Dude, he's like tanky as hell too. He's like not frail. Like,
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, I just think Unnerved not having to worry about custap berries is so fire, especially because they've had such a resurgence on Wi-Fi. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Or just like, again, in draft, a lot of the time with these big guys, we don't have switches to Mewtwo that can take 2. So we're going to have something that switches into a stab and then has a Chople barrier, has an Aqua barrier, or something like that for the coverage. That's not a thing anymore. Your Tyranitar can't be Chople. You're getting O-code by low kick.
yeah,
You
or
know,
like,
like-
yeah, you can't like citrus berry to also like
That's
live
true,
2
too.
hits from this mon at all, which is a very common thing in draft as well. I was really, because I see what you say, Shuckle King. I was really struggling with my first pick because, I mean, y'all saw me when I was streaming Ironmon, but I wanted either Mewtwo or Magearna because I think Magearna's absolutely busted, and the fact that it has Encore and Spikes and a whole bunch of other stuff now. But the big thing is that I wasn't going to be, because I'm number 2, I wasn't going to be guaranteed a good second Uber, like, at all. And you'll see as, like, the combinations that came out, like, they're still good, they're still strong, but a lot of them weren't guaranteed if you picked a mon like that. So
Especially with 18 coaches, too.
yeah, 18 coaches is so much. Yeah, that thought process makes a lot of sense.
Bro, this thing is cracked. I was like, when I saw you second, I was like, damn, bro, I kind of wanted Mewtwo. Like,
Bro, next is
Everything
like
is cracked.
35th in this draft. He's like, damn, Mewtwo.
I got sniped. Not again.
Can we talk about this pick? There is a Zacian was also one of the platinum picks. It was there's 5 platinum picks, which are Calyrex, Mewtwo, Zacian, Groudon, and Lunala. So
Nah,
Zacian's
man,
right there. Now
we
this
need
is
it, bro.
raw. It's not Crown.
let's talk
Crown is
about
not
the
allowed.
coach that got it, bro. He's getting play rough drops every time it lands, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy work, man. Like, this
He's
thing's gonna
dodging
be
every
crazy.
gunk shot thrown at it, too.
Every single one.
Yeah, before it was finalized, it was in silver, so it was gold after. But for Zacian, yeah, Zacian is insane. You guys saw how lucky Shuckle was in his run. Shout out to Nexus. He really crit EQ is crazy. Like,
Yeah, no, that was nuts.
I would have crashed out.
can't
I
get
wouldn't have
over
been able to
that.
deal with it. I wouldn't have been able to deal with that. That was
That game
crazy.
got me out of playoffs run. Like, that was that. Like, that was crazy.
It also has I will say, like, obviously since it's nerf, it's not immediately as broken.
Yeah.
Like it's not immediately as broken, so I think it's definitely not going to be. This is also one I was looking at too.
This is a guy that we didn't ever allow in the past. Like we ran, I think it was like 3 seasons on Wi-Fi last gen and Gen 8. It was never even considered when it boosted attack every time, and it got a little bit of a stat nerf too, didn't it?
Yeah, they nerfed it by 20 points.
Yep.
It's by 20
Yeah,
or 30
so-
points or something like that.
Not the Zacian of old that you might be thinking. Trust
But
me,
it's
it's
still
not
great
it's not
speed
that
tier.
broken. It's still great though.
And
yeah,
also,
it's still
Pure
obviously
Fairy is
incredible.
beautiful typing. Like, there's nothing wrong. Having your Fairy this early in a draft where dragons are allowed, and not only that, but this Fairy's faster than most of them, is like top tier. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And we kind of talked about it too with Mewtwo, but like 90% of these Ubers, unless your name's Deoxys or Deoxys Attack, even if you are a more offensive Uber, the BST that you have means that some has to go into bulk eventually. So all of these guys are decently fat. You're gonna find opportunities to SD and get it to +3 immediately, and nothing switches into that player of plus close combat like, at all.
Bro,
There's
that's actually
nothing.
facts, dude. Because like this thing has 115 in both defenses. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like every mon we've seen so far is bulky as hell. Like
Yeah, nothing is like there's no trade
Unless
off.
your name's Dio. Yeah, unless your name's Dio, everything is fat. Like everything
Yeah.
isn't getting O-code. You're gonna find an opportunity to get some value out of it. Minimum 1-for-1 every game, but hopefully more if you're using the Zacian. But yeah.
All right, next up we have Groudon from Owo, basically saying that he wants to run a Sun team this time. So Groudon's up here because obviously there's no Kyogre. So having Infinite Sun with all the Paradox Mons is amazing. Groudon also got Spikes and Wisp, which I think is really cool too. I think the biggest thing is it lost Rock Polish, which is a huge nerf.
So it's
I
like
was so
fast
worried
as-
about facing Groudon. Thank goodness Obo got it.
Oh man, I think that's actually the week 1 matchup too, which is hella funny. I don't think they played yet. But yeah, another cool thing though is like Groudon's utility, especially if we're using it for like those Sun teams and getting like Spikes and Wisp. I think is really, really cool. But just like, even if it's not setting up and winning, throwing off, crazy base attack boosted Precipice Blades and Heat Crashes, and just another mon that minimum 1 for 1. You're probably getting 2 for 1 though if you're positioning it right.
No, definitely. Growlithe's just good. Bandit as well, special. You can run whatever. The reason this is allowed over Kyogre is because Kyogre is absolutely broken. Rain boosting its moves. Origin Pulse. That mon is broken. Period. That mon is the king of Ubers in most tiers that like Primal Groudon didn't exist in. Basically.
Yeah, you just click Water Spout too, like Scarf Spout, Spec Spout, and then like the random Calm Mindset in a matchup where you don't just OHKO everything with Spout. So
bro, it's like the same thing with Arcee's Bug. It resists fighting ground. That thing would be insane, dude. We're not allowing that either. The thing would be nuts.
They'd all just be E-killer.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Keegan picking up the final platinum tier right now, Lunala. Now, Lunala's really, really strong because heavy duty boots plus your Shadow Shield ability makes you always live a hit, basically. Great move pool as well. Great support move pool too. Wisp. You can do some Meteor Beam stuff. Moonblast, Ice Beam, Moongeist Beam. Ignoring abilities is really, really, really nice. I love Lunala. It was also something I was contemplating too. Like I understand why we have it in the platinum tier.
I've used it before, and it is so malleable. Like it is so unbelievably good in so many matchups because you have those like fat boot sets. You can Calm Mind up, but the matchups where you can just click Specs Moongeist Beam or Power Meteor Beam and boost up that way, it's a ridiculous Pokemon.
Dude, the thing, the Meteor Beam build is tough. It's so tough,
dude. There's no Yveltal in this league either. Like,
yeah, you don't exist. It's free.
There's Dark Ties, but I mean, Lunala is not bad. Like, Lunala actually matches up fine in the Dark Tie. It can't take the hits, but it has a lot of offensive pressure to kill him. So we are finally out of the platinum tiers. So first 5 picked the top 5 Pokemon. No surprise there. Solgaleo from Dell. Dude, this was something I was debating too. Obviously, I couldn't get it if I got Mewtwo, but I think this mon's so freaking cool. Does it still
get everything? It gets every move ever made.
It's like a teleport, right?
Yeah, it's one of the few mons with teleport.
Oh my god, dude. Him being able to use this mon just to tank moves. It has Dragon Dance as well.
No Dragon Dance. That's Necro.
Necrozma.
That's Necro. Yeah, it can like Flame Charge Weakness Policy so
freely
too.
Calm Mind as well. Cosmic Power stuff too.
It's a good weakness policy, man. The thing is crazy. You got Trailblaze. Shout out Trailblaze.
What I think is cool about this guy too is how well it pairs with like 90% of the Uber tier too.
It gives you
like, there's so many low tier. Yeah, there's so many low tier Dragon Ubers too that love having Solgaleo on their team. I think one of the seasons Matt O'Shea, when he was still playing back in Gen 8, he when I played him in finals, he had Solgaleo, Kieran Black, and it was a nasty core.
I mean, that is a nasty
maneuver and beat around. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really, really gross trying to play around that and things like that. So I think this is a really good pick considering like how many things we can pair well with this later on.
No, I agree completely. It's just a good mon, and I think it's going to open up a lot later. Like, again, it was similar to what I was thinking, like, I wanted McGearn and seeing what I could get after. I didn't feel as confident at pick 2, but now that we're a little bit in, he's definitely able to get a second good Uber. Like, there's enough love. Is Kieran Black allowed? Yes, it is, and it was picked
Kieran
up.
Black is one of the balances. He can, in fact, if he wants, potentially draft it with Solgaleo.
Correct. Rayquaza from Veps is... Okay, so I think in any draft, having strong priority is very important. And in this one... where, yes, we're going to have a lot of top-heavy drafts, but we might not. Some of them might start to fall off because there was 135 points. And obviously, like, Mewtwo, for instance, costs 30 points, right? So I'm down to 105 points immediately. Whereas a Rayquaza is only, like 20-something?
Like, bro, here's my thing with this mon. So I did not know he got these 3 new moves of, like, Rocks, U-Turn, and Bulk Up. This, like, blew my mind. I was like, bro.
Rocks is so funny, dude. I have no idea where he's getting those from. I mean, no.
Bro, what are you talking about? He's in the sky. He's picking them off.
Like, how birds like regurgitate
out of the clouds,
to eat like baby.
Bro,
like,
Dragon Ascent is literally him coming down. There's a meteor next to him.
Okay.
Look at his arms.
Okay, no, I'm getting the vision now. I get the vision now.
He literally picks up the rock by accident while flying straight down.
Okay, I got you.
Like, it's crazy buffs. I was like, Ray, what U-turn? What? Like,
they got rid of V-Create, if I'm not mistaken, but that's okay.
Thank God.
Dragon Ascent still
I think. And obviously, we think about like Dragon Dance, SD, Banded being ridiculously strong, ridiculously good for good reason, but it has the same special attack stat that it does physical.
Yeah.
It throws off Dracos and Canes and overheats like really strong. Mixed rays is such an incredible breaker.
You could actually meteor beam E-speed. I've seen that thing go actually stupid, dude. That thing like it just cleans up.
Yeah, Meteor Beam is another really cool one. I didn't know that until recently. Absolutely, really, really cool mon. And again, another Uber that feels like it's like built for draft. Like, really cool move pool that doesn't usually get to take advantage of in the standard.
Can we also note that I don't think there's any Ubers that were not picked, but I could be wrong. Oh, there was.
No, there's like two, right?
Yeah, there's like two, and you'll know which ones they are when we. If you saw the list, you know which ones they are. But one thing about Ray is really interesting because this is kind of different from Vepsis' known playstyle, right? Like he had torn in the PPL. But
yeah, dude, everybody thought he was gonna get Ho-Oh.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I would have put a second mortgage on him getting Ho-Oh. I won't lie to you. He proved me wrong. He's I always think of Vepsis as like the regen balance player, and he went super offense heavy with this first pick, and it's really cool to see. I mean, I think this is definitely a mon to kind of stray out of that play style from, though.
Yeah, I think it gives him so many options, and I'm really excited about it. I love Ray. Ray is definitely, in my opinion, like it's a top tier for where it is placed. Again, E-Speed is so good, dude. E-Speed is just so good. Like I could see him just putting Bandit E-Speed and just picking off a lot of teams, like just doing it because he wants to. Amel picked up Palkia-Origin, bro. I feel like if you look at the entire board and you look and Amel, Amel's coming up. I feel like Palkia and Dialga-Origin are like, yeah, that's an Amelmon. He's gonna cook. He can only use this form. He cannot use regular Palkia. But this horse is fast as hell, for one, which is incredible.
120 is an incredible. It's a crazy speed tier for an offensive dragon in this.
Also, really good natural resist. Dragon plus water is great. You deal with the fairies with your water stab as well. You hit very hard with pump and surf. T-Wave too. Just great options in general. Also, you look sick. I like this Pegasus personally. I like it better than the Dialga one anyway. But this mon
when these came out, people were not liking the designs. I fuck with them. They're really cool.
I like them a lot. I love the Legends Arceus. Like,
dude, it was crazy in Legends Arceus with the strong and agile style.
Yeah. It was stepping.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Amel cook with this. I have seen Amel. I've seen Amel fight Palkia. I think it was your Palkia actually in BBL.
So Palkia was I won, I think it was season 8 with Palkia, and that one was incredible. I loved it. Again, the natural defensive typing of being able to come in, kill something, and something comes in, tries to revenge, and you're like, I'm a Palkia. I don't die to anything. I'm gonna get another one real quick. It's pretty incredible. And again, this guy's item locked, right, in the Lustrous Globe. But it's not like it's item locked into something that doesn't do anything or something that's bad. Right? We're getting stab boost to 1.2. Yeah, we're getting a 1.2 on our stabs that are pretty much unresisted. There's also no Feeny in this game. Like, there's like...
True. Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it, though, because imagine this thing with a scarf, right? Like, that would be insane.
Or specs, or 100%. Yeah.
That'd be nuts,
I mean, but we're item locked, but it's not to something bad, right? We're still getting value out of it. And again, 120 is such a crazy speed tier. Like it's ridiculously good. Securing that elite speed early in your Uber of all Pokemon is really
agreed. Also, Miyako, I think you make a good point. And talking about like there are some demons in bronze and gold and stuff. I mean, the main reason why, and Krajis basically answered, the main reason why the people in earlier were taking the platinums is because we're not guaranteed any of those. There is 35 picks. There's like 34 picks until I go again type thing. So if I got Magearna, I might have gotten no Tera Regieleki type thing, But does Palkia get set up? No, they should give a nasty plot though. But
bulk up, that's it.
But no nasty plot, unfortunately. Oh, I should get rid of this.
Unfortunate. True. That thing should get nasty plot.
Hey, Z Hill Block was fire. All right. We got Kieran White from Grandmaster D-Ray. Again, I'm on that so much better with like no it because when I played a lot of Ubers with this, people would use this to come in on Kyogre and stuff, and you still take your 50 and from Water Spout and then do back with Freeze Dry. But this mon's definitely a lot better in this format, in my opinion. Beautiful.
I was gonna say, he definitely feels like he was also made for draft. Like he gets a billion moves, and he's hard to switch into because he has fire as well. Like the thing is dumb. It's free mold breaker.
Yeah, think of regular Kyurem, then buff up its stats by like 100 BST. Give it fire coverage now. Keep the earth power on the focus. I mean, this guy, it's just you come and you click the button. You're not going to be super versatile with it. You might go DD 1 week or something like that, which is a cool option, right? So
it's
like
some scale shot 4 attack,
right? Yeah. But really, we're going to come in, we're going to click Specs, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry, Draco, and then like some coverage to hit the steel that you need that you probably won't even click. I mean, a lot of steel types are just taking 40 from a Specs Ice Beam.
Yeah, literally.
They're taking like
literally.
50 from a Specs Draco or something like that. Like, this guy does not have switches.
There are
And
also
again,
limited fairies.
Uber's
And
bulk.
like, yeah, there's so much. It's different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not fighting a
There's
Blissey,
a lot.
right, or anything like that. Like in this draft. Draft is basically there's coaches and there's a list of Pokemon, and we draft individual Pokemon, and then we counter team each other weekly, and we battle Pokegod.
The
That's
thing as well too with that snow buff, I feel like it's a huge benefit. Like it just gets tankier with the snow. It's a huge benefit. The thing is tough.
Insanely tanky. Exactly, and he could pick up snow. Deoxys attack from Viz. Now, did you expect any other Mon from the dude
No.
who runs aggro? Shout out to Viz, by the way. He just won a draft league with Sun. So,
What the
Really
did he
cool.
actually? Okay, man.
Yeah, he did,
Okay,
he
we
did, he
out.
did. He
Okay.
just-
I think he won it with Sun, and then I think before that too, he's used like a different weather. Like every league he's played in, and Sun was the one that hit the spot, and he was able to win with. But yeah, I mean,
I love
hyper
that.
offense them on, right? Like
Literally.
hyper offense incarnate to the like most hyper offense player I've ever seen play Gen 9 draft.
Yeah,
personally,
literally.
It fits
Literally.
perfect.
and like, Viz is a beast at like Battle Stadium and stuff. So, like, I feel like he's always like, this dude opened my eyes to Weakness Policy Ting Lu when he smoked me with it as well. Like, he's just so strong.
He was going crazy with that Armor Rouge. I'll never forget.
Dude,
He was
I
going
feel like
dumb
he
with
could
it.
have just brought Calm My Artifact every week and won. That Mon broke his
Yeah.
out. That Mon is
Stupid as
broken
hell,
his out.
man.
Enduro, get your
crazy.
speed real quick, and we're good to go.
Literally. Great pick, dude. Honestly, it's insane.
No.
And also, it has a phenomenal move pool. Like, that's it.
Strong E-speed too, right?
Yeah,
Who talked
yeah.
about with Ray? Same thing, right? If there's a Scarf that's faster,
Bruh,
something
this-
gets boosted up, you always have that insurance policy to just be like, I'm just gonna E-speed you with my base 180 attack. And
Dude, its
probably
speed tier is
kill you.
insane, man.
Yeah, it's speed tier is nuts. It's like
150,
430.
180, 180. Like,
He's like 430. I was like, bro, this thing is here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah,
it
bro.
just wall breaks and he's good.
Now,
you just
imagine
gotta
him,
know where the priority's coming from. and
imagine
you're good.
Ndidi.
That's it.
Imagine Ndidi with this.
I'd
Oh,
vomit.
God.
I would.
Correct.
You don't even need to predict.
Pokegod, correct. In the description, there is a doc. And if you don't see the doc, guys, you can just refresh. But there is a fan doc if you want to look at it. And that's basically the list of tiers you could draft. And then you had 135 points. And there's certain like combinations you can get. And only certain mons can Tera. But Deoxys, beautiful Viz. We got Magearna from Nexus. So hype about this mon, dude. Like I said, it was potentially my first pick. And dude, it is such a great Uber. And you're at the back of the draft, so you're definitely gonna get a good combo with this too. I think any mon like can go well with Magearna, dude. It's like Solgaleo,
Dude,
but spikes.
I'm shocked I got it, man. I was like, I know I definitely pissed off Chase because Chase wanted this.
Yeah,
But
he did.
I was like shocked I got it. I was like, oh, for real? Okay, bet I got it. You know, she's great, dude. She's a beast mode. She got like turbo buff this gen too.
Yep,
I've never
Encore,
seen- yeah.
spikes, everything. You got the Draining Kiss store power you can do as well, which I had, but like you could do a lot with that too. Like this mon's so good, dude. It has a lot of
Trigger
new
more
features.
shift
You can run
gear.
Ice
I mean-
Spinner. You can run Ice Spinner shift gear.
Dude, yeah, when I was looking at his moves, I was like, wait, why did they buff this mod so hard this gen? Like it was already broken.
Because it's not broken for them because they don't even allow it in VGC.
That's actually true.
I've never seen someone not smoke through a league with Magearna.
Yep.
I mean, the mon's absolutely ridiculous, and there's
Yep.
not an Uber it doesn't pair with, unless like it's like maybe a Solgaleo Magearna. Other than that, you can get anything you
Dude,
want.
I think
on
you
your
can do
way back,
double
which-
steal and be fine with Magearna.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, it's still Magearna and another Uber, right? Like we're gonna be good. We can at least
Yeah.
overload. I mean,
Literally that.
yeah. Mag is incredible.
And you can
I
pick any
just
Pokemon from the
fear-
list, correct, as long as it's available and it fits within your points.
Bro,
There's
my
a-
biggest fear is missing Floor Cannon, dude. As long as I don't miss that, I'm Gucci.
Dude, even if you miss Floor Cannon, you're just gonna eat the hit anyway. This mon's
actually
insane.
true.
Nothing
That's
kills
true.
you.
Yeah, this mon's insane. Steel Fairy is phenomenal typing. Now we have Deoxys Normal from Seabat, another mon I was actually thinking about too. Like if I had gotten Magearna, if it was, I don't remember if the combination was legal, but Magearna plus Deoxys, Magearna plus Chiempao, Magearna plus Fluttermane were all mons that came to mind. I am so excited about this mon because it is weaker than Deoxys attack, but still very fast and still very strong. Like it's
Yeah.
I mean, people forget about him because Dio attack exists, but like when we're in a format where only one guy gets Dio attack,
Yeah.
Dio regular is not that bad of a
not at
bad of a
all, dude.
downgrade.
It's not at all. It is
They
not
do
a bad
forget
mon.
about him. Because like no one really plays with it. They dead ass forget about him. Like he still hits really hard. I mean, it's slightly weaker than Deoxys attack. Only slightly.
Yeah, 180 to 150 is not that huge of a difference when you think of how
And you
much
take
150
the
is.
prio just a little bit better too. It's not like because with Dio attack, like pretty much any like strong stab priority is probably picking you off or
But this one does
doing damn near
98.
that. Yeah, this one little little bit bulkier. You lift maybe 1 or 2 of those a little bit easier. Don't have to like
2.
allocate as much into like a random defense stat. So it's
Bro
cool.
said
It's a little
2.
bit more. Yeah, there you go.
1.
Hey, we might live like a random no attack bullet punch or twice or something like that.
Get out of here. Oh yeah,
Hey.
sick mod. I'm excited to see it. And John Jr. picking up Vepsis' pick. When the team selects a Pokemon, it's just you. They're coaches. Pick one mon, then nobody. Yep, correct. So Ho is picked. Nobody else can use it. First come, first serve. There's snake order. Ho,
Best ability in draft on a
regen.
Uber Mon,
Regen.
so.
Yep.
Yeah.
You talking about pressure?
No, so true. Yeah, exactly that. Then they can't click as many rock slides as you
Exactly. Now, I will say there was one thing about John Jr. that made me feel like, man, does he really want Ho-Oh? Because after he picked up Ho-Oh, for the entirety of the 2 weeks that we were drafting, he was like, my hazard control sucks. Ah! The whole time. And I simply said, luckily they're heavy-duty boots. But like they're legit. Like there's so many logs of John Jr. just like being scared about hazard control the entire time. It's hilarious.
And
I love
he'll
Ho-Oh.
get some too. In his mind though, he needed 4 spinners.
Yeah,
Like,
he literally gets solid hazard control. He literally gets solid hazard control. But he literally was like, I need solid. Literally 4. No worries, PokeGod.
Dude,
You can ask him any need.
I'm pray to God I run boots every week. Bro.
He said Joey really tried to convince me on default conk. I literally said that mon's ass straight up to you and don't get it. I said it straight up. Don't get conk counter, just the default. Stop this.
Is that not tough? That's kind of tough though.
Yeah, bro. I love when my Pokemon base 140 attack clicks defog instead of attacking. We're doing it. I also told him, so Ho-Oh's the type of mon that like you don't really need hazard control for. You just don't bring it in on mocks, on knocks, excuse me, not mocks. You don't bring it in on knockoffs, and then you simply just eat all the super effective hits anyway, because that's Ho-Oh. That's what Ho-Oh does. It lives. The
even those random rock slides and power gems from non-stat mons, they're doing like 60, 70 at most.
And then
you
you
take
switch
your
out.
fire, your brave bird, your earthquake, and you're like, all right, I'll see you later. Like I'll be back in a couple turns.
Yep. And you can see everybody's draft so far on the bottom of it. He only has Ho-Oh. That's basically how it starts. But I love this mon. I think because he's, again, so he does get a second Uber because of the way it's tiered. Zekrom from Chimpact. Ooh, dude, Zekrom's my favorite Uber from Gen 5.
Yes,
favorite
dude. This is fire.
No
dude.
Ferrothorn in this metagame either? No nothing?
Oh my god, dude. Didn't he get Stealth Rock as well too? They've been giving it to everybody, man.
The bubble got Scale Shot, Dragon Dance.
I hope we're not clicking
Focus
Stealth Rock
Blast.
with the Broken Mon. we're clicking Bolt Strike and Dragon Dancing up and winning the game.
Hey, I was like, who's gonna? No, this is gonna be 1 week. Shim clicks rocks on this guy. This is gonna be 1 week.
Now, keep in mind, it did lose Roost, which is a little bit tough for like the fat DD sets, but like it's definitely a downgrade, but it doesn't mean the Mon isn't still absolutely insane. Now we're just running offensive sets a little bit more more often,
Which
or
is
running
fine,
3
dude.
attacks variants,
Electric
or we're running
plus-
sub, or
Yeah, dude, you Draco, Great Tusk, and Landorus, and you kill them. Like, it has good special attack.
Oh, 100%. I've seen UC Mix to go crazy. I mean, you might even run like some kind of AV set with Volt and Volt around and just 2-hit KO Doko everything with just your natural raw stabs, right?
Now, the biggest problem with this Mon is that Chimpact's running it. So he's not going to run Bolt Strike, he's going to run Fusion Bolt. Because he cannot afford to miss. And he's going to run Dragon Claw, not Scale Shot. So that's the biggest, and Dragon Pulse, not Draco Meteor. So that's like the biggest drawback of this Mon. But otherwise, I love Zekrom, and I think because he's able to get a second amazing pick going up soon, it's gonna work out. I love Zekrom. But like as we go to the bottom of this draft, we see a lot of Mons that are steals. Terrible.
I kind of wish it got U-turn, like you know, Ray got.
Yeah, just like Zekrom. Yeah, I mean, just like Rayquaza. Yeah. Why the hell not?
Oh gosh, this guy with U-turn. That'd not be cool.
So we see Kyle pick up Chiempao. Now you might be thinking, why do you pick up Chiempao as a Zuber? Kyle is one of the few people with points that can actually afford one of the higher tiers of Ubers, whereas most of the people in front of him cannot. Which means that he doesn't have to really fear being sniped. Whereas Chiempao is considered the lower tier bronze, quote unquote, Uber. That's basically it.
Kyle's so funny, dude. I know when he got this, he was telling me his plan. Dude, he was scheming, dude. I'm telling you, wait till we get to round 3. My jaw hit the floor, dude.
Yours and everybody else's. But I think Pow is dope though, because of like, again, if we think of the metagame and how many dragons have you guys seen so far?
Yeah,
and how many dragons are
anti-meta.
still going to get picked up, right?
Yeah, very good
this
anti-meta.
smokes and is faster than everything else, like in this metagame. I mean, the ones it's not faster than in Dio and Dio attack and normal. you don't even have to play a Sucker Punch mind game. You're just gonna kill him with Ice Shard.
I was gonna
right?
say, dude, even like when we got like the Mewtwo's earlier, like he just hit Sucker Punch on that. Like
don't have to worry.
Chien-Pao is actually a beast. It's a beast.
Yeah, really anti-meta.
It's really good anti-meta,
yeah.
yeah. I think this was a really good pick with Magearna as well if he had gotten it. Like, have you, like, potentially? I think Magearna Chien-Pao is really nice.
I actually was aiming for Chien-Pao. So I was like, damn, Kyle, for real? Okay. Now you got it.
It's really good. We have Zamazenta from Dai. Oof.
Zama's the hero.
Look at the dog, bro. I hate this mon. Ban it. I hate this mon so much in OU.
It is really cheap at OU. It's so cheap, dude.
Very fast in this, by the way.
Cheap.
Very fast.
Yeah, very fast. The natural defense boost is cool too. And again, obviously you have like those ID press sets that are just obnoxious and really difficult to deal with, and you can kind of just brute force your way through a ton of matchups. You still have like the Howl offensive or even just offensive 4 attacks. You just close combat, be banded, or the item freedom that this guy gets is really nasty, and why it's honestly so much better than Zama Crown.
Yeah.
And I think it's the exact like opposite kind of otherwise, but the item flexibility that it gets in this guy and the little bit extra speed that it gets to 138 I think it is, or something similar. Ridiculously fast and very strong, whether it be defensively or offensively.
Yep. I mean, I think it's just speed tier. Like, I think covering your speed tiers now is very smart, especially because like I don't want to write this. Especially because like there's so many fast mons. Like this mon has insane. Obviously it's a little slower than Mewtwo, but like it's faster than like the Dark Rise and the Iron Valiants and stuff that we'll see later on in this draft as well. Definitely go. And strong fighting stab is always nice. Like, just period. Plus Dai can get a second Uber. These are lower tier Ubers at this point.
Yeah, and people are kind of planning accordingly, right?
Yep.
They're securing the mons they want early.
Correct. Because at this point, we're on pick number 17 with CB Marcus with Palkia. We're on number 17, and then number 18 is Owen. So he gets the wheel, and then technically Marcus gets like his mini wheel type of thing. So Palkia is a beautiful Uber. You won with Palkia, right?
Oh yeah, I love this one. This one's ridiculous. Again, that item flexibility, the 90 base speed in Ubers is a little bit to be desired. You know, you'd like to be a Rayquaza or faster or something like that, but nothing switches into your stabs, and if they do, you have the coverage for it. You have your T-bolts. Last gen, if I was playing like a random Porygon, you have like cool like focus punch variants. You can go bulk up. You can go Scarf, Specs, Life Orb. I mean, I ran Assault Vest a few times. This guy is absolutely ridiculous. There's no such thing as a bad Palkia offensive matchup. It smokes every team if it finds the opportunity to get in.
What did you say about Palkia's speed? It's base 100.
Oh, it's 100. Oh, I'm tweaking. I'm thinking about next pick. Yeah. So even better. Even
better,
better, right? We have to beat all of the
Ubers.
Yeah, so we have to beat all of the Ubers. Okay, there you go. Even better. Yep. So yeah, unless you're Palkia-Origin. It's
literally
really
so
incredible.
it's a great speed tier above like Ray and Groudon and all of them, and actually threatens them super effectively. So I really like this. And then we have the final pick of round 1, Dialga going to Owen. I think Steel Dragon is phenomenal typing. This mon being able to live outrages from the dragons and the Draco Meteors from the dragons is going to be so cool. I love the customization you can do with this. You have your rocker right there. You have a Trick Room mode as well. It's a good Scarfer. You can bulk up Scale Shot. There's so much you got. This is a great pick, dude. Especially
I was big on. I was either gonna go Palkia or Dialga, and I was kind of leaning Palkia, but I'm kind of happy I got Dialga. I talk about a lot of my draft analysis, but I think there's something so cool about having an Uber that 1v1's like 90% of the other Ubers, like very easily. It just matches up well into a lot of them well offensively. Steel Dragon is insane. And again, there's just if there's like a random Steel type, we Fire Blast, Overheat, Earth Power, whatever it might be.
Yeah, Thunder. You got Power Gem as well now for Ho-Oh.
Even better. Yeah, no, really cool mon, physical special, mixed, ridiculous mon. Really like this guy. It's always been really annoying when I've played it.
He's super tough to break.
Yeah,
so
literally. You can run an Assault Vest on it if you really want to, like, and it will not die.
Yeah.
The special moves. Also, you can do like some sort of Protect set. Oh, it's Spadef.
Dude, you can invest like no offense and he'll still nuke. Like Dialga's the GOAT.
Yep, literally. Also, just to point out, PokeGod, this is also draft, so Annihilate is not considered an Uber. It's just a regular mon in this. So there's a certain, if you look at the doc down below for anybody that wants to check it out, it is in the description. Also, check out all the coaches. As we wrap out round 1, there's a bunch more rounds left. You can sub to them. We're trying to get them all to 1,000 subs. We're going to be watching them every week, starting Sunday next week, which is when the games for week 1 go live. But yes, the draft is different than Smogon 6v6. There are some mons that are banned, some mons not. Chi-Yu, Annihilate, Chiem are not typically Ubers in draft at all. But I'm really excited about this. I think my favorite pick from round 1 might be Deoxys attack, though.
I'm just excited to see Viz use it.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. That's literally it. What about you, Nexus? Favorite pick?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's probably the Mewtwo or the. It might be the Mewtwo, dude. I really like Mewtwo.
Mon's so freaking cool. I agree.
Mewtwo's so cool, dude. Like Mewtwo's tough.
Calyrex-Ice from Carlos. What about you, Owen?
Next to Mewtwo, I absolutely, when we were testing the tiers and running the tournament, I got the chance to use Mewtwo in my pool I drafted, and I have not had more fun building with the Mon in I don't know how long. I mean, the Mon's absolutely ridiculous, but I'm actually really excited. We talked about it a little bit, and Veps is using Rayquaza. I think it's going to be
Ray's so cool. Thank you, Steve. That was very kind of you.
Ray is the Mon I actually wanted to use the most. If I didn't get like a top 5 pick, I was like, okay, I hope I get somewhere I can get Ray, because super fun Mon.
Dude,
so I'm excited to see a really good builder and player like Veps just use it throughout the season. That's gonna be cool.
So starting off round 2, we have Owen coming back on the wheel with Fluttermane. Beautiful. No worries, PokeGod. Beautiful combo. I think Fluttermane plus any steel, Fluttermane plus Solgaleo, Fluttermane plus Dialga, Fluttermane plus Magearna go hard. This gives you a phenomenal speed tier. You get the boost energy mon, which I think is a luxury. It's not a needed mon in draft, but I think it's a huge luxury in draft to be able to run boost energy.
Yeah.
Especially in speed.
Yeah, exactly. Or special attack if you ballin'. But like you got the Moonblast, Ghost combo, Mystical Fire. Mon's really freaking good, dude. This is gonna be a mon that I think you're gonna do a lot well with. You just gotta get to a nice little dark resist and you chilling.
Yeah, this is the mon I thought was I thought this was by far the best bronze. I actually, before the draft, I pushed a lot to see if we could move this guy up to silver. I was like, I feel like this is really good value out of bronze. Like, I think this one's incredible, but the way things worked out point-wise, they were like, no, we're going to keep it in bronze. Like, shit, all right, I'll draft it. Like, it's fine. I'll get it in bronze. This guy's really incredible.
Shocked. I was like, dude, Owen got a steal, bro. Like, this thing in bronze?
Yeah, it was pretty, it's pretty, like I said, this was like, if I got Magearna, I was aiming for Fluttermane, Spec, Chiampao. Those were like the 3 I was thinking at, so... Like Fluttermane being in
nothing switches into the stabs too. I mean, obviously spoilers we've been building things like that. Looking at Calyrex for this guy is just it's insane. There's not a team that was drafted that is like, yeah, I got Fluttermane easy. You know, like every build struggles with this guy's stabs in combination with the really good coverage and like Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Power Gem, Side Shot kind of thing that this guy runs with. And again, we can call mind up and win games if we find the right position.
Yeah, easily, dude. So. It has a fantastic. Phenomenal move.
Nah, it's a beast. It literally Dialga. I feel like Dialga enables it really well as well too. Like it's a beast.
Dude, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped to see Fluttermane. But the Dragapult CV Marcus Double Dragon pick.
Ah man, this one set me back a million years, dude. Marcus is so greedy.
Double Dragon is so greedy. I agree with you. But honestly, dude, F it, right? We ball.
I messaged like 6 people saying, yo, no one's looking at Pult. I'm about to get Pult, bro. Pult Magearna, I'm chilling. Boom, he gets Pult, bro. He's 2 dragons? That's greed, bro. They talk about this greed in the Bible, man. This is crazy. Like, I'm happy for him, man. But also, like, I wanted this.
I mean, it looks like you're like, oh, why double dragon? But you also have to think from the context of like, oh, you have a thing, something you think can pivot into Palkia, something you think can pivot into Pult. You're gonna be able to do that to both of them.
Yeah, they can overwhelm. They can overwhelm. Exactly. You get the Will-O-Wisp, you get the Dragon Darts.
Principle.
Yep.
Oh, 100%. And yeah, being able to go physical when your Palkia goes full special and you're kind of stretching yourself thin. You might have some super fat Spadef fairy, but they come in and take a couple hydro pumps. Pult's looking good.
Yep. Pult's really strong. Yeah, I think the dual screen is going to be what like actually also pushes it for Marcus as well. Dual screens next to like the rest of his team, especially because we know what it is. It's going to look nasty. It gives you also the speed tier you need. You don't have to worry about speed anymore in draft.
Yeah,
like
you guys, dude, people thought Pult was bad in non-Ubers. It's about to be so cringe in Ubers.
It also forces like exactly. It forces like Deoxys attack to run timid or jolly or naive instead of like a modest nature or something like that. So it's a good speed tier to force other speed tiers. Palkia-Origin, bro. I love this mon too, dude.
Oh my god, dude! I happy for him again, bro. I was.
Dude, this is the combo I wanted with Magearna too, bro. I understand how you feel.
Dude, I was like, yo, I'm cooked. Because I was like, all right, I'm going to get this guy next. And then boom. Dude, this thing is busted, dude. This thing is actually busted,
so strong, bro. So strong.
Levitate, dude, the thing is immune to ground. The thing is immune to fighting. The thing is immune to normal. Yes, we're looking at you, normal. Like, the thing is stupid as hell, dude. Like, this is strong mon. This is a huge pick, dude. The thing is crazy. And it kept defog.
Yep, that's the big one, too. He got his hazard control, bro. He got his hazard control. Like,
and really often, you don't need any other moves other than, like, either Shadow Ball or Poltergeist, Sneak,
and
Draco.
And maybe the regular Dragon Tail.
For fun.
But you do have options of Calm Mind and Aura Sphere and some really cool stuff like that, too. It's a mon that you can easily, like the other one's bulkier, but you can easily make this one tank hits, and you are locked into a move, but that move boosts your attacks. So
I think it pairs really well with Zama too. Like I really like Zama
I love
in
the combo.
particular.
Yeah, it's phenomenal with Zama. It's so strong. This is a huge pick.
Very good for him. We got the Great Tusk from Kale. Great Tusk make it to what? This is pick number 20? Something like that? 21? Something like that?
Bro, I love this mod. Dude, he got picked round 2 in the Ubers League. That's
that's what I'm saying, bro. Not round 1. This is like a top 7, 8 pick that people usually do, for sure. But yeah, y'all know how good Great Tusk is. We don't have to talk too much about it, but the Boost Energy Speed tier, I think, is going to be... The Boost Energy Speed sets, I think, are going to be the craziest sets, because Ice Spin or Headlong Rush matches so well into so many Ubers. And obviously,
or heavy slam into those fairies and things like that.
Slam as well. You got the spin support and your rocker. Like I think Kyle's team is super anti-meta so far, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
100%.
No, this is tough. It's tough, dude. It's tough.
Whoops, went the wrong way. We got Chimp Pack with its signature Tornadus Therian. Now, you might be wondering, wait, didn't Chimp pick Torn before in the last draft league he was in, SBL? And did he never click Hurricane because he hated missing, so he always ran Air Slash? Well, the good thing about this Tornadus is that it is Chimp Pack's Tera Captain. It is a Tera Captain, so it's open Tera, so he can run Tera Blast Fly, and also, obviously, any other Tera he wants. It is a top tier, it's probably like one of the top 3 Tera Captains available as well. So this is his Tera Captain. So it's like, what, 24 points with Tera? Something like that?
Bro, Glaze, this might be the best Tera Captain.
Literally, yeah.
Oh, no, I agree 100%. Yeah. It's the one that's priced the highest, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is priced the highest for sure. And it's also, because it's 24 points, you only have 26 points for Tera Captains. You can split that between 2 Mons, but obviously, this is a round where everybody's starting, the higher guys are starting to pick up their Tera Captains, especially after Chimpack just picked up Torn, the best Tera Captain available.
I'm going to tell you right now, Chimp is running Tera Fly Air Slash, bro.
Yeah. He's not even going to run Tera Blast. You're absolutely right.
Well, and the thing that's crazy about this too is this is the best pivot in the game alongside Zekrom, right? We're just going to find a million free opportunities to U-turn, pivot in, U-turn, regen, get in your big broken guy and click the button. It's over and over again. But then there's also those matchups. I've seen Torn do so many cool things with Tera. I remember seeing a game where opponent had no ghost resist, so he pulled up with Choice Band Tera Ghost and just clicked Tera Blast the whole game. And we pivot around and get our regen back to otherwise. Like I saw Choice Band Tera Dark Oko Zapdos a couple weeks ago in a tournament game. Like,
I watched that replay too. Yeah.
Really fun mon. Like really good mon. And especially Chimp's a good builder. He's gonna find a lot of use and opportunity out of this guy.
Yeah, especially the Assault Vest sets with like good typings like Water, Steel, Fairy, right? Like it can just naturally take it on. You already know, Adam. It can just naturally take it on. So this is the Ubers draft. What game is this? We're gonna be playing it on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But these are gifts that you're watching right now. Shout out to CB Marcus for getting it all done.
Oh, and if you guys didn't notice too, the background of the last one, it kind of shows too. If you guys need to like see the Tera Captain has like little crystals in the background too. So if you see that coming up, we forget to mention it.
Yep, you can see the little crystals right there. Perfect. We do see Kieran Black with John Jr.'s Ho-Oh, and this is really amazing Pokemon, but this is also really why he was just like, oh my god, I need 15 defoggers and 17 rapid spinners because my 2 great mons are weak to rocks and I'm forced to run boots. You're not forced to run boots, buddy. Run a life orb, run a band, do some damage.
Who cares if you
get your loaded dice going? Get your loaded dice going.
Bro. You take the rocks, bro, and then you do 1,000,000,000% back. A turn setting up rocks versus an Uber is a turn that they took damage. That's what I said.
Dude, this thing is goated. I almost went to a VGC regional when they were allowing Uber's Pokemon, and I was gonna bring this. I was like, dude, this thing is so goated, dude. But
Kieran Black VGC, there you go.
Dude, this is so goated.
And as someone who's played with John for like years now at this point, we've been playing together for like 5-6 years at this point. This is the John Jr. Pokemon. Back in Gen 7 when it was allowed in Standard, no DD, Icicle Sphere, all that stuff. I mean, I think I saw John draft this thing 10-15 times plus. So it's a one I know he's like super comfortable. It was great before, and now it can Dragon Dance and use its physical stab on the eyesight. I mean, this one's going to be ridiculous. It's so difficult to deal with.
Yep, it's a great Mon, and I love his team. You got your regen Mon to take hits. They should have given Ho a U-turn, but that would have been. I'm glad they didn't.
That would have been insane. I agree, but that would have been.
But yeah, KB, there's also going to be some tier, choice band as well, right? Yeah. You can just click Dragon Claw a lot of weeks.
Yeah, his team is nuts. He's got such a great fairy resist with Ho-Oh. Like that's with this dragon.
The fairies and the steals are smoked by the other Uber.
Exactly,
and that's the only thing that's ever going to stand in the way of a Kieran Black. And it's really only the steals, to be honest.
And it's not like there's any super fast rockers besides Iron Boulder around, right? So like offensive rock types rather. Like you got T-Tar, but T-Tar's slow, and T-Tar gets 2 KO by banded adamant Dragon Claw with rocks up always, even if it's defensive. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Loaded dice obviously is going to be crazy on this. Y'all see what Kiram does in OU. It's going to do a lot more. And then we got Chomp from Chase. So Chase going a little bit lower, not picking his second Uber now. Because again, you can pick later. And I think he just really wants to use Chomp. Get him some spikes, get him some rocks. And again, good speed tier in this metagame as well. Over the base 100, you got the Swords and Scale Shot, which I'm kind of expecting to put in some work this league. And obviously you have your natural ground typing as well. I love Chomp. It's a top tier ground.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing you mentioned is the speed tier. I think having like that 90, 95, 100 benchmark is so big in Ubers and Ubers draft in particular. Having a dragon that either just nasty outspeeds them or a great Scarfer into a lot of these teams too is really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Also just threatens the steals, which is great for Deoxys. Exactly.
It's a good ground type. You got a strong ground type this early. It's not bad.
One of the greatest combos that we've seen, I think, so far in round 1. Magearna plus Spectre, and this Mon is good, guys. I've seen this Mon go undefeated in draft leagues.
Bro, there are people that allow this thing in regular leagues. That to me is crazy.
Shout out to
what
Mount.
are we doing?
Shout out to Mount, who made it undefeated. Who made it undefeated to finals?
Crazy.
Who made it undefeated to finals? Respect. This horse is so dumb, dude. You get the special tackle, and they buffed it. They buffed it, dude.
Yeah, they buffed it. They gave it Psychic and Draining Kiss.
Dude, that's crazy. That's actually so good too. You can't like Urshifu it and stuff.
Yeah, dude, this thing was bad in Gen 8. I mean, well, it was busted, but like bro, they were running double kick. It was that
one of my favorite like draft league like statistics is in DPL, one of the bigger draft league tournaments in Generation 8 before they banned Spectre this last tournament. In every Sword and Shield draft, Munchlax had a 100% draft rate, and it was never drafted in any other format. Solely because teams were like, "Shit, I need a spec check. Like this one's gonna smoke me otherwise." And I think if a Mon is that centralizing, it's probably an Ubermon. You know, if we're getting Munchlax picked up in the highest level of play, so this guy's pretty insane. I mean, ridiculous, and also shows how good Magearna is, right? Like I'm sure, obviously, you want to pull. You want to Gira? I'm sure you would have been chill with the Kieran Black too, right? Like,
any Mon. I'm pretty sure any Mon would have been.
So like, I'm sure those were kind of like the initial ideas with the dragons, and they're like, oh shit, like there's still a Spectre there. That pairs really well too. We're good to go. So
dude, Spec is good. Spectre is good. Like legit. Yeah, like there's this. It's not. This is not OU where everybody had Urshifu single strike that we're dealing with it, and even then Spec still got banned like in that meta. Yeah. Like. There's none of that. It's still freaking great.
Nah, this Mon is good as hell, dude. It's so fast as well, too, dude. It's like better Gengar because I just had Gengar, so it's like better Gengar.
It literally is better Gengar because you actually do your damage and you actually get a boost you get rewarded for doing damage.
I get rewarded.
As well. So a lot of people were talking crap about this second pick from Viz, but I feel like it's the most Viz Mon there. First off, ignore the flinching, right? People were like, "Oh, Covert Cloak on my electric type, like or my Zapdos on my Thundurus." Sure, but there's only like 3 people that can get those Mons, right? 2 Thundurus, 1 Zapdos. But the big thing is, I think it gives him Healing Wish for a second Deoxys.
This thing is a very fast Healing Wish. Yeah, it does.
Holy moly. I'm not gonna lie to you though. Viz, good looks, brother. I had a bet on Liv. She said she's gonna gift me 5 subs that his mom was drafted, and it was, so I got bread off this. Good looks,
nice.
Collusion. He DM'd right before. He's like, dude, Skyman looks fire on your team, man. The Healing Wish goes crazy.
Bro, I will say Skyman in general though, like does look fire. Like, look at it right there. This Mon looks sick.
He just designed his sick. I just like spamming with him. You know what I mean? Like I just like head empty, spamming.
It's a very punishing Pokemon too. Like in the sense of like, if you're not running those cloaks, you're gonna get seed. And it's not just the flinches too. It's also those seed flare drops. Like that in conjunction with Air Slash and Earth Power and Gleam, like and that speed tier. Really, really punishing. And if we're forcing those cloaks on the checks, if we, go a more hazard-heavy approach afterwards, we're just getting up a million spikes, but we still do decent damage to you, and then you're just going to die later.
And Subseed, as chat mentioned.
Subseed is a great set.
It's still fine. Also, if you're running Covert Cloaks... Oh, go ahead. Go.
I was just going to say, like, he's probably going to run Leaf Seed a lot.
Yeah,
Knowing Viz, I can see Viz. I think a Viz has core.
If you're running cloaks on like your Thundurus Theory and your Thundurus Incarnate, your Zapdos,
Take
you're
rocks.
taking rocks. Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. So more hazard-centric approach, and especially that opens up Dio more too. If those pivots into Dio, maybe they have the boots so they could take, Psycho Boost into X hit. They don't do that anymore if they're running a Covert Cloak or anything like that.
Exactly.
So I think like it forcing item slots is actually pretty cool for things like Deoxys, depending on where he goes from here.
Yep. Deoxys Speed from D-Ray. He said, I'm going to get my spikes and my hazards up for my Kira. Honestly, this I think based on what was around, this is a pretty good combo. Also gives him dual screens for setup if you
Really
want
good
to.
combo.
Yeah, good speed tier as well.
Really good.
Again, he's like, all right, all these mons are too fast. Let me outspeed all of them. And that's exactly what he does here with this. Even with modest, Deoxys actually has an insane speed tier too. So thank you. Thank you for the 5 gifties, fam. I didn't do the Shaman bet, but I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All because of the drafted Shaman.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, fam. Thank you, fam.
Shaman keeping the lights on, bro. This is crazy.
Hey, Rico got a member.
Friends do. But Dio, yeah, I mean, I used Dio in the BBR season I won in standard, and I was convinced this one's broken. I think this guy's a little bit worse than Pult, if that. I mean, absolutely love this guy. And again, we talked about guys like Chomp, like being able to be like a great Scarfer and outspeed a lot of these Scarfers
Just
and things like that.
naturally outsped, yeah.
You just outspeed them. You outspeed the Scarfers just by existing, right? And we have crazy coverage, crazy util. I love this guy.
I was gonna say, I remember when you had this thing with Iron Hands, so then I tried it in PPL, and I'm like, dude, like this mod is crazy. Like this mod is actually insane. Like it's
ridiculous.
So good.
I think offensive is going to get a lot of good play here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you
And
think of it as
obviously
like the
it could.
spikes guy, but just click the life orb boosted attack. Nobody switched in. You can go spikes in the 4 slot when you're about to die. Just get up one.
Literally, get one up.
And go
Exactly.
down.
Or a screen. That's literally it. Amel is the GOAT. He came into the chat and it was like, I have the opportunity to do something very funny. And he did it. He did it. Listen.
It only took him like 30 seconds to decide too. He's like, should I? And nobody responded. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it.
I love Amel so much for this. I am so excited. Guys, again, Amel has helped me win many a draft league this this game, I guess, Scarlet and Violet, this generation we're in. Phenomenal brain, phenomenal mind, and he has the craziest. He just won a draft of his own, which I'm very happy about. But he also has the craziest sets when he pulls up with stuff.
He does. He definitely does.
Yep.
He absolutely does, bro. Like, and he also he beats the case.
Yep.
If you know what I'm saying, like he beat the Darkrai fraud allegations.
Yep.
Bro, Streets calling Dialga-Origin a fraud. I think he can beat it. I think he can beat those allegations.
I cannot wait to watch Amel's games this season. And you guys can watch everybody's games this season. I have their links down below. Consider subscribing to them all if you have not. We're going to be watching these every single week for at least 9+ weeks. So get there. I'm excited about this pick, dude. Also, he gets a steal.
Really
He gets his horse.
Yeah, he's a steal.
I almost got this, man. It almost made it to me, bro. It almost made it to me.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad it did. Yeah.
Pick 34, Iron Valiant, guys. Pick 34, Iron Valiant. Oh, I was waiting. I knew everybody ahead of me besides Vepsis. I knew he was the only one who could snipe me because nobody else was getting Valiant. Maybe. And maybe Keegan might have. And yeah, I know Keegan. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, no, never mind.
He was like, you weren't getting this shit, man. No matter what, I wasn't letting that happen.
Bro, Val's amazing, dude. And an Uber is like where you have all these dragons and steals. Beautiful type
Oh, it has
combo.
Ray and Valiant. Can we unpack
Yeah,
that? That's
insane.
nuts.
Also,
He
his
still
third
gets
one's,
another
his
Uber,
third
by the
one's
way.
pretty crazy. Yeah, he does get another Uber as well.
Still gets an Uber.
He still can get another Uber, and he'll get it real soon in this next round. But Val's amazing. I was like shocked watching it every day. I was like going back and forth. There was 2 fairies I was thinking about specifically, and I was leaning more towards Val, and this just made my case even easier when it comes to it. But Val's amazing. Phenomenal pick, dude. And you know what Val's gonna do for you. Like
These anti-meta fast offensive fairies are just so valuable. In this
my favorite
meta, I think.
anti-draft meta. The best Pokemon in draft.
Dude,
That's true. Anti-Uber, I guess. Yeah.
I won't even front with you. I was looking at this mod, but I was like, maybe it goes round 3. Maybe I'll get it round 3 because I was like, dude, no one's talking
You don't even
about
need
him,
it, bro. You got
Like,
Magearna. Like,
yeah, it's just when you get like 1 dipping sauce at Cane's, it's not bad to get 2.
yeah. You keep going. People got mag. Oof. But it was Nexus got Magearna. But what was I say? Again, keep going with the fact that the dude is not getting any. any defensive mon so far. Bro, he's going full offense, and I'm so for it, Vepsis. I actually played Vepsis week 1 as well, so I'm very excited about that game too. We got Urshifu single strike from Dell. Beautiful. We're talking about anti-meta. Beautiful anti-meta pick. And bro, what is this thing in week 2? Fairy, right? You go Solgaleo, and they have to switch out. You teleport right back out into Urshifu, single strike, and click that Wicked Blow. Bam, bam, bam. Beautiful mon, dude. I freaking love this mon.
He got so much anti-Mewtwo, bro. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I'm just going to I'm gonna do my best.
I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Keep going. Shifu's great. This is a great pair. Again, all you need from Shifu. I mean, Shifu kind of breaks for itself, right?
Yep.
It just wicked blows through the fairies until they can't live anymore.
Didn't you win? Didn't your league have Shifu in it and you won?
Yeah, when I won BBL, I had this was when Shifu was kind of as an Uber last gen because it was a little bit stronger, like Wicked Blow wise, and I think like the Dex was just like a little bit weaker in general. But I had Palkia or Shifu as my my Ubers, and then I had like Coco, Farah. That was a super sick team. I love using Shifu. I think I ended up winning, like Shifu got like 4 in finals or something like that. Like, ridiculously strong mon. Great Scarfer. Or you're running Scarf, you're running Band, maybe like an SD Trailblaze once or something, but yeah, you're just clicking the button.
I'm gonna make an argument. If it's an OU draft, after playing with it, I think Rapid Strike is better. After playing, and I know people always tier Urshifu Single Strike higher or they ban it, but I think Rapid Strike is better in OU.
Heavy on that, yes.
But in Ubers, nah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like in Ubers, dude. I remember when the thing first came out in home, and it was going stupid in Ubers, dude. It got quick banned out of OU, dude. I think it's dumb as hell.
This mon's the GOAT.
Even with the nerf.
Yep.
So then we're not entertaining this.
Literally.
Goodbye.
Keegan picks up Greninja. Okay, I love. We keep talking about anti-meta. You got the Battle Ball, you got the Protean, right? Your Ice Beams, your Dark Pulses go crazy. Gets the spikes for for Lunala. Gets the U-turn for Lunala as well. I love Greninja. It's a mon I want to draft so much.
We can also just battle bond and win the game.
Exactly.
All the
It's a
time
plus one
too, right?
Yeah, literally.
Like your opponent, until you reveal what that ability is, they're always in a position where you put them in awkward spots where like they might want to sack something in the back, but then we give it a Quiver Dance booster or an offensive Quiver Dance boost, I guess, right? And it gets an attack speed and
not the Nexus. No, he's just gonna go AV Magirna.
Unfortunately, we all don't get that guy.
Not me though. Y'all be easy, not me.
He's a shh. Yeah, incredible pick. I mean, like Keegan said, rule number 1, never leave Greninja on the board. Get that guy immediately.
I agree with you. We got Raging Bolt, which is a Tera captain for Obo. And one of the top 5 Tera captains. This mon with open Tera is insane. I've seen so many of the BBL replays where it's just clicking sub-calm mind every week and then winning with its Tera Blast, which is usually Fairy or whatever else it wants. Obviously, it also has the boost from Groudon, or it wants to run its own booster energy. It gives them a little pivot as well and appreciates the spikes and rocks from Groudon. It is a top-tier Tera captain for a reason. And it's like number 2, in my opinion, in terms of Tera captains. I agree completely. And if I had to give a top 5, it would be Tornadus Therian. Obviously, you have Tera, Raging Bolt, Open Tera Zarude, Open Tera, Ogerpon, Wellspring, because Open Tera for water. Yeah, Wellspring, and then Ogerpon and regular Ogerpon is what I do for top 5 in my opinion. And then you go a little bit lower, and there are a lot more. Like I'll tell a little bit, but freaking Raging Bolt is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the boost.
Yeah, that's the biggest. That's the biggest thing is like when you're drafting like Raging Bolt in standard, like in a normal draft, right? There are matches where you run that booster special attack and you Calm Mind, you just blow through offensively with how strong and bulky you are. Now you can run like a Leftovers, a Boots, an AV, and still get a special attack boost every time you come in and click your Draco or your Tera Blast or your Thunderclap. Like this is one of my favorite monsters to use in the format. I think getting with Groudon was just a no-brainer. It was such an easy pickup for Obo.
Remember the Raging Bolt Ubers video? Don't worry about that one. Don't worry about that one. That's not draft sepsis. I promise. That doesn't count. That one does not count. Please. That one does not count. Iron Treads from Shuckle King. That's a beautiful gif, by the way. That silver, that gray is incredible.
Dude, he looks angry. Like, you know how cats.
Yeah, like, he's like mad. You make me do this again? Like next to this guy. Treads is already a good mon in Ubers, or was, because I'm a Rhydon. But he gets his Spinner, he gets his Steel type, he gets his Rocker, he gets Volt Switch Momentum as well. I know some people think Treads is a fraud in draft. I fucking love this mon.
I don't know how. I don't know how they. I'm hating on people that say that. I don't know how, dude. I don't know. But this mon is a beast, dude. This mon is a beast.
I will say, Shuckle has a really big theme with his team of getting legendaries and like subclass legendaries for his entire thing. That's his entire thing for this. His team is like a pay-to-win team, and you guys will see what I mean.
Yes.
As his team continues, but it is a super pay-to-win team, and it's exciting because Shuckle is obviously a great player too. So I'm excited to see my homie make it to playoffs once again. But Treads is great. I love Treads, and now I get my Tera captain. Open Tera Zarude. Again, I was thinking about Val right here, and I was gonna get it second because after this we're about to go to the wheel. But I'm very excited about Open Tera Zarude. It just doesn't die. Like it's so good, dude.
Dark type,
this guy is insane. I mean,
no, it's busted.
The typing is like the one thing that ever held it back, and obviously got some crazy buffs this gen, like SD and Trailblaze,
close
and
combat,
Knock, and I love Zarude in general. Thought it was a great mon, but it's been like the last couple months, like where like Tera Zarude and draft has kind of like been on a big come up, and the amount of things I think I saw like a Fortress do like 40% to Tera Dark before, and it just started setting up in his face. Like it was this one's insane. It was like offensive too. Like, we're not counting. There was an Ubers replay where I think it was Harris. He had a Tera Zarude and against like a Reshiram, and he clicked Draco and did like 40.
Yeah,
it wasn't
dude,
AV. He just synth it off. He just synth it off and then set up a bulk up, and the game was over. It's ridiculous, mon. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, legit good mon. And I was like debating between this and Torn and like potentially Raging Bolt. Obviously, which one came to me, I am not upset about in the slightest. Like, this is the mon.
That's a huge one, dude. I mean, this one Mewtwo, dude. Like, what the hell? I think it's crazy. Yeah. You don't even need the thing to sweep. I mean, if it does, it might be
U-turn and get your Mewtwo if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mon's so freaking cool, bro. Like, I just love this mon. But we have the Calyrex-Ice Rider coming out, and the final mon, and of course he's like, I'm gonna set up the hail so that way I have 500 defense.
Like, don't die to anything. Get a weakness policy, buddy.
bro, dude.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. This was
quite possibly, I think, the perfect pair that he could have gotten with this guy. I think it was the perfect mon. This or regular Slowking, either one's fine with me. And we set up the Chili. We set up a Trick Room potentially. We give our guy a 8 billion defense and run a little bit of Spadef, and we run a weakness policy and we get it to +4 like immediate. Like, yeah, I think this is a really good pick. And also just a great mon on its own, right? I love Slowking.
Dude, it's so
incredible pivot. We just Sludge Bomb, Future Sight, and spread passive damage and be annoying. Great pickup.
It's legitimately so good. There's like actually nothing wrong with this, but I can't even think about it. Gets Toxic Spike too.
And Toxic now too. It didn't have that before. I mean, it was incredible in Gen 8. It didn't even have those moves. I got them now. It didn't have Chili in Gen 8 too. Like, this guy's only gotten immensely better this gen.
Didn't have Chili. What the hell? Well, I'm probably tripping because that movie came out of Gen 9. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, yeah, but it didn't have port is the main thing, right?
Nobody was hating on you, bro. But yeah, phenomenal. Trick Room plus Chili Reception, obviously. So if you don't want to use it on Calyrex, into Bandit Calyrex. The fact that I'll give you like just a calc. It doesn't die to Choice Band Flare Blitz under Snow from Gouging Fire. It's I'm pretty sure even after Rocks. So just like to let you know, like literally doesn't 2 KO max HP. Exactly. If it's not, it has to be banded to actually 2 KO. So the mon's insane. Beautiful pick. And in my opinion, like ignoring all the Tera captains, this is the best pick of this round for the team, in my opinion. Besides Flutter, I like Flutter a lot. But this is my favorite pick because Slowking's the ultimate enabler. Like the ultimate.
He really is. He really is. Like, that thing is crazy. Strong ass team, dude. Oh my god.
And it's only gonna get stronger. It's only gonna get stronger. We are now on the third pick. He gets what is essentially, in my opinion, an S-class mon that people always tier as A. Meowscarada. Bro has his speed. Bro has his spikes. Bro has U-turn. Bro has knock. Meow is phenomenal. Meow is better Weavile, right? Meow is better Weavile. It's Weavile with grass stab. And
Weavile with grass stab, U-turn, and spikes.
Exactly. Yeah, it is literally better Weavile. It is so nice for this team as well. A great anti-lead too. Like if he really wants to, because we talked about Trick Room on Calyrex, but Calyrex does have access to agility, and the mon is so bulky. Like it can do some crazy things, man.
You could probably set up 2 and pick up a KO if you position it right.
Literally. Bro, you lead off with it as a choice band. Just click Glacial Lance till you die. You probably get 3. type shit.
Huh?
That's it. That's this mon. Meow is so good, bro. It is so
Yeah,
good.
that is dumb. I love this mon, dude. It does everything. Literally everything.
Yeah, dude, you click U-turn on Calyrex for the weakness policy, and you probably do 7% at the same time, too. So you don't even get the chip on that mon. It's whatever.
You
definitely
can trigger him
has
through agilities, yeah, and then the game's over.
Yeah, a scary team. A very scary team going on. I picked up Enamorous. This was basically my Valor Enamorous, or what I wanted. Healing Wish for my team. It's a good dark, a good fighting switching for the team.
It's a great Scarfer.
It's
Great Scarfer in this
it's
meta.
A fairy type. Good. My speed tiers are great, by the way. I'm covering them all so far. Like, I'm just going in between. Like, you have to run timid on your mons if you want to outspeed my team. So
yeah,
far.
eat him up, dude. Dude, yeah, no, the first 3 is nuts, man. Fairy out the way, busted Tera Cap and M2.
Yeah. I'm very excited about an M. Obviously, the Healing Wish is the big one that I'm excited about for the team. You can see my second pick right there. It is in order. You see Zarude with Tera.
Into Mewtwo or even into Zarude. Like, just coming in, setting up an SD and getting 2 as Zarude before you're brought low, and then just bring it back to it again.
Literally.
Have fun. I am a firm
like,
believer that Healing Wish is like a top 3 move in the format, like in draft in particular.
That was dumb as hell. Bro, your team is unironically pay to win. Hey,
that's Shuckle King too, not me, not just me.
No, Shuckle King definitely as well too, because you gotta pay to
Second
get
pick, yes, Norpa. You're right. He's right. I can't deny that. Speaking of
Pay to win.
Speaking of pay to win and Terra Captain as well. Speaking of pay to win and Terra Captain, we have Shuckle King with his Zacian Iron Treads, Ogre Pond Wellspring with Terra. This round 3, yep.
What the hell, man?
It's open Terra, Ogre Pond Wellspring, so you do have to tell me that it's water type every single time, or you break the rules. You have to tell me.
That's true, Shuckle. I'm looking at you. That's true.
Every time. I do dodge Shuckle King for the 15th draft league in a row, so I don't get to play him, which I'm very excited about because look at his team.
I don't want to play these guys.
But you do have to tell your opponents that it is Terra Water. Otherwise, you'd be breaking the rules. I hope you told Chimpak. I did tell Chimp it was Terra Water week 1. What a goat. What an absolute goat. Good. Anyway, Ogre Pond's amazing. Top Terra Mon in the format. Spikes, U-turn. Your player off is good too. You still have your encore. You can't do fast encore like the other one, but Ivy Cudgel is also really good. Ivy Cudgel player off and knockoff are just, you know, your team's good, bro. You got 2 momentum Mons and a Zacian.
Yeah,
you just click Ivy Cudgel too. I mean, nothing switches into that move when it's Terra boosted. It's ridiculously strong. And things that do just get U-turn to player left on. So.
He makes a good point, by the way. Steel Beam Treads. You lead off with Booster Energy Treads. You get up your rocks. You Steel Beam. You die. You set up Swords Dance with your next 2 Mons until they die. You brought your next Mon over and over and over and over. Beautiful. I love the score.
Dude, yeah, people were literally ready to draft the lamest grass types to try and stop this thing, dude.
Yes.
Like,
and then this get U-turn off for 40.
Yeah. Bro gets a natural
and then
boost
you
on every
get
attack.
2 KO'd by Cudgel, which isn't even, or is Cudgel contact? I forget if Cudgel is contact.
Cudgel will be drafted later, Saru. I promise you.
Somehow not. I don't know how, but it's not.
Yeah. See, so we're not
It's
even
not
worried
contact.
about like random
Can't rock
procs
helmet.
of, you know, yeah, insane.
Yeah, when Nexus DM'd me talking about Meganium, I said, don't do that. I literally said, don't do that. Look at Obo's team, bro.
I think this is the best pick round
This
3, by the
mon's
way.
so good, dude. This mon's so
Yeah.
good, bro.
This, in particular, with the again, we talked about Bolt like getting like the passive like booster energy like by just existing. Greentail not holding a booster energy, getting like a random boost to one of its 8 billion defenses or speed.
Encore
and providing the
gives him his
utility
fairy,
that
gives
it
him a good
has.
speed tier too, bro. Forces Meow to run Jolly.
And Wish that actually matters into guys like Groudon and
fat
Raging
wish,
Bolt, right?
A fat wish that actually matters. This mon's so good, dude. Like I after drafting it this season, like combine sets are threatening.
I was gonna say you are using it like super offensive because anytime I see people get it, it's always like defensive.
Or like rocks lead into dying. Yeah.
Yeah. This thing like staying around and being alive and is actually crazy, but it needs to land Focus Blast sometimes, you know?
No. That's his thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's fine, dude. When it doesn't, you get a break and you get to focus on your Uber's draft league and go to Singapore without having to do double uploads. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for the team. It is a win-win for the team. Guys, this will also be probably my last stream of the week. I'll be back on, we're not done. We got a lot more. But I'll be back on Sunday of next week. I'm going to Singapore tomorrow morning. But anyway, Streamtail is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
so bulky. I love it.
We got the Tera King Gambit. Open Tera King Gambit. So nice little double dark core, but not really. So I don't like Gambit in draft when it's non-Tera.
Hey, dude. Yeah,
I feel like you're always forced into your Choppleberry, you're forced into your Assault Vest, your Rocks Focus Ash lead. But with Open Tera, it's King Gambit. It's just King Gambit.
This is like, okay, maybe it's me. I think this is hilariously broken. Like
Overrated.
Maybe this, like, yeah, it might be overrated and people know how to deal with it in draft, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because I've played so much ladder.
Bro, I legitimately use this mon in Ubers, bro. Right now. Like with Calyrex-Ice, I use this mon in Ubers and I get sweeps. It's good. And I'm a high ladder, like on those accounts.
Yeah. No, the thing is beast mode is hell, especially with the Tera, because no one drafts it without Tera, so now it has Tera. So it's the avatar again. We get the avatar.
Yep. I think one of the most, I don't know if you guys touched on it because I just got back, but I think one of the most valuable things with a lot of these Tera captains like Zarude, Raging Bolt, Torn, Gambit, and some of the ones we see later is like these really, really strong but really, really bulky Tera captains that are kind of able to be like tailored to check whatever you need them to. In a metagame where we have guys like Solgaleo, Rayquaza, Palkia, all these mons, having something that like can kind of go band for band with whatever you need them to is so valuable.
I can't wait for when John Jr. plays Keegan, and Keegan just goes Terrifier, Swords Dance is up in front of Ho-Oh, and then just knocks it out with +2, 3 dead, and then sweeps.
Big.
Now, why did I state John Jr.? Because Ho-Oh came to mind.
Phrase at him?
No, it's
more so in the chat immediately.
It's more so because Calyrex isn't allowed in this, and you're the only one with a fire type, okay? I promise. Love this pick. Landers T, another great Ubers mon. Like, rocks and U-turn, all you really need. Gives him a ground as well. Good pivot. He has 3 pivots so far. 3 pivots so far.
He got the gold, man. He got the gold. Okay, Dell. He got the gold.
Dude, this mon's fine in Ubers. And also taunt, grass knot, like it can do things. It's fine. It's a fine one.
Landers obviously saw like a fall off offensively. Like, you're not like rock polishing past anybody anymore, obviously, because you don't have it. You lost knock and you lost knock, but like it doesn't mean that Landers still isn't like one of the best pivots in the game and isn't so good defensively. Isn't like one of the most reliable stealth rockers you can possibly get. Also, getting a reliable rocker like this when we have a steal that does not rock is awesome too. Like, I really like that aspect of this as well. It's a good pick. Really good pick.
It really is hard to call which team I think is the craziest right now. Yes, we did do the dating simulator. If you want to check out that stream, that forbidden stream, go check that out. Veps' team is crazy, bro. Gets a crazy steel type as well.
God, dude. This is like this core. This I don't know. I don't know.
Every one of these guys can just win the game at any point in time. It's ridiculous. It's so damn scary. I think this is like by far the best top 3 so far. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Without a doubt, dude. Easily. This is so cheap. It's cheap, dude. It's cheap.
It is a nasty squad. Well, that mon's so bulky. That mon's so bulky. It's you can't Oko this month.
And you think you just blow through on the Spadess? Like, good luck. Look at the stats. Look at the calcs. Nothing to it KOs this guy.
Speaking of the calcs,
nothing.
I forgot we swore the entire time.
Look
145,
look at that.
Dude, I swear to God, like, this thing doesn't even get 3 code.
Crazy.
It doesn't even get 3 code, and it's fast as hell, dude. Like, oh my God, dude. This is cheap.
Nothing kills this guy.
This 3 is cheap, bro. This 3 is cheap as hell, dude.
Ridiculous, mon.
Freaking good mon. Insane top 3. And probably the closest that Veps has now to a bulky mon. Tera captain, Ogre Pawn. Again, another top Tera captain in my opinion. Fast Encore is just broken. Like, the ability to do whatever.
I got sniped on this one. I wanted this one, dude.
I believe you. I believe you, bro. Mon's hella good.
Pretty good.
I can't wait to see Amo put in work with this. Like, legitimately. The spikes he enables for his team as well. It's just so good, dude.
I mean, nobody switches into Palkia dog anyways, but you get up a spike or 2 or 3 and good luck, you know? Like,
I will say, I think this draft league is going to be one of the more offensive ones. Like, even after like my game with Vepsis and just in general, I'm like, yo, you can't build Pokemon to take hits from everything. You just got to hit, trade. That's how I feel.
Pivoting is the best you can do. Taking one after your taking 2 after a Citrus Berry proc, you know, and then swinging momentum back into your favor.
Literally.
Like, your games have to be sequenced and planned out, or you're just gonna get steamrolled and overwhelmed because it's just so offensive. Gen 9's offensive, and then we put like Godmons with 8 billion attack. You know, it's just not gonna work out well.
No, I agree. And also, like Amo just did, he just won the draft league with the Cornerstone, so. Oh,
And
Tera too.
the speed control is so cool. We obviously talk about like fast encore, but there's matchups where, like, say you're running into Keegan and he battle bonds up, and you have his Scarf Ogre Pawn in the back. Like, that's an immediate +2. That's ridiculous speed control. We talk about guys like, you know, the Dios and Aleki having like ridiculous speed tiers, outspeed everything at +1. You can outspeed everything at +2 if you just throw a Scarf on.
Like, just drop Tera insane. You know why that mon's banned. Get out of here. Annihilate from D-Ray, of course. Dude drafts the mascot. Has to. Not Tera.
All the time.
Not Tera.
No, this is Tera. This is Tera. I think they've forgotten the slide. This is his Tera guy, because I played him week 1. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Tera.
Okay. I'm about to say, like, wait, not Tera. Open Tera Annihilate is nice, dude. I love Ape with Tera. That mon does not die. Also, I think the biggest thing about Ape is its HP stats, so you get that fat final gambit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have the bulk up sets, bulk up taunt, encore, resto, stuff like that. But people sleep on one. I think AV is incredible, especially with Tera being able to kind of mold yourself into whatever typing you need to, proc rage boost. But Scarf is also really threatening. Like Scarf Ghost, if you can pivot in, you know, make it take those, you know, punish those U-turns. Yes, exactly. You take those like soft hits, and you get up to 150, 200 base power. Tera Ghost, Rage Fist through it, the game's over. Yep. I mean, because the only immunities and switch-ins to the Ghost get blown up by a CC or something like that. So.
Literally. And obviously, you can do some fun bulk up stuff. I think its biggest thing is going to be Assault Vest. Like, I think AV is going to be a good check or catch-all to a lot of stuff. Get your Ice Punch. But, or anything like that. Can you show the stats all the time? All the time? I can if you want to see them.
Then we can see the coach.
But then you can't see the coach as well. But I can show, I can click on it after to make it easier for y'all. No big deal. We had a Suyan Samurott. Viz continuously making this offensive team. I hate that Torrance put there. Continuously making this offensive team just even better. An insane lead. Like, actually. Bro, what do you think, Owen? This is the greatest mon. This is literally the greatest mon. Bro just sets up spikes and attack. His team is literally going to be attack the whole time. Samurott's one of my favorite monsters to use in draft. Its biggest downside is if you miss, you know, it hurts.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I low-key don't fuck with this mod. But I think it's just because every time I've like ever used it, those ceases do not connect.
That might be a huge man.
It missed twice for me in my week 1. But
that's the risk. I mean, it's the risk you take for having quite literally one of the most broken moves ever. Yeah. Doing that much damage and getting a spike up at the same time. Like, you're not. We talked about earlier. Yeah, you could set up rocks into Ho-Oh, Kieran Black, but like then you are taking an extra turn to do so. Now
exactly. Whereas this one attacks and gets some time. Exactly. It's a big one. Shoot, I won a draft league without any hazard control because this model was just getting attacks off the whole time. That was it. He said, "Oh word." John Jr.'s like, "Why am I catching it?" Ting Lu from Next is insane. Bro drafts a Spectre and then drafts the best counter. Like, actually. Like,
dude, I'll be real with you, man. I was just really salty that Marcus got pulled. So I was like, okay, you know, let me get some that stops pulled too. They think it's a beast, dude. I've actually never used this thing in draft.
It's good, bro. And you know now it's not one-dimensional because of what Viz did with it. Like, literally. Bro just went up full on offensive. Like, Mon's good.
Yeah. I love the thing heavily. I love the thing. I mean, his hat. Look at his hat, dude. Like, you could build a family in that hat, dude. You know, like.
yeah. Yo, Magirna fits right in there perfectly.
That's exactly what we do.
Like, actually perfectly.
Pops out, throws off a floor cannon, goes and hides away. There you go.
I just feel like he's like kind of anti-BS, and I need that. You know, like.
I mean, Uzi's in finals with this mon too.
Yeah.
A ridiculous mon. I was talking about this the other day, or they were talking about it in my server the other day, of like, what's the better mon? Samurott is like the more offensive spike, or Ting Lu? I honestly think it's Ting Lu. I mean, this guy, it sets up spikes on everything. It doesn't die. It ruinations. It whirlwinds around. Again, like you said, anti-BS. Nothing Okos this guy. Nothing can set up on you. And you're naturally strong too. You're not weak when you're throwing off those earthquakes and things like that.
No, so it's a good mon. It's like Pert, but fatter. Like, literally.
And gets both hazards.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like, ridiculous.
Ooh, Seabat picking up his fairy right now. I do think the Healing Wish support from Clefable is going to be really cool. I like the way the Chase is doing this. Like, he's not going his full-on, like, offensive like everybody else is right now, besides maybe the Ting Lu. But Clefiston, I've used Clef and Ubers. Not sure how it is in this one, but I've used Clef and Ubers, and Thunderwave is always good, and Healing Wish is just good. Period. I don't think you're going to be wishing a lot. I think if he uses it like Mount, which is just Thunder Wave, Healing Wish, Stealth Rock every week, an Alluring Voice, take your one hit from the dragon and get your chip out, I think he's going to be fine.
I like that he's like, it seems like he's future proofing. You know, like he's like, everyone's getting something crazy. Let me just get some of the slept on guys right now.
Yep. And I think that's actually what he's doing. I think Chomp is a fire pick for it too. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I think using it like kind of how Mount I used it in PPL, a little bit more offensively, a little bit more from that utility.
Never Calm Mind. Oh, he did use Calm Mind once, but
it's just it's a little slow to get that going in this generation, especially in Ubers.
Rocks, Thunder Wave, and Healing Wish the whole time. Like
straight up, dude.
Your one coverage move, which you're unaware, so you can live a Rayquaza's hit and Ice Beam it back type thing, and then go back. Like no Moonblast, Ice Beam type stuff.
Yeah, having no BS once is really cool.
We got the Golden Go from
Joe.
John Jr., another Mon that he kind of just loves this generation, from what we see.
I can't about Golden Go. I love the Rockers too. I think getting a steal here was important. And
I think he
needs one, especially if he gets good hazards later too. Like switching into Ho-Oh, taking Spike, taking Rock, taking a Sacred Fire, taking a Burn. Oh, you're dead. Like, doesn't matter if you resisted the attack or not. So.
She said I have drafted it once. This is crazy. Hey, but you actually didn't even draft it, John. Remember, you didn't even draft it.
It was the trade. I
drafted it and I traded it to you.
But yeah, I mean, really, really cool Mon. Again, one of the most broken abilities ever. I think it's crazy that a Mon can just switch in and then hazard removal doesn't happen unless your name's Holucha.
You remember when this thing leaked and everyone's like, oh, so you just can't like T-wave it. Bro, like, it was
Locking Defog is so nasty.
Yeah, it's such a broken thing, yeah.
Status, period. I was like, bro, that is busted.
It's not like you're frail and have a bad defensive typing too. Not a lot of especially if we're going fatter for the option to block hazards. Those random like flamethrowers and heat waves from the flying type defoggers aren't doing anything to you. Like you're eating them alive. So really cool Mon. Love me some Golden Go.
Early league season's always funny as hell, man. Like people don't know what that stuff does. It's always so funny. I love it.
And they'll think like random weather sweepers or things like that are gonna be super fire, and they end up being like super low tier guys that aren't great Barraskewda moments and things like that. But yeah,
dude, I'm pretty sure like there's this guy that replies to Blunder every week, and he's like, he just has a screenshot of Blunder saying Tusk is gonna be great in UU. Like,
I'm not letting you forget this shit.
I mean, I called Flare like okay, and I still believe it could easily be an OU, and that it's not. Dude, I don't think it's that great, but whatever. I digress.
There was a lot of guys who said Fluttermane was gonna be like, "Are you on launch?" I was like, "Yo,
I didn't say are you. I didn't say are you, but I still think Fluttermane could literally last in OU and be fine right now.
Yeah,
I don't even care, but it is what it is. That Mon's ass. I'll stay to that. I hated Flutter as well. I literally hated Flutter when it was out, and it was out during like the Chimpao Chiyu meta. I hated that Mon. It's garbage.
That Mon was definitely built for doubles. That thing is a beast in doubles though.
Oh yeah.
Chimpact gets his spinner. Now this cannot Tera, obviously, but he gets his spinner. He gets the guaranteed with heavy duty boots, fucking multi-scale basically.
Better multi-scale.
Honestly, dude, it is better than multi-scale. You're right, because it works on multi-hit moves. It works on sub. It works on everything.
It makes it not very effective. Yeah, it doesn't just half the damage. Yeah.
It gives him his hazard control, man.
Multi-moves doesn't even make any sense. That's just cheap, man. That was when they did that. That's pay-to-win DLC content right there.
Yep.
All these pay-to-win teams in the BBL, man.
Who would have known?
I love it. I love the way like every draft Chimpact is ever in. I just love the way he drafts. I love it, dude. Like he just gets like all these like tanks. He just full tank meta, dude. I love it, dude.
It's super Chimpact. Yeah, this is super Chimpact.
Super Chimpact core, dude.
Well,
I love it.
Super versatile Mon, right? Obviously, we're like a great spinner, great hazard control. It gives us that nice little speed buff too, but also those Calm Mind rock polish sets or those Meteor Beam rock polish sets. Have fun. I mean, this thing has crazy coverage. It's crazy bulky, but still really strong too once we get boost and get moving. And Tera Starstorm's hard to switch into with the coverage that you got. You know, the Mons that resist Tera Starstorm do not like taking Earth powers and things of the sort.
It's true. Also, nobody reminded me about the Marnie song. I'm going to get copyright on the stream, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah.
There it is.
This is it. Yeah, Tera Ditto. Tera Ditto for Kyle. Kyle's like, I want another Uber. I want yours.
Bro, this motherfucker Kyle messaged me. He's like, bro, you're not ready for what I'm about to do. I thought like Reshiram. I was like, what are you about to do? Boom. Ditto.
Tera Ditto at that. I mean, there's some potential cool upside. Was it very early? Who's to say? But there is some cool application.
I mean, Ditto
potentially.
definitely is a mon that I think people would have gotten at the end. It's really cheap, and
Yeah.
it gives you a second. It's just anti. He's continuing with the anti-meta. Pal
Yeah,
Ditto.
I beat the other Ubers.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, it's a great pick for sure. I was just like, damn, round 3, Gangy? Like, this is crazy.
Have fun Dragon Dancing with your Zekrom. Now I'm Zekrom at +2 speed, and I
like,
Tera
literally.
Electric or I Tera Dragon or whatever it might be. You know, so it definitely has some cool application Ubers. Ditto is leagues better in Ubers than it is in like standard draft. I think just because of the big guys that are running around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because bro,
Crazy
you
at
copy
pick
their
three, though.
mon and you go for a resisted move. You still have 7 billion attack.
Yeah, especially if they gave it to, or just that thought in the back of your mind, like shit. Now I don't want to DD with my Zekrom anymore.
Yes, he does
Like,
great.
I can't do it anymore, and that can help you out in the builder as well. So
Well, the thing is,
multifaceted.
Jeff, that Kyle is guaranteed one more Uber and nobody can snipe him. Basically.
Yeah, that's the thing. People get like at a certain level, right? People can get 2 Ubers. So I think at this point it was like me, Kyle, and Chase before I got the Spectre.
Yeah, so it's just Chase and Kyle right now.
Yeah.
They're the only 2 people
And
without
they
2
already- and
Ubers,
they
I
talk to
think.
each other.
Or
So you
yeah,
can
and
get whatever you
I'm
want.
assuming they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about Spectre Kyle. You turn into him and die to Shadow Ball.
Hey, this is one of my favorite open terrors, by the way. Nick Rosma. This mon
That was a
kind
great
of
one.
nasty, bro. Delzball, yes, correct. Delzball.
Oh yeah, you got the thing
Oh,
with
true,
Tera?
true.
Dude, this thing is a beast, bro.
Yeah,
it's-
I mean,
it's-
again, we talk about those bulky Terramons that still do crazy damage.
That's the problem.
it's Necro.
And photo,
Yeah.
and photo
Dude,
guys
he
are
still
ignoring your
has-
ability is pretty nasty too.
He kept all those Isla armor broken move buffs. He's got like every move in the game.
Got the DB still.
The thing that sucks is it
the
did
Meteor Beam.
rock polish, which sucks.
Does it not
Yeah.
have
Losing
automize?
rock
Does it not
polish
have
is tough.
automize still?
Autotomize is a cut move, so it has no way of boosting
Nah.
speed outside of Dragon Dance.
Dude, they like limited rock polish where they only want mons that are mineral like that have it now. I'm like,
F
okay,
that,
dude.
bro. Give it back to Landorus.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm trying to run my lead and give me explosion too.
Bro,
They
Lando,
really just didn't want him to shine. And
He did
there
that
was
with
some
the minerals
OU
and the
player
earth,
at Game
man.
Freak who was sick of seeing that dude. He did his best.
Nah, swear to God, because they were not running that in doubles. I don't know who feared rock polish. They were not running that in doubles.
Literally.
Oh yeah, but Necro's a great pick.
Necro's good. Open Terror, Necro is good. Hey, he picked his Zapdos here. Bro,
That's tough.
if you're going to get an electric type, it's literally Zapdos or Thundurus, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
It's literally Zapdos
it.
and Thundurus. Like, actually.
Zapdos Thundies or Raging Bolt. It's the only ones that are
Yep.
really, really good. And Zapdos still does what it does so well. It just comes in, takes whatever hit you need to, and it U-turns or volts out. Pairs some things with static. It's just so annoying. It's such an annoying mon to play. I can't stand playing Zapdos.
Right. I'm talking about defensively
Here.
though. Zapdos is typically the one you want, and then support Thundurus because it has the Prankster T-Wave. But Zap is good, and it gets in his Palkia, which is all I want. Also, it's a Skyrim
Sure.
counter.
True. Covert Cloak. Just don't let rocks go up.
My goat Zap. I love this mon. And Owen picking up his Terra Captain to round out the entire season. The entire season. What am I talking about?
Oh my
Round
God,
three.
it didn't even register.
We're done
with
from
me.
here.
He got Tera Mew. Dude, this thing is the Avatar.
Open
It didn't
Tera
even
Mew.
register. He got this.
I was actually really excited about it. So I wanted Necro. That was the one I really wanted, but I could not. I was like, Jay, leave it to me. He's like, no, I'm getting it. I was like, all right, damn it. So I went Mew. Obviously, the no recovery kind of sucks. But like, again, I love the ability of being like, shit, I'm really weak to this. You know, my team has a hole here. I need to pivot into this. I have Mew, you know? And
Yep.
then if there's a matchup where I feel good about whatever I'm taking on, I'm, you know,
Authentic.
Tera X typing and Dragon Dancing up or Nasty plotting up and winning the game. And you always have to be ready for both of those things at all times.
I can't
Or
wait.
I'm setting up 8 billion hazards.
I can't wait to see Dragon Dance, Loaded Dice, Ice Spear, Rock Blast, which unironically is good. With Terra Ice, which is unironically good into this.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of the, and again, the coverage, the changing, the,
Yeah,
like,
oh my
It-
God.
in particular, like week 1, when I was building for week 1, I was like, oh shit, I'm really weak to X Mon or X Uber. Oh, good, I got Tera Mew. We're fine. Never mind. I have a good check. we're good now. So I again, that was kind of my philosophy with Tera, and I think a lot of people share that idea with Necro, with Zarude, Raging Bolt. You know, guys that just take
Pokemon
anything
that's
on
good.
that you want
Yep.
to.
Yep. Literally it. Great pick. By the way, this
Yeah,
Samrock,
it's an
Lou,
insane pick.
love these mons this round. Insane. Actually insane mons. Going into round 4. He picks up one of my favorite draft mons, bro. One of my favorite ground types. The
He
Crook.
got his ground out the way. Ground and dark out the way. Diffic is a beast, dude. Forget about it.
The roll compression, one of the best knock spammers in the game too. Getting rid of all these hazards. Great with Flutter too. I mean, Intim. I think based on the metagame and like teams that were drafted, it might run a little bit more defensive in some games, but it's so good at what it does.
It's so good at that, dude. It's so good at that, bro. That's my favorite Crook set. Like, and obviously, you might even find a game where you scarf Moxie EQ. But
bro, you got scale shot now. You can even scale shot.
Yeah.
Well, when I
he
won
got
BBR,
Rayquaza's hands. Look at him.
When I won BBR, that was the set that won me the league. I ran like bulk up weakness policy scale shot and it smoked through the game in a terrible matchup. So it's such a good and versatile. I love AV too. I think AV is super slept on. One of the greatest really sponges in the game.
Insanely, dude. People, that's like an X and Y build. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, I love Crook though. It is like one of my like top 5-10 favorite monster drafts. I spam this guy all the time, and again, the roll compression is incredible. It also gives me a really good rocker that's not an empty.
That's the big one.
The
BBL stand for Brazilian butt lift. Speaking of rockers, it's the Banless Battles League. Speaking of rockers, we got Excadrill from CB Marcus. So
Tera,
again,
Excadrill.
Drill has always found its place in Ubers with Mold Breaker and everything. In draft 2, I know a lot of people are less high on Drill now than they were before. But this is open Tera Drill. This is open Tera Drill. And a guy like me loves offensive Tera Drill. I love it. I love it. You got the Tera. He has one of the best Drill answers in the game, Zapdos.
Nice OU team.
Yeah. Nice OU team. But he gives him a spinner. He gives him a steal. Obviously, you got the Tera. You got your Tera out of the way too. You can run Calyrex-Ice for like Landorus and stuff like this. Defensively, you can do like honestly any Tera. Like if Zapdos was around, I'd be like, yo, Tera Electric SD. You can spin on it without having to worry about paras and stuff.
Bro, I'm sorry. That guy hates Marcus.
Yeah. Bro said nice OU team. So crazy.
That's so funny. No,
I miss Gigalith too, Sandy. I think Gigalith was. I love drafting Gigalith with Drill, but there's still other good sand setter.
Gigalith is the best Sandmon in draft. Period.
Because you get 8-9 points or something like that, or something super cheap, and then you get to draft.
Gives you sturdy, gives you explosion. Mom was good, and then you get your Drill exactly. So you could probably think that there will be a Sandmon coming with this because if you're getting Tera Drill, you definitely want some Sand Rush.
Yeah, you want a Sandmon. At least you can bring it without sand because it's Tera too. Like
exactly.
He wants to do like some wall breaking stuff with it.
Yeah.
We see Snorlax. My bro was future-proofing for the Spectre. Lax is really good in Ubers, though. I think that's really good. It did have some nerfs in terms of its move pool, which is a little bit unfortunate. But it also got some big buffs, too, though. I love Lax. I think Lax is just a great anti-meta pick. I've used it in draft, too. And like even like you burn him with Spec and just rests up and doesn't care. Does Lax still have Whirlwind, or did they get rid of it?
No, it did. It lost it because I had Lax in the BBG tour right before this, and it lost that, and it can't boom anymore. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think that's a big one too. Which
is a sad one. It's a sad one.
They do a lot of mons this generation lost boom. A lot of them did. Like I'm just like, damn.
It lost Whirlwind, but again, just having that anti-meta for there's a lot more offensive Ghosts too, right? Like Ghost is like the best offensive typing in the game, but there's not a lot in like standard Paldea that are typically allowed in draft. But I mean, if you look at the board, the Giratinas, Fluttermane, Spectrier, all these Lunala, like there's a lot more offensive Ghosts, and getting something like Snorlax to check those guaranteed when the rest of our mons honestly got smoked by all those is really, really good for Jason. So like I really like this pick. This is a mod I was thinking about getting in general again too. I loved it in the tournament.
Dude, it's good. It's your AV pivot. You can run Barry on it. Bro doesn't care.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough pick. I know, you know, my Spectre can't do. Hey, I'm just saying, it gets double kick. Look out.
Thank you. Speaking of sick Tera captains, Tera Iron Moth. Dude, Iron Moth is always one Fiery Dance boost away from sweeping. I am a huge fan of this.
Dude, that happened to me with Shuckle, bro. Dude, oh my god. This thing is, I think you're like 2, you win the game. I'm not kidding. You win the game, bro. You win the game.
Bro, and this one where it can just Tera Fairy to kill all the dragons and not care, which will probably be Kyle's most used Tera. Like everything.
And the cool thing too is like with with a lot of the Teras too on Moth, like whether it be Fairy or Grass, we're not like Tera Blast locked, right? So we can play a little bit of a mind game with our typing and what we're gonna swap into, or when we need to Tera and when we don't. So I loved Iron Moth when I used it with Tera. I think it's really cool. I'm not a big fan of it without Tera, but with Tera, it's a great.
It's insane with Tera, bro.
Yeah. It's
also, like,
with Tera.
speaking of like, if you Tera Grass, you don't even need Tera Blast for anything besides Tera Ground, right?
That's
or
what
Tera
I mean.
Water.
Tera
Because you have your
Ground,
Energy Ball, you have Jazz and Blue. Right?
Tera Ground, even if they expect it, like it claims a kill. It will claim a single kill.
He gets
like,
his what's it called? T-Spike as well, and a T-Spike absorber.
And fast booster speed. You know.
We got probably one of the most sought out Steel Fairies that's still available. Besides, like, well, there's like 3 of them, but like it definitely is a team mon that's always sought out. I think in draft, he gets it a little bit early, but I could definitely seen Tingaton being sniped, like on the way back, just because of how many picks we have in between every single time. But Fast Encore, Rocks, Gigaton Hammer. The big thing is Thunderwave support. It's such a Chimpack mon. It's literally a Chimpack mon.
It is, bro. He's gonna run Heavy Slam as well too. Look out.
There's 20 base power and all these Ubers.
This is Chimpack's out of all the mons on his team, this is probably like the most support mon so far we've had.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Rocks T-Wave Encore, do your job and get out. I think people get disappointed with Tank when they use it because they see the big hammer move and they're like, it has to do damage. No, just use your crazy typing and be a big nuisance.
That's the big one.
T-Wave and Encore everything.
All it is, yeah.
Steel Fairy in a Dragon meta, yeah.
Yeah. It just needs to be defensive. That's it.
Yeah,
it's gonna do what he needs to do.
That's how you run them on.
Yeah.
So I was talking about Iron Boulder, and John Jr. got Open Tera Iron Boulder. Considering its typing is one of the worst things about it, besides its dual, besides its offensive dual stab, I think this is amazing. Fantastic speed tier. Doesn't have to worry about missing on Mighty Cleave. Doesn't have to worry about his team getting smoked by Iron Boulder as well, which I think is the big one too. Because Boulder did look really good into this team. Midmon John. It's crazy.
Bro, I absolutely messaged like 6 people saying, "Yo, I'm about to get Tera Boulder," and then boom, man, boom. I was like, dude, I think it's beast mode. Dude, I think it's beast.
Banless Battlers League, Mythical Nick. But yeah, no, Boulder's good. You got your CC, you got your Mighty Cleave. I don't think you need side cut. You can Tera Ground for the Earthquakes. It's good, dude.
Tera Ground, Tera Fight, Tera Flying is also
Bro,
really
even
good.
Tera
like,
Rock and just clicking Mighty Cleave.
Choice Band? Yeah, like a Choice Band Mighty Cleave is really hard to switch into.
It's one of the most...
Especially because the...
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, I was just saying most of the mons that are switching into that Mighty Cleave are not mons that are recovering long term.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
So you could just click the button over and over again.
Also, just SD like Tera Blast Grass for grounds or Tera Blast Water or something like that.
If literally anybody else got this mon, the 3 that John Jr. had got rolled. Yep. So he got a mon
Great pick.
Smokes him. So it's a really strong pick.
So Chase picked up Indeedee because there's a Mewtwo and a Deoxys attack on the board. So he's like, no, this is Tera Indeedee. This is Tera Indeedee. I think he just wanted it as an option for it. I do think like you'll get like there might be some games where he actually does get some expanding force Tera Psychic sweeps, and obviously being a fairy type is really cool too. You'll see it really sync. But I love the Deoxys plus Indeedee core. The being able to run expanding force on Deoxys is beautiful. Not having to worry about the what's it called? The thing is, Indeedee was gonna be picked. Viz was literally, he literally said sniped. Indeedee was literally going to be picked in the next 2 picks.
I remember
think about this mon, dude. Like just
immediately when this got picked, Viz was in the chat yelling. He was pissed about it. He was like, God damn it. Early, but you got to keep in mind the people behind you. You know, might be thinking the same things you're thinking.
Chase got like 30-something picks to his next one.
So, well, like the Dio guys want this. Yeah, and Viz got Dio attack. Chase got regular Dio. Like they're fighting for this.
That'd be fun. We could do a little bet thing with it. Maybe we could do like a little wow, why am I forgetting the name? Where you just bet on who's winning. Why am I forgetting the name of it?
Bro, I do that a million times, bro. Let's just say, man, I got no money left.
Doesn't happen.
I bet on the wrong guys. My parlays are not hitting.
Yeah, we're on parlays on mons.
It's not
2.5 kills.
It's not pick'ems either. It's like the fantasy league. We do it for the fantasy drafts. I forgot what it's called. We fill it out. But Tera Mens seems insane, dude. Tera Mens seems insane. I think it's also one of the slept-on Teras as well. I think it's low-key insane with Moxie. Like, actually insane with Moxie. And also, you got the Tera Blast Fly if you want to do that. Obviously, Tera Ground EQs. Mens is such a sick pick for you, dude, and it gives you a nice little fast setups. Well, not fast, but like good speed tier setups you work.
So versatile, too.
Faster than Ray.
It's super slept on. It's like hella, it can be a hella mix as well, too. Yeah, it's faster than Ray. The last season in PPL when I didn't draft a flying type, that'll never happen again. Now I have a flying type, so people can't ground spam me. So we good.
That dude, no.
BBL stands for bets being lost. So true.
Bets being lost is so funny.
Oh.
Whoops. I was like, wait, another Indeedee.
Archaladon.
We have the
this is one I wasn't super expecting. This is a cool one though. I like this guy.
Bro, you love Arch, don't you?
Yeah, this is my guy. I use Tera Arch in the tour, and again, I love these bulky mons. And again, Arch doesn't necessarily need that, right? The Dragon Steel type we talk about Dialga is so good. You just naturally take one from everything, and you're so strong. And the stamina boost, you throw off body presses on the things that might want to switch into your stabs. It's a ridiculous mon. Really reliable rocker too.
Another rocker as well. Yeah, just really. I was about to
Yeah.
say, like focus sash lead or sturdy lead with Custap type thing.
Oh yeah.
And just click your Draco, get your rocks up and everything like that. I love it. He can also do some fun rain dance stuff with his team later, as you guys will see, if he really wants to. But big fan of Archaladon as well.
Yeah,
And great duo typing. Like it's not going to die to a physical move, like unless like a neutral physical move. It's not going to die to a neutral physical move.
I feel like it's a little underrated. I don't see people like glaze it that much. I'm like, that mod is crazy, dude.
Dude, I think it's so. I always fear it whenever I fight it. So he got the Veil and the Ice Defense boost for his Kyurem. So now he can spam Blizzard. He can spam Blizzard. VGC players in shambles. Looking at this right now. If he played any,
I was talking to D-Ray. I was talking to D-Ray when he was drafting. This was on the board. He's like, I don't know what the kid. I was like, dude. We have the Ape. We have the Dio that could also super appreciate some Veil getting up, so we can just Mickey set up and win the game.
Exactly. Veil
and then we click Blizzard with our guy that has 8 billion special attack. We don't even need to bring Earth Power at that point. We run Ice Beam, Freeze Dry, Blizzard, Draco, and you probably kill everything.
Literally.
Right? If we're a spec set.
Bro, with all due love, this D-Ray, this a Mickey Mouse ass team, bro. Like, dude, like, there's gonna be so much cheese in this. It's gonna be crazy.
Bro, I can't wait to be free.
Guys.
Yeah. This season, bro, with the freezes, are gonna be crazy. Like, actually.
My word.
They sure will be.
This is busted. This is crazy for, dude. It's nuts.
And D-Ray's a very offensive player. He thrives on like these offense heavy, like, overwhelm my opponent type builds. It's when he does his best. So I think leaning into that heavy right here was a good idea. I actually really like this top 4 from him a lot.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah, no, it's a strong top 4.
I do too. Volcarona. This is Open Terra, right?
No,
No, I'm not saying he has Ogre Pawn. What the hell am I saying?
Terra, Ogre
Ignore
Pawn.
me. I'm just like looking at the crystals like, wait, no, there's no crystals. I love Volk, bro. I love bulky Volk. I love with the Wisp and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, I like it defensively. I don't like Quiver and Draft. I like it defensively.
Terra Ice and I Cragis, come on.
This is a really nice fairy resist, honestly, too, for those 2 dragons at the top. Obviously, they all get to like each from them, but I think Volk really, really helps out in that regard. And it can honestly, like we said, Quiver's still good, or like even defensive Quiver's still good, but we can U-turn around. We can run choice specs Overheat, right? If we have the right opportunity and matchup.
When
Just
I
come and click
drafted
the button.
like Volk back in the WBE, I did try Quiver Dancing, but for the most part, I found myself pivoting in on the physical attackers like U-turns and stuff, and then going for flame body burns. Like that's what Volk does for me. Like that's literally what it did for me, and I rarely, if ever, got a Volcarona sweep. But
yeah,
I always got damage and I always got burns with this mon way back in the day. So I'm a Volk fan as well. And even if you're locked to boots, who cares?
I mean, people. I think Volk is
Boots
one
are
of those
good.
few mons and like draft that like people just respect like too much. They'll never let it try and get a Quiver up. Like it's the first thing they look at.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then they switch in their passive switch into it, and you get a nice little U-turn off, get into your broken Palkia and Dialga or your Ogre Pawn, and keep up the spin cycle and get them in a blender a little bit. So cool pickup.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the Mesprit. This is probably one of the most. I think the Pixies are always sought after in draft. Mesprit, something I definitely wanted to. Stealth Rock gives him healing with support. Gives him a second Stealth Rock. Gives him healing with support, which is good. Gives him U-turn as well. And just Thunder Wave too. So it's just probably the best pivot he can get, I think, for his team. I literally think it's the best pivot he could get.
This is not Tera, right?
Not Terra. No.
Okay.
No.
It is just free pivot. It's
And
good.
again, the best move in the best move of this team humanly possible is going to be a good healing wisher too.
Yep.
and the guys like Ray, Val, Zama in particular, like
Patty,
having to kill that guy twice. Good luck. Like so ridiculous. It's going to be really difficult. I think this was actually like one of the best pickups he possibly could
Bro,
have
it
gotten for his team.
literally only needs a Citrus Berry to live 2 hits from everything too. That's just Mesprit.
What is the gouging fire propaganda?
Yeah, everybody keeps saying gouging fire.
It's
F
still
that mon.
not
That mon
picked up
sucks.
yet.
We have
Crazy ones that haven't
open.
been picked up yet. But
Okay. I want to use Skeledirge in draft, but I will never use it without Tera. This is Skeledirge with open Tera. Skeledirge is already good in Ubers, or has a place in Ubers, right?
Yes.
Your Tera Fairy, your natural Tera will walk right on, but your Tera Fairy will help you beat it even more. You have your Alluring Voice plus Tera Blast if you want to use that instead of Alluring Voice. Earth Power, Torch Song is obviously really good. With Tera, this mon is nice. So I love the defensive core between Solgaleo, Landorus, and Skeledirge. I love it.
I was gonna say that core is insane, dude. The very first league ever when we came back to Gen, I tried Dirge with no Tera, and I was like, okay, everything is beating it. Like I like it more with Tera. Like it actually can like 1v1 things.
Dude, with Tera, it's a real mon, bro.
Yeah, it's real.
It's insane with Tera. I'm actually excited to see what Dell does with this, dude, because he has so many pivots to get mons in, and then he's like, okay, I need to switch in, and that's Dirge. We got the Fairy type from Keegan right here. Fairy types were being taken all around the board, right? You had Tinkaton being gone. There's still Klefki available. Obviously, Enamorous and Vow are gone too. So it makes sense to take his Fairy. I guess out of all the fat fairies around, this will probably be the bulkiest one we have left, besides Sylveon, right?
Yeah.
This is the bulkiest Spadef one for sure. And I think considering how weak he has Gambit, obviously, right? But Gambit's going to be changing out of that steel typing very, very often. So having a really good switch into these especially offensive dragons that are just everywhere is actually a really, really nice thing for Keegan's team. And again, fat wishes into guys like Gambit and to guys like even Lunala after they take, a soft hit or something like that. Can be really clutch. It's a little bit more of a bulkier, balancey team right now, but I think it fits really well.
It also has Baton Pass too. So it's not like
that's true. Keep the momentum up.
Keeps the momentum up.
Yeah.
Bro, and it's like weirdly fast.
Did this pick come out of any this came out of left field, right? This Rillaboom? Like I get it. It makes sense for the team. Ground resistances basically weakening the earthquakes and healing Raging Bolt and stuff is wild. I just did not expect him to get Rillaboom right now. Like
it might have been a little early. I remember actually. I think his next pick was one that I was like, I think you should take that guy soon. That guy might go soon, depending on where these teams might end up going. But I think Rillaboom still fits really good. I'm also a huge
for sure.
Rillaboom
I just think it
glazer.
may be 1 or 2 rounds early.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a big Rillaboom glazer though. I love the prio. I love keeping all of these guys healthy. Groudon getting like double leftovers, like Raging Bolt getting double leftovers, or them being boots and still getting that recovery. So clutch. So I mean, it doesn't do the same like choice band things it did last gen, right? With them just shooting a grassy guy in the knees. But really good pivot.
People got a big nerf, but now you can SD now.
Yeah. I will say, because there was things Rillaboom in an Uber's draft league doesn't feel that great. You got to remember, everybody has like 1 Uber. The rest is just regular draft at this point. So it's still Rillaboom in just a regular draft plus 1 Uber type of thing.
Yeah.
So some people have 2 Ubers, but that's about it. But I know I love Rillaboom for Obo's team, and I think it gives him the thing. I respected it like round 6 type of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely more of a role player this gen.
Again, Shuckle continues with his legendary team with the Latios.
I don't know. He's paying people off. He's definitely bought every DLC in the games, man. Or as DLC, I see you, man. Like, this is crazy work. Look at this, man. Dragon Fairy Steel Core. This is nuts.
BBL.
Pro is pulling up with the OU plus Zacian. But Luster Purge is amazing as well.
Yeah. Flip turn.
Again, fast dragon, fast with all the other Uber dragons, right? Latios has like always been like, good in Uber draft leagues traditionally, and I know in the past in like actual Ubers, it's always been really good for, similar reasons at least, but 110 being that strong, OKOing pretty much every other Uber is really, really nice. Really, really cool aspect. Love this guy.
I feel like as well too, and who was it? Was it Kyle when he fought Chimpact that just killed like 5 mons with a thing? Like, this mon can be cheap as hell, dude. This mon can be cheap.
The Luster Purge buff is crazy too. It's just crazy how strong this gen is now, because I feel like people forget about that move being like kind of broken now. Like those fairies, your Spadef fairy having to switch in might need a covert cloaker. You're just gonna get 2 killed if you get the wrong job.
Exactly. The flip turn for momentum. Dude, his team is nasty. I freaking love Shuckle's team.
Shuckle's team is like,
and it keeps getting nasty, as you guys will see. It will. Oh, I'm excited to use this mon, bro. So if you guys didn't know, I've only picking a Pokemon I've never drafted before on this entire team. So there don't be any repeats at all from anything I've used in any league ever. I'm very excited about Gliscor. Gliscor is actually really good in Ubers in general, but not that it has anything to do with this, but it's always been a good mon in Ubers. And I love the spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rock, which I think are really cool too. And yeah, no Arbalava, no any of that, none of that. Not this one.
No.
Mons is good, bro. And it gives me the U-turn. momentum as well. It gives me a nice little pivot. We'll see how I run it this season.
What is that about we're in Ubers?
I'm pretty sure I can make it work, dude. The Tera Fairy would be fine. Like the mon doesn't mean much.
Dude,
we do keep drafting Tera grass types. You're right. No,
the thing is tough. The thing is like ultimate cringe. You know, like
no Billy either.
Some work.
Shut up. Nobody wants Billy.
No Billy. If we spoiled that, that's crazy.
If I do a lower tier draft league, I draft Billy again.
He brought that mon once, and it did 50% to my Jirachi. That don't sleep on that mon.
That's the goat.
That's the goat right there.
That is and that was defensive Rachi too. But yeah, I freaking love Gliscor. I'm excited to see what it does this season. And it's always a pain. It's always a kind of frail team.
Kind of frail team, bro. Dude, what?
You need to see the stats on these mons, bro. They're kind of bulky.
I can't get over the guy who said nice OUT no mark. That shit is way too funny, bro.
It's open Tera's route, so it's my Tera captain hide. And we're ending out this round with Scizor. More pivots, a steal, great offensive priority as well. I'm a huge fan of Scizor, dude. I've used Uber. I've used Scizor in draft. I've used Scizor in Uber specifically for years as well.
Yes, dude.
Love this mon.
Gen 5 Uber is used beast mode too, man. Like, dude, this guy's a go. After I just finished using him in draft, I think the first time.
Bro, you just keep. All you gotta do is click BP.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. It's great. Dude, you can even SD guaranteed live, bro. Like, if we get Roost back though, we're back.
My favorite item on this mon in draft, Citrus Berry. Like
straight up, bro. Straight up.
It's not the super pivot it was before, in my opinion. But just don't use it like that.
Well, I think the crazy thing is obviously like losing Roost is a nerf, right? That sucks. I'd much prefer to have Roost in Spoonful than not. But it has not been as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was really going to miss it. Now I just feel more open to play offensive with it. Again, being able to slot in, being able to be like U-turn bullet punch, and then fit close combat and defog in one set, or fit a Swords Dance on there. Whereas you felt pressure to always run that Roost before. When I've used Scizor in older gen drafts now, like I used it in the Oras tournament that Smogon ran recently, there was like 3 games I didn't run Roost on it because I was like, I don't need it. I can just click U-turn and bullet punch and do what I'm supposed to.
Straight up.
AV, Citrus Berry, helmet, great mon.
It's a fire mon, dude.
So his next pick is Walking Wake, sniping it from maybe Oboe. With Tera.
Oh yeah, the Tera.
It's Tera Walking Wake.
Tera.
Holy.
Dude, I see his path. He's gonna go Tera Ice and get the snow buff. I see his path, dude. I see it.
Stop it. Stop it. Unhad me.
Now, this is what I'm really interested to see because obviously, like, again, we've talked about dragons, good speed tier, being faster than the Uber dragons. It does that, which is super dope. I'm very interested to see how this functions outside the sun. Now, obviously, you could draft sun. Spoilers, I don't think he's going to, guys. I don't think we're going to get sun with our Scizor.
No Torkoal Ninetales on this. I will say that Walking Wake is not like the mon it was before, right? Knockoff and Flip Turn are big for this mon.
Yes, they're huge.
It is just a nice, like, he has a lot of, his team only has pivots plus his Uber. Maxis, get off Tera Ice nuts. Never. Not on this team. Not on this team, brother. Not when you got
this team, it's not a meme. It's not actually a meme on this team. It's really not. We're not talking about Mephisto's Tera Ice Passimian right now. That's a conversation for another day.
That was insane. And I told him in the beginning, like, how dare you?
That was insane.
I like his Tera. Again, it's gonna be interesting to see how this works for him. I'm really excited to see because, like you said, I don't think he's gonna get sun on this team. I don't think it's really what he fits. And he also wants to get his.
It is anti-sun though, right?
Yeah,
like
it's very anti-sun. That's a big one, right, bro? Being able to click Hydro Steam into Oboe is crazy. Like, this one's so nice.
100%.
And he already has anti-sun with Chilly Reception. Oh, I pick up my Steel type next, right? Yeah, I got Iron Crown. Oh, I'm so excited about this mon. I had the option to get Metagross, but I had said I don't want to pick up the same mons I've used before, which is why I picked up Iron Crown. This mon is so cool. I'm such a fan of this mon. Like, I love this mon in OU. I love the Assault Vest. National Dex is even better. I like Specs. Obviously, the Booster Energy Combine sets are, they're crazy too. One day I will get Cleavor cast.
Bro,
I think this is actually, like you said, like, I couldn't get Metagross. I think the only thing that Metagross offered better was, like, it's obviously bulkier, and Rocks is the big thing, but, like,
Rocks,
yeah, when it comes to, like, the momentum-heavy offense right now, I think that this was a really cool
I think this fits my build a lot better than Metagross does.
This team
And the double
is
offensive psychic
crazy.
again, overload. You know, you want to use your dark type to stop Mickey Iron Crown from setting up a Calm Mind and boost your energy and Iron Defense sweep. Have fun switching into Mewtwo Shy Strike later, more choice specs or something like that. So
Yeah,
I think it's a cool pick. We just as long as you get another reliable rock setter later, you're probably good to go.
Dude, getting this thing like when you have Mewtwo and the thing literally destroys Mewtwo's stab, like this is a great pickup, dude. This is a great pickup.
True.
We got the Darkrai from Shuckle, continue to be pay to win.
I don't know.
This is my guy, dude. Bro, Darkrai round 5.
I don't know.
Nexus sounds so disappointed every time a Shuckle Pit pops
Every
up on
time.
the screen.
I've used Heatran 3 times, Jeff. Maybe
Dude,
4.
because he's the Gamba God and his team is snapped. Like,
Dude, look at his team is all legends, bro. All.
he has all legends actually pay to win. Like, it's nuts.
He opened up the Hooper ring and told them all come out. He said, "Come on, guys, let's go."
I will say, Shuckle, one thing I want to see from you that I haven't seen from a lot of Darkrai's is just hypnosis. Like, just click hypnosis.
He'll
You
land
land
it,
with
he'll
that, and you
land
get
it,
so
yeah.
much. That's what makes Darkrai broken. Is it live? It's live. But we're live with you, but this was already
This
done.
season's been picked for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Every week. That's what I'm
Oh
saying,
my
bro.
God.
You literally should run sub hypnosis Dark Pulse every week. Or just focus sash, no sub.
Dude, Dark Void for the memes. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
It looks cooler and about the same though.
It does a real coin flip towers. And there it is. Obo picks up Sneasler. Now Sneasler is Tera. He couldn't get Sneasler with Tera anyway. You got a Raging Bolt. But Sneasler was Tera banned. That one was absolutely broken in the tournaments. But I love the Sneasler
Both
pick.
finals teams.
Yep.
Both finals teams had their
Yep.
Sneasler.
I love Sneasler. I love what it can do. If you can get some Dire Claws going on, is Jove. This one is also really, really cool in Ubers. I've used it with Focus Sash Lead with Toxic Spikes, SD Reversal, which is really fun in the Ubers here. And obviously no Tera, but not haters, let it Tera. Dude, it's too much for Tera.
Yeah, it's
So
way
broken.
too much.
It was
with
so
Tera.
broken. We had the only 2 changes we actually made, besides like some point changes and things like that, but like from like ban and allows, we banned Enam and Sneasler from tearing. They were allowed to tear on the tour, and they were a little much. they were a little broken, even in the powered up Ubers metagame. So, but what I think is cool about this guy is obviously you have like the Mickey Unburdened stuff you can do with either like berries, sashes, balloons, or like your seed from Rillaboom, but just you turning around and poisoning everything.
Yeah, poison. Exactly. I was thinking the same
really,
thing.
really
He has a
ridiculous.
No,
It's
that's
really
all you
cool.
need.
So getting into your Raging Bolt for free, getting into your Groudon, super dope.
Bro said, I want my spinner, and I want it now.
Now.
Honestly, dude, I get it. Everything's gone. John Jr. in shambles when he saw this pick. Like, actually.
Oh, he almost fell over. Yeah, it was just not good. Blastoise does his job so well. I think now one thing I will say, I think Smash is really bad this gen. I think Smash in a lot of instances is like an instant lose move. So you're not running that very often, especially probably in Ubers and things like that, where the power's obviously not there too. But as like that bulky water, rapid spin, yawn
It'll do the
bot,
job.
I mean,
Yeah.
this guy does what he's
That's all
supposed
you're
to.
on flip turn, rapid spin, yawn on this every week, and then you're gonna get your job done. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You yawn on the
Yeah,
ghost type
that's really
coming
all
in,
you need.
you go for rapid spin. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the whole. I mean, that's what Blast is gonna do. That's literally it.
You run your
fact.
citrus and you're good to go.
It's a tough pick, dude. Dude, his team is like so like. This team is gas, man. Hazards with this team, bruh.
Yeah, it's hard enough to switch into guys like Urshifu and Solgaleo, but when there's a spike and a rock and a T spike up, it's even harder. Plus, Urshifu pairs really well with Glim, right? We force in the fairies. Maybe we don't click Wicked Blow one time. Maybe we click U-turn, get into the Glim, either force crazy damage on something,
Or T-spike.
or just get up a hazard. Yeah, just get up a hazard.
Dude, Glim is such a cool mon, bro. It's also
Yeah, and
like
then you pull up with the Meteor Beam set, and you just smoke
what I
through the
wanna
skill
say,
type as it
bruh.
switches in, and then gets Earth Powered after at +1.
it's also like a
One
stand,
week with
it's
the
literally a
Meteor Beam.
standard Ubers lead as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like top 10 in Ubers right now. The thing is crazy.
Bro just mud shots and dazzling gleams and does his thing. The bandless battlers.
Oh, yeah.
The keys.
Keys.
Yep.
What a good
He's
pick.
starting it up. Everybody's gonna get picked.
What a
eventually.
good pick.
Yeah.
I love this pick so much.
Gives him a
I'm
second
big-
steal, bro. A real.
Yeah. And in the spikes, the screens for your Ray and your Valiant and your Zama to set up for free. I mean, I've always been a big Keys guy this gen. I think Keys is incredible in Gen 9. Absolutely love the Mon. I think, again, there's like Mesprit and Naki's picks. It was like the perfect utility monster for him to grab with that top 3.
Yep.
Like, I
literally the support you
really
want.
enjoy.
There's one more Mon he can get,
100%.
and he does get it. There's literally one more Mon he can get, and he literally gets it. So
I'm gonna be sick, bro. I'm gonna be sick looking at his team, dude. His team is so good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's ridiculous.
we got one of the best spinners in draft, Mr. Dawn.
-1.
Everybody
-1 for
picking
John
up.
Jr.
Everybody
Average
picking minus one.
touch.
And -2 now. -2 for John Jr.
let's go, Average Tusk. We love it. He's home.
Big guy. Again, another one just does his job. It's really hard to spin block this guy and the other guys because they're just naturally strong on their own, right? Those fat knockoffs.
That
Coming into
370,
your,
that 372 attack earthquake, bro. Watch out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or like running. I had this in the BBL tour we ran over the summer. The first game, I brought Choice Band and I'm getting like 4. It's just strong as hell.
Bro.
It's just strong,
Yeah,
man.
you
You
pivot
click
in, you get
Earthquake. You have the strong Shard for the immunities and the grasses if they get weakened to the dragons. Ice Spinner, Stone Edge. Great move pool. It's average. It's like the same thing as like Iron Hands and Hariyama. Like the big boosted up Paradox versions are broken because the guys that they're based on are still really solid.
Good, yeah.
Especially in draft.
Yeah.
Agreed. I like the Custap Berry stuff. Endeavor, heavy duty boots always guarantee you're sturdy. And bro said, I don't want hail this way. I also want hail this way. The bulky water.
I mean, day when you play D-Ray.
Yeah, the bulky water makes sense. The bulky water makes sense, right? Like you want the bulky water eventually, but the chili reception into Kyurem, into those guys, it gives them another mode, right? Like Ninetales can still do it, but it gives them another mode into them if he does not want to run Ninetales 1 week. And I mean, Kyurem, Deoxys, Nihilip are nasty.
I like it in particular with Kyurem. Yeah. I think because Ninetales is setting up the hail, but you're not like getting into Kyurem immediately, right? Especially because Ninetales is in, the mon that switches in is the steel type. Are you gonna go hard Kyurem? Probably not.
Yeah.
But like if we're in with
I
Slow
will
King,
if I'm weak
you
as
can get
Posse.
that's true. You can get that free chili though on the switch in whatever it is in the Slow King, and then get into your Kyurem with probably more turns than potentially your Ninetales is gonna get it.
Yeah.
Even if it is like an icy rock. So
Exactly.
I think that's a cool aspect of this.
No, I like it. And just a good bulky water. Future Sight as well, which is something we need to mention too. Future Sight plus like Kyurem clicking Specs Ice Beam. Like, it was nasty.
Your steel type just took 70% total.
Hey, there's Palafin.
Bro,
not 5.
His team is so offensive.
I think Trevor, I put it, but ground type too. Dude, his team is nasty, bro.
His team is crazy. It looks so difficult to switch into. Like everybody is hitting like a truck.
Yeah. Bro, he can literally get Politoed if he wants to, but I don't know if he will because he wants this insane base attack team. And Politoed doesn't really fit the vibe, you feel me?
Not strong enough.
Yeah, it's not strong enough to hang with these guys. It's like you bring your little brother when you're hanging out with your friends.
Unplug the controller, let him play. No, I think Finn's cool. And again, you talked about it before, just priority. Even if it is resistant to a lot of these dragons, that Choice Band Dread Punch is still doing like 30% to those guys, right? So we just need to get them in a range.
Dude, it's one of my favorite mons and Ubers, and the fact that there's no Koraidon is huge. No Koraidon, no Miraidon in this. Huge.
True.
Yeah. Huge. Strong flip turn too.
No, it's gonna hit hard. Dude, his rain team.
His hardest thing with his team is gonna be bringing this mon in to have to switch to something else because the other ones don't want to be in. That's literally it to activate it. Because like
you can't an eject button or something.
Yeah,
it's gonna be odd.
I'm like always into lead Palafin in every draft. Who cares if it's predictable? Because it's better to have Palafin than to not have Palafin. But in this one, it's a little bit different. We have to see how the rest of the team goes up though. No, there's no Kyogre allowed. It's banned. We got the Ace. He got the spikes and the rocks, but he's like, no hazards for you. I love Ace. Ace McGear and Spectrier is one of my favorite teams of earlier in the generation. So
you know what's actually was crazy about this? I was telling it to Joe, I was like, dude, this could have been gouging fire. But I was like, I just got men, so I was like, I don't wanna double dip.
Yeah, I think this pick is fine too. I love the momentum that it offers into the team too. And like obviously you can court change away the hazards, but also Cinderace with the hazards up. It's not fun to deal with either. Those Libero U-turns hit like a truck, man.
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
The conventional water dragging are switching to take a Choice Band Pyro Ball. You're gonna take 45% from a U-turn, 50% from a U-turn, and then they just die to the Pyro Ball next time. So
it gives you what your team kind of lacked too. Like it's a pivot, right? Like Magearna has Baton Pass if I'm not mistaken, and Volt Switch as well. But
it's extra speed as well. I was looking for speed here. It's extra speed.
That bridges that gap between like Ments and Spec.
Forces the Masquerade to run Jolly. But if they're greedy like all draft players, it's going to run just barely over Ments.
Yeah.
Bro,
Tera
Iron Hands is so
my
freaking
goat.
good, bro. It's
My
so
goat.
freaking good in draft. It's Tera
Yeah,
Iron Hands
dude.
too.
It's Tera. It's Tera. It's Tera. It's
Again, the trend of these bulky offensive Terramons of like I'm gonna beat whatever I need to beat in this matchup, right? So I absolutely love Iron Hands. Probably a top 5 mon for me, like enjoyment wise using this gen.
Dude,
it doesn't die. It kills everything. You're gonna run like either like some kind of resist berry with like an SD or 4 attacks or AV, and it's gonna do that same thing every week. But is it gonna be really good at it? Yeah.
It's such a chase. It's such a chase mon. Like when I think about chase, I love Iron Hands for him, and I'm glad he's able to use it right here.
Yeah.
Like he's like, okay, I want to put myself in a position to do this, and just like he's just gonna SD Tera and Drain Punch and do
That's
that.
true too. Yeah, I think Tera really opens
dude.
up the offensive capabilities of being able to leave Sword Stance and just again these Iron Hands like. Iron Hands is like a very Melmetal-esque mon to me, right?
Yeah,
it can super snowball. It's so bulky. It's so strong. And it's minimum 1-for-1 every game. And this isn't your Uber. It's minimum 1-for-1, 2-for-1 if you're playing it right. Like such a crazy mon.
Yep. He's gonna do
Nah,
it too.
it's a great pick, dude. This is like some extra power.
My boy said I want screens now, bro. This is the he gets the parting shot pivoting. He gets the dual screens for the boulder as well as Kirim.
Yeah, the boulder. Yeah, even the gold.
Gold too,
the
yeah,
nasty blotter. It's tough. I like this. It's like an enabler too. I like this because like Kirim Black is not that fast.
Yeah,
I think
like,
the momentum is also great for him too. I think the parting shot in particular is nice.
yeah,
A lot of the
and
mons right now are very
Thunderwave is foul
stagnant.
play too.
Yeah. A lot of the mons right here are like a little stagnant, and since they're all great, but they're not leading into each other super well. But something like Grimmsnarl, again, forcing in maybe that steel type, have fun getting, you get to go into your Ho-Oh for free, or you get to T-Wave it and, cripple it for your Boulder, Golden Go, or Kyurem. Really solid pick.
Yep. Just gives him the screens, T-Wave. Gonna be big. Oh, Chimpak getting his ground type. He's like, I'm getting both of them. Just keeping up momentum with his team with U-Turn and Stealth Rock. Big Lando. I think this gives him a good Scarfer, in my opinion. Like Zekrom is a great Scarfer too, but I'm a big Lando fan. I know a lot of people are haters on this mon, and it's usually priced pretty cheap now because it lost Rock Polish, it lost Explosion, which are pretty big. Like Rock Polish is the big. If it had Rock Polish, I don't think it'd be allowed.
It doesn't win games on its own anymore, but it's still strong, man. It's still such a good breaker.
I kind of like. I was gonna say I like the new way people play. It just breaks now. Instead of sweeping, he just breaks. I like that.
Yeah, find the opportunity. Another one that Torn loves being a partner to, right?
It
Like
is too, my
Torn
bad,
just.
Radiant.
Like Torn, especially Tera Torn in particular, you're turning out on X flying resist, so a rock or a steel or whatever it might be, an electric, and then you get in your Landis and you click a button. So
Gets his mon.
Yeah, this mod is great.
I know he was
genies.
stressing the ground type he wanted as well right now, so I think Lando fits it for him too. I love it. His team's nasty, dude. His team's so nasty.
It's crazy. One of my favorites for
Gives
sure.
him a second rocker, or another rocker, excuse me, which is also really big. There's a Sylveon. I feel like this is also a big Kyle mon too. It's gonna have a really.
I've seen him drafted a few times.
Yeah, it's gonna have a disgusting nickname for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say the name is gonna be crazy, man. The name is just gonna be nuts, dude.
Pure discretion advised.
Bro, I like Kyle's item out of stuff, dude. He still doesn't have his second Uber either.
No, at this point, he's him and CBAT both have the luxury of just being able to,
whatever they want,
pick it up whenever they want. Yeah, I'm sure they've been in each other's DMs like, hey, I'm getting this. You're getting this. Don't smoke me on
Literally.
that. So yeah,
It's
pretty
Snake.
cool.
No, literally. I've always loved Sylveon in draft. Baton Pass Machine. Dual screens for this team
wish it
too.
still had Mystical Fire. I wish it still had Mystical Fire.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
it definitely
tough
plays a little bit more defensive, but it checks all the dragons you need to check, right?
Kyle.
And we can baton pass out into our Chien Power to switch into.
True.
Kyle just comes in and does its thing. Another fantastic. Yeah, this is looking like your team, Owen.
I know he watched. I'm glad Jason watches my shit. That a boy. Dude, I love Dundee.
Bro, this Dundee is so good in Ubers too because of Prankster T-Wave. And it has it has such a good speed here too. Like, I know you. This is like one of my favorite mons. Like, I've loved Thunderous, both of them in draft, and I've used them mainly for support. And they're just Snake. Thank you so much for the 5 gifties. I know you just saw Sylveon, so you were happy. So thank you. Kyle, I'll do the generate names on other stuff. Oh, Kyle's gonna have a real name. It's crazy.
Oh, he's got a real name. Oh,
That's
shoot.
love. But yeah, Dundee's great, dude.
Yeah, I think in particular, like you said, the T-Wave and Ubers. When I had this in the tournament last, I even if it wasn't like getting the T-Wave off and what I needed, the amount of Tera Electrics I forced, the amount of Lumberries I forced was really, really nice to where I could either find that out early or you see obviously the Tera type beforehand, So I get that free U-turn. I force that Tera early, and it really does just open up your game plan so nicely. I was pleading with Jason to leave this to me at the wheel here in a couple of picks, and I just could not get him to do it. I would have loved this thing. So great Pokemon though, great pickup.
I would have loved to see this team
feature.
on Viz's team because of the rain dance pranks and stuff.
Oh my
which would have been
God,
so
yeah,
nice.
dude,
And it also fits his whole my team is really strong vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna T-wave you if I don't have a switch into you.
I got sniped here. I got sniped. I really want Tentacruel.
Another spinner.
I really want to. He takes 2 spinners, gets his Toxic Spike, gets Flip Turn.
I'm telling you, man.
T-Spike Absorber.
I was in shambles after these last 2 picks because Jason took the Thundy from me, and Marcus took the Tentacruel from me. And I said, "You just drafted Drill. Why would you do this?" He was like, "Shut up. I need it." I was in shambles. I was so upset after this. It made the next couple rounds so hard. But Tentacruel, another great mon. Again, just comes in. Rapid spins, flip turns out. I think it's gotten almost better this gen. I prefer it to Blastoise, to be completely honest.
Flip turns really nice.
Yeah.
-3 for John, by the way.
The greed, man. The greed is
everybody know
nuts,
-3
bro.
for, he just said I didn't want it. So we do see this is what I was talking about. It didn't show.
Oh, the guys disappeared at the bottom.
Yeah. So I thought it didn't work, but he got his Ogerpon Cornerstone to end up this round. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Bro. Sturdy spikes.
Yeah, I mean, this guy was cool. I really wanted it for the spikes. Obviously, the spikes are really nice, but I also really wanted that like Thundy speed tier that I just missed out on. And Thunderous gives me another pivot momentum guy to get into guys like Crook, to get into guys like Dialga too, because a lot of those steals that are switching in. John Jr. counter 3. That's crazy. But yeah, I like Ogre. I think it's a great lead too. I think it's an incredible lead.
Yeah,
so
dude. It's the
really like this.
Dude, when I had this thing was like my favorite one out of all the ogres. I'm like, this
we
thing is like
spike
just so
and-
clean.
We clicked the button again. Great coverage. Like also the really strong rock move is great.
Yeah, that's big. You don't have to worry about no contact. It's nice. It's a good mon, dude. I love all the ogres. I legitimately think they're all so good. And like this one is one of my favorite. Amo just won a draft league with this one, but it's one of my favorite ones too. Because Sturdy's so freaking annoying. It forces different play.
Yeah.
So that rounds out this round, and then Krajis with the 20 gifties as well.
God damn.
Thank you so much, fam. Appreciate that, bro. Now, will this next pick get rid of John Jr.'s rapid spin? Yes! Yes, it will! The John Jr. rapid spin counter, -4.
Let's go!
This was that Tentacruel replacement. I want a Tentacruel. And while Quack might not be as good as a spinner, I think, as Tentacruel, it does a lot more.
Bro, Quack
right?
is so freaking good, dude.
It's strong. It has that, like, oh no snowball potential. And I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of games if you watch a lot of drafts where Quackful doesn't come in as like the Swords Dance sweeper, but you get the kill with Aqua Step, and then you're like, oh, should I win? Like, let's go, you know?
Yes.
Or we're forcing crazy pressure in the builder with this guy. Again, one of the best snowball mons in draft, and I like having guys like that. And again, more roll compression, gives me my water, gives me my spin, and again, so kind of it gives me a little bit of the best of both worlds, especially because Ogerpon doesn't really offer that roll compression like a lot of the other mons on the team that I have right
U-turn's
now. So
always
I
nice
was
too.
really happy.
Bro, I love Quack. It's a mon that can
Dude,
accidentally sweep.
this would Tera Mew and like the ogre with spikes lead, bro. This might be a kill leader. This is gonna be a kill leader.
Dude, it has
bro.
potential, bro. Triple Axle and Ice Spin are strong. And Quack is can be both. You can run like AV and just
water fighting is just such a good stab kind. We see it in Keldeo, we see it in Urshifu, obviously. Like it's really strong neutrally. Yeah.
I cannot see the
Maybe not him. Maybe not him. But the other guys are cool.
I love Quack, dude. It's one of my favorite mons in draft. We see Tyranitar from CB Marcus. Now we can't see his team because the subscribers are blocking it, but they'll be gone really soon. Look at the dings from Grape Juice. But Tyranitar plus Duro is obviously tried and true. You get your Sand for your Tera Captain, which is amazing, as well as just the fact that like it's a good resist to Ghost. It's a knockoff as a main. No, just don't worry about it, fam. Don't even worry about it. It's a great resist to Ghost, honestly, and decent Ho-Oh check, good KB check. Like it's one of the. Sorry, I'm just naming good Golden Go check. Just naming his entire team.
Yeah, good Iron Boulder check.
Good can check Grimmsnarl too with Bandit Stone Edge, and you can't partner shot. You know, I go there.
I think the beast, dude. The thing's a beast. I feel like with his bulk, it actually will be like last
It's gonna be good here, yeah.
Ubers. Yeah.
People sleep on T-Tar, man. He's still the GOAT, especially in draft. That guy with Knock, man. It's so cool. I love that he finally got that move.
I know. I was so hyped. I was like, yes, dude.
Give him U-turn and Sucker Punch and Sword
Sucker
Dance.
Punch, I'm with. And also, they should make Pursuit a signature move. Like,
Yep,
you should just have
100%. Just give him Pursuit a signature move. That is
In
all we
Pursuit.
need. Oh, we
That's a great idea. That's a great
That's all
idea.
we need.
I never even thought about that before.
That's all
Wow.
we need.
Oh, I got an Azumarill, but we didn't get the gift for it. Hold up. Do I have the gift in there? Let me check real quick. I think I do. But I just want to double check to make sure because we might actually get some not gifts going forward.
We can blow T-Tar. Maybe not.
Users, Joey P. Download. Just 1 second. Gifts. Oh, Azu's just legitimately not in this. Okay, that's fine.
So, we know what he looks like.
Yeah, I know what a Azumarill looks
go.
like. It's a bunny. It's a water bunny. Azu, AV Azu, speaking of which, was a set that actually came to life on Battle because it dealt with Kyurem White, which was allowed back then in Generation 6 on that simulator that did not work out.
Yup. I was on that simulator every day. That's facts.
You think we see
I'm a big
anything in the
Azu guy
5
in Gen
Sure.
9 too. I'm a
What do his
big
stats
Azu
look
guy in
like?
Gen 9.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, Azu's great.
Not
Gen 9.
very
Azu's
good, but
great.
it's still good.
Yeah, it's just huge power. It's all you
Yeah,
need is
I mean,
power.
and again, the fat HP stat with an AVE with a helmet. I mean, very anti-water fairy is such a good typing.
Yep,
It's why
yep.
Mons like Prim are
Yes,
so
yes,
good. Why
yeah,
Mons
he-
like Feeny. Like,
The only
Dude,
thing his team
I-
is lacking, bro, is more pivots into his hard hitters. That's it. That's
I'll
it.
be honest with you. The people that have tried Sap Sipper and Draft, man, y'all might make it heaven, man. Because I've never seen it work out.
I've never seen it work out either. I've seen it be useless every single time.
Every single time. Like, just run huge power. I've never
Big
seen
fat
Sap
ability
work out.
shield to wall Kyurem White.
it's because of freeze dry. There you go, big
We got
Rotom.
we got the Rotom, we got the pivot, we got the ground immunity, which is something you wanted. A great Mon as well, a great pivot.
Okay,
I like this pick a
Kyle.
lot for Kyle. I like this pick a lot for Kyle. Again, we technically have momentum in like Sylveon and Iron Moth, but like not like great. Like this is my
Yeah,
my,
no,
my
I
U-turn,
round-
Volt-turn bot
Bro,
to get into
yeah,
those
it's-
guys
it's
like
amazing.
Kyle.
Yeah, this is it. This is like it's
It's
a
a
round
huge
6
ground
Rotom
immunity,
watch.
too. Huge
no.
ground immunity.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Kyle, I see you, bro.
He desperately
okay?
needed it. He desperately needed it. T-Wave support as
I've seen-
well.
I'm
Bro.
fearing the name, but I see it.
Bro, I freaking love this team, Go. Like I
Dude,
love this
bro,
Mon. I love this Mon
yes.
so much.
Ross
This one's
finisher!
so annoying. I cannot stand playing this guy
Dude,
in
the
draft. He
Machagacha,
drives
the
me
Strem Sap.
crazy.
Bro, all he needs is some spikes on his team, man.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs. That's all he needs.
Once he
That's
gets
all
some
needs.
spikes,
I love this
oof,
one.
they're
That's all he
staying
needs.
up.
He doesn't even need Tera with it. No, I will be honest though. After I saw this thing used with Ricky on Tera, like I want the thing next with Tera.
This is a
Dude, it's
great
really cool,
ground
yeah.
resist too.
Yeah.
Ground resist gives him spin block too. Like,
Yup. 2 for
oh
1.
man.
Once he
Yeah.
gets some spikes, bro. Once he gets some spikes.
Yeah, so we can block some spin with something. Yeah,
Yeah,
block
like-
the spin that's it needs to go.
Bro, if
yeah.
rocks are up, just don't even bother spinning them away unless you're John Jr. Oh, the John Jr.
You
count,
got
but
it.
it is John Jr.
Poor Toadstool.
I already know he was pissed off about this Mon.
Slamming each key into the keyboard. It's just typing in
Fucking
Toadstool.
Toadstool, fucking next.
Oh my god.
No, the John Jr. counter stays because he wants 3 spinners. We're actually so serious. He wants 3 to 4 spinners and a defogger. I'm so fucking serious. This is what he talked about in the chat for the whole time we were drafting. So this is the John Jr. counter does stay because
Every
he's
time
only
the
gotten
spinner
one.
goes, it's a John Jr. snipe.
Yo, that's tough. That's just tough.
We do
That's
get
just
-1
tough.
though, so he's only at -3 right now. You're right.
I remember seeing Amel put in some work with this guy. Obviously, like
did.
the ability sucks, but like the
Not-
speed tier offensively, it's not bad. Like
Yeah.
its stabs with Sludge Bomb is really annoying. I think it's foul play too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Cool little bit for it.
Yeah,
like
it's the best moves.
this
It's
mon's
good.
pretty cool.
Dude, being
it
able to
just
spore
isn't a
anybody's
good
cool.
spike center. Yeah, it's just not a good spike center, not a good spore mon. But like
Nah.
even then, if we're forcing a switch, it doesn't matter if we go second when we spike. So
We just gotta
If we're
hold
getting
the
in on,
L.
like, a water.
This guy was built for doubles. We just gotta hold the L, man. Like he not built.
he
for
wasn't
it.
even built for doubles that well.
Oh, John Jr. counter -4 again.
Number 4.
Another
Bramble
spinner was
gassed.
taken.
Big Bramble Gas. Really fun mon, honestly. I think like it really likes sneaking a lot too. Like
Yeah.
with its pretty tough speed
Dude,
here, so that's gonna be something you have to be
Poltergeist are
careful
really
about.
strong,
But
bro. Poltergeist
Yeah,
are
yeah,
really
yeah.
strong.
yeah. And it's not like he has a team too that's knock spamming, right? Like I think the only knock mon is Dio right now, right? So
Right.
like the Poltergeists are super free. You don't have to think about them too much. I don't like when people use Bramble Gas more defensively. I think like the strength up sets are really always like one turn away from like dying. But like offensively, this guy's really
Bro,
good.
just click
Yeah,
Poltergeist and
yeah,
get a
yeah,
spike
yeah.
up. That's all you need
Like,
on a rapid
no,
move.
straight up, like offensive spikes on this guy is just a move. Like I don't like it defensive either.
Literally
just
it.
going to offensive spikes, you're good.
He can get another one later, Nap. He doesn't have to bet.
You run the same set every week. It's either like a Life Orb or a Resist Berry. You run Poltergeist, like Whip, Sneak, and a Spike, and that's it. Maybe a spin in between, over one of those slots.
We see Nexus with the Uxie. getting another ground immunity, definitely something you needed. I think this works out great for your team. It gives you another rocker as well, Thunder Wave support. Love this mon. It is, again, this Azelf and Mesprit are fantastic in draft. We already know. They're tried and true. They're tried and true, man.
So this was actually supposed to be Mesprit, but that got taken. So I was like, you know, Yuxi's still around. If it stays around, I'm going to 100% take it. It's another floater. So yeah, I love that. It's super tanky. Another rocker. I'm chilling with it.
It doesn't have that healing wish support, but it's better defensively, obviously, right? It's a better rocker. Yeah. It's a better U-turn pivot. And we can still like screens, Thunder Wave, Yawn, we can memento into guys like Ments and then just Dragon Dance and win the game. Or guys like Spectre, or guys like Magir now as we shift gear up and win the game. So like it fits really well here.
Yep. Agree completely. Oh!
He did it.
No Polytoad here.
He did it.
Rainmon. No Polytoad.
He got the Rainmon with the Archaludon with the Palafin, man.
It's a tough team. I can't even lie to you, Viz. It's
Come
a tough
on,
team, bro.
You already got to deal with Deoxys attack. You already got to deal with Skyman being annoying, and now you have to deal with like rain offense with Archaludon, Palafin,
now he can just lead off with Palafin and switch immediately into Pelipper and let it die because it doesn't count on the team. Like,
or those like E-button Pelipper sets too are like great with Palafin, right? Like we come in, we take one.
Yeah.
We pivot in, take a hit, get back out into the fin, and say, I'm clicking Banded Wave Crash, and you don't have a switch in. You just don't.
I'm about to ask a crazy question. Does Skyman get Hurricane? Like, what are we doing here, man?
No. Calm down. Definitely use it.
You know, no, this team.
Calm down, bro. Calm down.
That'd be like 60% confusion too, right?
5 for John Jr.
Now, Cyclizar, J-Bear.
I've seen a lot of hate on Cyclizar, and after using it, I think the hate is like not justified. As an Assault Vest mon and spinning and doing it, it did its job.
I love that thing. It's number one on
RU, it felt like
bro.
Torn.
I love that thing.
It literally felt like Torn. Yeah, it's number one. Exactly. It literally felt like Torn. There is no Shed Tail. Shed Tail's banned. But I love this pivot. I love this pivot.
Shed Tail on this team with Veil. Oh my god.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, that would have been gross. That would have been gross.
I would just forfeited week 1. I wouldn't have played. But great mon. Again, if you want to like shift gear up with and things like that, you can do that in like a low tier league. You know, it's really good at that in those leagues. But like, you're AV or you're like, you know, maybe some kind of berry, some kind of citrus, something like that. If you need to pivot in, you knock on the
Dragon
ghost.
Tail on the ghost
aren't super
as well.
prevalent, yeah. And then you spin away and you're good. You turn around. Great ghost pivot too, which is nice.
I feel like it does what it needs to do. It's super fast and gets in things.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not flashy. It does its job though.
Yeah. Humble mon. We got the Gengar from Amel. Oof, what up, brody?
Godspeed, brother. Amel, I want to see what you do with this, bro. Godspeed, bro.
No,
all of Amel's mons are so fast.
For real.
He understood the assignment. He said, we're playing Ubers, we're clicking buttons. Gengar does it. I mean, Gengar has some like fun defensive things too, right? Like obviously it's not defensive. Resistant moves are to it KOing you, but you find more switch-ins to it than you'd think with the ghost and poison typing. We obviously like back run.
I think the current team that switches into it best is probably the Magir Ting Lu team that doesn't care. Like those mons will not be to a KO.
He might not be pulling up to that matchup. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that. I'm making that spoiler. I don't think if Nexus and Aim will play, Gengar might be cheering from the bench.
He does have the BDST core of Don Peppa's Gengar. I love that.
Big.
T-Spikes though, and T-Spikes Absorber. And yeah, Amel did have the chance to pick up Petron if he wanted. But again, change it up a bit. And I like that.
Knowing Amel, bro, he'll probably just bring the thing, Destiny Bond something, and then just like that's it.
Amel pull up a max defense Gengar, and you don't 2-hit KO with a knockoff for some reason, and you lose your mind as you get Wisp. I can see it.
This was the third mon, by the way. These 3 in a row were like perfect for Repsis. I think these are like the 3 best support mons you can get. Mesper for Healing Wish, Clefty for Spikes and Branch of T-Wave, and Aloe for the regen, Pivot, Wish Pass. He could Wish if he wants to because it's such a fat mon. Because it has such a high HP stat. But mainly, I think it's going to be his pivot into his strong breakers. Like, it's
just the slow flip turns. I think I've never been a big Aloe guy, but I do think undeniably it fits really, really well here. And again, especially if we're not being slow or like playing slow and like wish protecting and things like that. I think that's when Aloe is really bad. But if we're just like AV flip turn, we come in, take the hit, flip turn out into whatever we need.
And a second healing wisher, bro. And a second healing wisher.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Really that guy who's got Walking Wake, it's staying home. It's not showing up in this match. Like, this thing shreds Walking Wake.
Bro, this was one of my
Suicune.
favorite Tera captains ever, and this is his second Tera captain. So he has two. He's picked his two. He has Scarlet and his Suicune Electro.
Great.
Bro, I freaking love this mon so much. It
He's
is
got
so
Volt around.
phenomenal speed. He can volt around, dude. It's a beast Tera captain, dude. Like, yo, okay, Del. Okay,
and
Del,
Dell's
wake
team
him
was
up.
really slow up to this point
Yep,
too, so I
yep.
like that he immediately got some speed.
He got the fastest.
It's going to be tough to find the opportunity to tear a lot with this, but it's also a mon that doesn't really need to, right? Like, the big thing with Trout is that it finds free Volt switches. It's the same thing as, like, Rotom-Mow in the sense of, like, have fun switching and blocking the Volt. No, you're going to go into an electric resistance set. That's fine. I'm going to get into my Dirge or my Solgaleo or my Urshifu or whatever it might be and exert pressure that way. So I really like this really, really fast momentum on that I grabbed right here.
I completely. And also, like, the static is really good too, which I found very fun, and Aftermath too. Foul play, Thunder Wave, etc., etc. One screen.
Also, bro, Drew with the tech on Worry Seed, bro, it's
That shit
gonna
was
it's
so
gonna
fucking
catch
funny.
on.
That shit was
That shit
fire.
was crazy.
We got Keegan drafting an Infernape. I
love it.
I want to use this mon in draft so badly, dude.
Yeah, same. I don't think he's a fraud. Maybe I'm glazing. I don't think he's a fraud.
I think he's just overlooked. Like, I've never seen anything to like indicate that it wouldn't be great still. It's just not drafted very often. I'm not sure why. I think it fits really well on Keegan's team, especially like as that like dark type breaker. Being that he has Lunala, he has like Gambit, the dark types and Terra Darks are going to come a lot to resist Sucker Punches. And even Grand Dark Pulses, right? Like, you know, Fat Dart. So if we get that Infernape in and click Close Combat or click, you know, a Choice Band or a Life Orb Mach Punch or Vacuum Wave or, you know, Focus Blast, you're going to have a good time. It's a really good mon. And it's also a great speed tier for him. I also love it plus Greninja.
Yeah, I like the core. I like the rocks. I like that. Mandibuzz from Obo. Again, not the more defensive pivot. Actually, I get it on this one. I get it.
I mean, it would have been annoying for Rillaboom and Groudon.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm thinking
like,
too. That's what I'm thinking too. Take him on that helps you, give you defog as well, which I think he wants. He does get rid of. Oh, that's -6.
No, he said
my
goodbye, dude.
God.
I know damn well you were not drafted Mandibuzz. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear that.
-6 for John Jr. I like the Mandimon. I am surprised we have not seen a fire type yet from Obo though.
Yeah, something to click fire move in the sun. I think at this point, like even like crazy offense like Chiyu is still on the board too, which could have been cool. Now obviously the point value is a little bit tough, but we saw it actually perform pretty well in the actual tournament, like with these Groudon Raging Bolt teams. So it was definitely I think leaning more into that offensive aspect, considering we have like a really compact defensive core of like Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Groudon, and like, or not even compact. It's just like the top 4 mons are still really good defensively, even if they're strong offensively.
No, and it's also really a disgusting Sun team. Period. Like
super good Sun
so
team.
Chiyu, come and click the Choice Specs overheat button. Good night, something. Right? There's no switching. So
continually getting his legends. He gets the Deoxys
God,
with
bro.
the spikes and the teleport.
Oh my God, bro! Oh, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick, dude. I'm actually nauseous.
I love this Pokemon, by the way. This is a Pokemon that I think in the past used to get a ton of shit for just not being very good. I have never agreed. I love this guy. In particular, obviously, like the defenses are crazy. It's really bulky. It's hard to kill. It's a great defensive check. You still get Port, which is so good. But also it's speed tier. This is a great stall breaker too. Like the other Fat, you're just taunting them.
Yeah,
and
taunt
you don't
Nightshade.
do anything.
The recover nerf really hurt it though. I will
It
say.
really did. Yeah, it's definitely worse this gen than it was like say like last gen or Gen 7 in draft, but. I think now it just kind of leans a little bit more into that hazard setting pivot.
Oh, that's all he needs for his team.
Out.
Look at his team. That's all he needs. He just needs a spike. He just needs a spike.
Spike up. Game's over. Yeah, 100%. So I like this pickup a lot from Shuckle. Shuckle's team's definitely one of my favorites so far.
Dude, he could be cringe with it too, with his sword power build. That would be because like this thing is like a tank.
Yep.
Like that'd be really cringe.
Yeah, that weakness policy, caution power
my
type
team right now.
yeah.
Awesomeness.
Yeah.
Also, at this point, all Deoxys forms are now picked up. I am very happy that I skip them. All right, my next pick, I was sniped on Primarina. on Tentacruel. So I picked up Primarina because I wanted a flip turn, water. Also, water and fairy is phenomenal typing in the Dragon Run metagame. So keeps up my momentum for my team, which I really like.
This team is crazy. Yeah, this team
We
is
talked
crazy.
about it with Azu. I mean, Water Fairy is just one of the best types in the game, especially in draft. I'm a big Azu believer, I'm a big Prim guy. Love Phoenix in the game. So, and it's also just so strong too, even on those defensive sets that are flipping around. Like those. That damn near unresisted stab is just gonna, 3-hit KO, maybe 2-hit KO, pretty much everything. So really good mon.
Every single mon you have can sweep.
That's my goal.
That is also true.
I do not have another Ubers pick because Mewtwo was in the Platinum tier. You only get one of those. And rounding out or finishing up this round, Palmot.
PalmAZ.
Now, did we allow Revival Blessing?
Who's to say?
What do you mean, you?
Wait, did we actually?
Yeah, no, we did. Oh, I thought you were saying like, did we? Oh no, my bad. Yes, we did. So I think that was the main idea here with
Hey guys,
with here.
we allowed Revival Blessing plus Calyrex.
Wait, we just banned
No.
Leatherberry though.
Yeah, we did ban Leatherberry.
And so it's one. So the thing is I do think it's crazy, right? Now I will say at Cali,
Wait,
50%.
it's not one. You can just sleep talk it.
I guess that's true. Yeah, if you are going full on for it multiple times, that's fair. That's fair. But I think there are other Ubers, like say like a Rayquaza or Mewtwo, they get back at 50%. It's a little bit scarier than Cali because of how slow it is. And if we're at 50, maybe we're not getting as many trick rooms and agilities up, but yeah, it's still really good. I think this is a fun pick. I think Ant's team is really fun so far.
Dude, this team is nasty.
Dude, what's crazy too is that it's underlooked. Palmot gets Wish. So like, let's unpack that. Palmot gets Wish. So,
It's also low-key strong too.
Let's unpack
Like,
that
the
and then
Iron
ship it
Fist
somewhere else and pack it up in a different.
He said Palmot gets Wish. Discuss.
Yeah, I'm gonna click
Like,
close
it
combat
brings
ice
good-
punch.
Yeah, I'm gonna click Mach Punch and yeah, I'll click a double shock maybe.
Do a
he
fall
like
effect.
he just reses Cali-Ice, and even if it's at 50, bro, he's not like
Wishes and die.
he's fine.
Oh, so he does it. They switch. They kill Palma as he wishes. Calyrex comes back in.
Boom. Boom.
Oh
That'd be
my
nuts,
gosh.
man. I mean,
Yeah,
what
back at
is gonna
100%. He just used to max revive on his Cali mid game.
All right. So his next mon to start it. I guess we don't have one for this one, but Palkia-Origin, the lady version. Discuss.
I'm very, very happy to think with Tera banned. I'm very happy to think it's Tera banned.
Tera banned is
So this is a weird mon, right? Because I remember last season in BBR, it was Matthew drafts or Dr. Slacking in the past. He drafted this. And at first I was like, what does this guy do? They ain't no rain. What's going on? Like, why we got this guy? This one's really obnoxious to switch into.
Ooh.
Like those adaptability, shadow balls,
Bro, I
and
was about to
surfs
say,
and
like,
hydro pumps
Shuckle
are really
uses-
difficult.
Shuckle uses and just like click the buttons. I remember.
Yeah, and it's really fat. Like naturally, like not a lot takes it on. I played Matthew in semis, and I was playing in the like Iron Valiant Great Tusk, like some crazy like that. And the most annoying mon in the matchup in Mox was Palkia-Origin being AV and just clicking Hydro Pump and
Turn
two-hit killing my
hydro
whole
pumping
team.
and doing it exactly.
Yeah, really crazy mon.
I will say, guys, we're on round 7 now. I didn't really get too great of a mon in this one. My team does start to fall off a little bit. I get the very humble
Oh my god, dude.
round 7
Chess gonna
gouging
lose their
fire.
mind. They're home.
Yeah.
Where's gouging fire?
The very humble round 7 gouging
Bro.
fire.
The moment this happened, I was like, bro, we gotta get merch. We gotta get tees. We gotta put them on a jersey. Like this gouging fire, like this late. Like this is crazy.
Nice round 7
crazy.
gouging fire. It's all right.
There you go.
This is nuts.
People who play exclusively Showdown Draft are like nodding their head. Yeah, that's about right. People play on Wi-Fi. What are you doing?
Bro,
Now,
this-
to be
this
fair,
is-
I think as of late, people have kind of been like, "Oh shit, this guy's kind of broken." I know, like the most recent
Dude,
big
it's
tour,
mini
they lowered
Koraidon.
gouging to like 15 points in that tour, and it got picked up on some teams with some crazy shit, and then it's just been winning every game. It's like an instant
Oh,
win
I was
button
gonna say,
in so
let's-
many
let's-
games.
Let's unpack gouging fire, bro. He might really be him. Like every time someone has him, he's sweeping or at least claims 2. Like, is this mod? Is he the new Braun? Is he goated? Like, it's
Discuss.
I remember when John Jr. said my team was Conkeldurr week, and I dropped the calc with every single one of my mons beating Conkeldurr 1v1. It was so literally every single one of my mons.
yeah. Dude, I swear on my life. Swear, if I'm lying, I'll die
Sorry,
in a
back to
matter
the
of
item.
3 seconds,
Yeah.
bro. 3 seconds, dude. Last year, when this thing first came out, dude, people were saying it only needs sun or it's bad. I vividly remember that,
Nah,
bro.
just
I
Where
think
are
very
they
much
at?
so do too.
Where are they at, bro? Where are they at, man? Because they were talking crazy on his name.
No shit, Reshiram has been you pissed me
So,
off,
so
dude.
I had options here, right? I was debating. I had a few builds if I hadn't gotten Primarina. Bundle, Chiyu, and Gouging Fire were the 3 that came to mind. Obviously, Gouging Fire left. I could have had to. Like, mon's just
Well,
too
yeah,
good.
no, you kind of had to because Bundle would miss Hydro Pumps and lose his
it's,
game, bro. This
it's
guy,
so fat. You see Earthquakes just not 2 KO this thing.
Dude, like-
those DD breaking swipe sets are infuriating.
I was gonna say, like when Uzi had us, like he was barely ever using the booster defense break swipe, like bulwarks.
I mean,
that shit is cringe. That shit is cringe.
Just set up
it
and hit,
sets
hit,
up
hit.
on everything. Again, the defensive typing is so good.
I love
Speaking
it.
of defensive typing.
Speaking of
Yet
great
again.
defensive typing,
Yet
one of my
again.
favorite
Yet
mons.
again, bro.
Continuously
Yet
getting
again.
these legends, bro.
Yeah. He's
And these
paid.
mythicals and whatever they are.
Corrupt, the
paying for
corrupt
the team, bro.
BBL. The
He's
corrupt
paying for the
BBL pay to win. Oh my gosh.
Super pay to win, dude.
I mean, this mon's so good. I love Petron so much.
Bro, just click Malignant Chain every week and Nightshade, and then Parting Shot. That's all you need. This mon's actually getting a huge rise in OU right now.
I saw, 5%. This thing is actually the GOAT, dude. It's the GOAT. It
The
is the
defensive
GOAT.
it's so good. It's so unbelievably good. I mean, we saw Amel. Amel's like been smoking everybody with it. Used it really well in P4G.
Yo, I
mean,
won a
this-
draft league with it. Amo won a draft league with it. Now it's time for Shuckle
it's-
to not
And I
play
remember
me again.
initially when it first dropped, people were kind of like, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I
but
remember,
like,
yeah.
it is just these min-max mons with 8 billion in one stat. They're just so good at what they do. Like,
I think
so
people
good
were
at what
just
they
like
do.
people were just kind of upset because they didn't get body pressed. Like they still had sky high defense and no body press, and they're like, oh, fraud.
It might be time for the skits.
Oh yeah, Mochi Shuckle version.
All right, so you wanted his pivot. He wanted his little pivot bulky water, which makes sense. I think even on a Sun team, you want your water. And Milo's
Yeah.
probably like the best pivot one available, right?
Yeah, I mean, look how Ice Weak his team was.
Yeah,
before
exactly,
this, too.
exactly. He needed it.
Like, so Ice Weak. He
Yep.
needed a water, and I think one that flip turns consistently is
Yep,
good.
I
I
agree.
just don't want him to fall into the trap. Don't you run a flame orb. Don't you do it.
Don't ever do that. I hate seeing
Yeah,
that stuff.
put a heavy put some boots or put some leftovers on that guy. Don't you dare run flame orb, Bobo. We'll have a talk. I'm gonna be so mad.
No, I think it fits his team well, and I think it gives him like his last two picks have been the defensive pivots. Obviously, he has Scream Tail there too, and I mean, his offense is still insane.
Insane, yeah.
We see
That's
the
a big
Bronzong. Ooh,
It's a tough team. What the song?
ground immunity, steel type.
Fairy resist. Finally, fairy resist too.
Yep.
It wasn't fairy resist to this point.
needed-
Our
he needed
steel
fairy.
and our fire didn't resist fairy, so like, I think getting this was
Makes sense.
really, really smart. And another rocker too. I think it's only rocks up to this point where King Gambit, which does not
And
like
Ape.
running that
And Ape.
move. And Ape. Both of them don't really like running that move, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they want
Ape
to do.
does
They
a
want to do
little
attack.
Yeah, they want to fight.
I like it.
better. I do
I like
hate
the
Flame
Zong.
Orb, Sandy. I
Yeah,
hate it
Bro,
so
this is
much.
another one I was thinking about getting, bro. Weavile is
Weavile's
Champ Out
nice.
Mini. Champ Out Mini.
Yeah, he is Chimp Out Mini. This is a hard team. Dude, what? With all these hazards,
That's
too?
awesome, J-Beds.
I was going to go dummy.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely interesting to see it with Urshifu, so I think that's going to be an interesting aspect, but I do like that he grabs some more speed too. Again, we have like the Trode, and Trode's great. We talk about how great it is, but it's also not coming every game, right? It's just simply not going to, especially in a high power level like Ubers. Weavile, still very fast elite speed tier, and that anti-meta strong ice type
Yep.
is really cool. Like, we kill every dragon
bro,
in the format.
I'm praying
Unless your
for
name's
him.
Dialga.
Dell's my guy. I'm praying for him that he gets more than one triple axle. I've seen it. I've seen people get one. I've seen it.
I just like the knockoff to get rid of Rocky Helmets for his Urshifu. Bro, I wanted this mon so badly.
I wanted this too. I was like, yo, Baptist, what
Guys,
the hell, man?
guys, I will tell you straight up. In this draft league, I have never found it harder to find a grounded poison type. I have never found it harder. Muck was very cheap, and had just it's great typing as well. Solid stats too.
This is what you want out of a low tier Pokemon.
Yep.
Like a low point Pokemon, like a 4 or 5 point guy that is just really, really solid and consistent at checking the top tier mons that it needs to. Like, again, obviously he has Valiant, but say he's playing into a Valiant. Valiant's in jail the whole game, right? So really, really fun mon. Really good
bro
mon.
got his vouch. He got his vouch check. He's
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah, I guess he took one of the low tier cheap ones off the board too. There's value in
like,
that.
I was looking at this and like Skuntank, like as mine. I really wanted Muck more than Skuntank. The Amo gets the Umbreon. I feel like this is such an Amo mon.
It is.
This
I
feels
love
like
it,
such
dude.
an Amo mon. But he keeps
I'm
momentum as
ready.
well with Baton Pass. Gives him a little wish. I think he just wanted the Ghost Resist, which makes sense for his team.
Dude, I know
The psychic
Amel's here.
immunity,
Amel,
too.
let's unpack this, Amel. I want to call mine Umbreon sweep. That's what I want. Let's unpack that, man. That's what
Amel,
let's unpack
let's
that.
Discuss.
Amo,
Call my
don't,
number
don't
on
feel the need
discuss.
to unpack that too much. Maybe if you if you make playoffs first, then you can unpack that.
But I can see Amel going crazy with it. It just feels very Amel core, you know?
It does.
Ammo
I
went with
think
some
he's
Calm
gonna-
Mind, Charm, Snarl bullshit.
Some taunt stuff. Some taunt stuff for sure.
Oh, yeah. Choice Van, big.
Yo, we got 740 people here, by the way. If y'all leave a like right now, we could have a lot of likes. Just letting y'all know. It's free.
We'd have more likes than we do at this exact
It'd
moment
be
in
free.
time.
It'd be free. You help me out too. And also, please check out every single coach as well. We're not done with the draft, but please check out every single coach linked in the description. We're going to be watching them starting next week where games go up on Sunday.
Draft analysis today too. Go
Yep,
check
draft
them out.
analysis
We'll
will
talk
be
more
up on
about
the coaches'
it.
channel after the stream. Bro.
Orthworm.
So
The
we
worm.
do have Shed
The
Tail
worm.
banned.
Mm-hmm.
But ground immune technically, right? Because of its ability.
Yep.
Unless you're running one of the many Mold Breaker Terra Volt guys, which he has one of them. Turbo Blaze, whatever. Spikes, Stealth Rock. And I'm with it.
I like the spikes too. I mean, our spiker right now is Dio, who's really good at it. But again, just
wanna free
freeing
up
up
Dio,
that guy
yeah,
to do
free up.
whatever he wants to do is great. Orthworm gets a ton of value with its typing plus ability. Earth Eater's so cool on it. I love this guy. Again, good physically defensive pivot. A lot of our team is like pretty spit F, or I guess our other defensive pivot and something like Slowking is pretty spit F heavy. So having a physically defensive pivot too is nice.
I will say the next pick is going to be Viz. And there it is. Team hit hard no matter what.
Bro,
Ursaluna, his ground type.
I'm glazing, Viz. I'm glazing, bro. This mon,
490.
dude, this is literally one of the best draft mons in Gen 9. No one's changing my mind. It's the most fun thing to use. Nothing comes on its tabs, bro.
I think Viz's team like will embody that so much too. Like you'll see a lot of people run. It's Tera, by the way, right?
Yes, this is Tera Bear.
Yep, Tera Bear. It's Tera Bear. Open Tera Bear.
Dude, what? No. This is it.
Originally he drafted this without Tera. I think he used Tera Arch originally, and then he ended up swapping it up. Which at first I was like, I don't know. I love Tera Arch, but Arch functions well without Tera. I think Bear, like the upside with Tera on this guy, is gonna be really gross.
Yeah.
I've used Tera Bear before. It's really
It's
fun.
really
man.
strong, bro.
Yeah, those Tera normal moves or those defensive Teras are gonna be
Bro,
pretty gross.
Look at Nexus
Like
team, bro.
Shifu.
Look at Nexus
Yo,
team,
you
man.
see me? Hey,
Yo,
hey,
our Shifu Rap Strike's so
gouging
freaking
fire.
good, bro.
They talk about you gouging fire late, bro. How he get here?
Yeah,
How he
yeah,
get here, man?
yeah.
I
Our
don't know.
Shifu Rapid Strike is real good, bro.
I
I
don't
love
know.
this mon, dude.
This plus Cinderace is also a crazy core.
Yeah.
I love this plus Cinderace. Like
You
these,
turn
these
into
two guys.
you turn into you turn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Did I
I
mention we have a King Lu that set up 8 spikes and rocks and like it's
Yeah,
gosh.
you might have to
I
start
don't know
core
how
changing
this
the spikes
happened.
to your side, bro, to make it fair.
I don't know how this happened. I don't
Three and
know.
then put them on my side. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, you know. They just kind of gave it to me, you know. W charity, they just kind of gave it to me, but you know, he's here, you know. Or Shifu, we don't even need to address him. We know what he does. He does everything, literally everything.
Oh yeah, incredible
He's
one.
good. There's nothing to talk about.
He's
He's
beast
good.
mode. He's
Freaking
beast
good.
mode.
Ooh,
Big meta.
Chase getting the Metagross. I think this
That's
mon
big
is so
meta.
good in Ubers, bro.
This mon is gas. This mon is gas, dude. This mon is gas. All these dragons, this mon is gas. This mon is gas.
There's another one I had on that team that I won BBL with in the past. I mean, again, just so strong, so reliable at what it does. You're getting up rocks and you have that strong bullet punch in the back too. Really good fairy check.
His team just needs a
And
ground
really good
immunity.
dragon check.
Like and
Yeah.
and, a, and a better resistance.
Well, it's got yeah. I was gonna say it. I mean,
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Metagross though, and I was definitely contemplating it. Bullet punch is always good. Great tanky. Assault vest is nice. The buffs
And
on
now
the
our
Psychic
Chomp
Fangs and
has to
knocks.
run-
Yeah,
Our Chomp doesn't have to run rocks every week now too.
exactly. Oh,
Hey, Wheeze.
I had to
Oh.
convince the
Defogger!
guys. I had to convince the hell out of him to get Urshifu. I mean, to get Weezing. Like he was out here talking conk and stuff, but he finally got it.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know, John. I support you in the Kong defog, bro. I support you in it. Just know that.
He said T-Fog in all caps. It
Yeah.
does get you. Again, also good like physically like fighting check. And
I think the
dragon
fun
check
stuff
and
is
things
going to
like
be
that.
when he does Misty Seed setup mons.
True.
Oh yeah.
True.
Set up like some kind of wonky like Curum set or something like that.
And then
too.
defogs away the
Lots
terrain.
of blocks. Yeah,
Bruh,
maybe
if you
don't do that.
Misty Seed with the Boulder, because Boulder has so much
Yeah.
sky high spit F. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's already fast, right? So you get the defense rates
Yeah.
too. Even Golden Go is literally a tried and true combo. Terrain plus Golden Go.
I support it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite mons in draft, bro. I love
Yes,
him.
sir.
Bro. He gives him his
Spikes.
grounded poison
There
type.
it is.
Gets him the spikes. Unfortunately, does not learn flip turn. They hate. They hate.
Dude, I know. I didn't even. Dude, like regular Quillfish gets baton pass. Why does he not get baton pass?
Wait,
Dude,
does
like,
regular
that makes
Quillfish
no
get baton
sense.
pass? Does it actually?
He does. I swear on my soul he does. Swear on my soul he does, dude. Swear on my soul he does. If I'm lying, I'm dead.
Well, don't look it up, Owen. I'm pretty sure he's lying.
No, I swear. Am I playing a fan made metagame where nobody look it
Maybe
up?
it had
Nobody
it in
look
the
it up.
past.
Nobody look it up. Nobody look it up.
Maybe it had it in
Nobody
the
look it up,
past.
dude. Yeah, maybe it had it in the past. Nobody look it up, dude. I can't have anybody look it up.
Hey, I'm gonna look it up. I won't tell him if you're wrong though.
I know.
Anyways, let's
I'm
move
dead.
on.
Let's go ahead and move on.
next pick.
It gets flip turn though. Quillfish gets flip turn at least. I love
it
Quill.
gets-
Yeah.
yeah.
Quill's great, dude. Typing's great. Typing's amazing, and he gets the spike for Sinistro. Beautiful. And grounded
Great
poison type, which
abilities all the way
barely
around.
anybody has right now. Barely anybody has the
That's
grounded
true.
poison type, and we're all scrambling for it at the end. One of my favorite draft mons. It's not a Tera captain, unfortunately.
Kyle got it raw, dude. Yo, maybe Kyle does. He got raw
This
the last
sucks.
time it went crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey,
Kyle's
hey,
crazy.
hey, this mon's good. This mon's a good mon. I think it's better when it can change its typing. But
Dude,
Yeah.
we said the
But
same
it does
thing
help,
about
though. I
his
mean, he wants that grass typing, though.
Did.
Like, he really wants that grass typing.
yeah,
he
for this
really
team, he wants to
struggled with
water
those.
this. Yeah.
Helps a lot. I also like this guy with Rotom, with Sylveon, things like that. So,
Yo,
real
this
cool.
is
like,
a spectre
like,
counter, bro. This is a spectre counter right there, too.
It is Spectre counter. It is.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying. Everyone to see now. Everyone wants a normal type, bro. Okay. All right, man. Okay, sure.
Okay, if we're talking anti-meta, this is the champ out number 2, right? This is Weavile number 3 type thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Strong
this
Ice
is
Shard.
Sneasler 4, bro. The 4th Sneasler right here.
Literally. Mammo's so
Strong
good,
Ice
dude. I
Shard.
love Mammo and Ubers is so nice, dude. That strong ice shard's all you need. Strong ice shard is
Yeah.
literally all you need, bro. And you got the loaded dice, Icicle Spear, and Rock Blast. Watch out, John. Watch out.
Bro, a lot of these like Ubers guys aren't even that fast. Just click Trailblaze max speed. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
literally. And I'll speed them and just smoke them.
Yeah, you'll be Gucci.
I fucking love Mammo, dude. I want to draft him too.
Yeah, man.
One of my
Hey,
other
Gardy.
favorite mons in draft is Gardevoir. Gardevoir's so
fire
sick,
pick.
dude.
This is a fire pick, dude. This
Fun
one's
Scarfer. Again, more. Hey, gives us a Healing Wish guy. Yeah.
Carnage, I
Or I-
appreciate you, buddy. Feel better, fam.
Dude, we really are in Healing Wish meta.
We need
I
a
wish-
John Stray counter.
No
no,
one
it's
got
not
that.
strays. They're all deserved.
John Strick counter would be way too high at this point.
Someone's like, wait, no one got backs? I'm gonna sit you down when I say this.
Put a hand on his shoulder. This is gonna be tough, man.
We're gonna go. Amo's gonna have an arc where he gets that mon and maybe it beats the front allegations.
Yeah, without Tera, Bax is not that great in draft.
Yeah.
I've seen it do okay. I think Shuckle had it and it did okay.
Yeah, it was like okay. Yeah.
It wasn't broken though. But I love
Yeah.
Gardevoir's Healing Wish, and Trace I think is really good too. You can bring this in on the regen mons and just pass it around. Gardevoir also just does not care.
Yeah, it's a go mon.
Okay, you
Big
got your
fizz.
grounded
Go on,
poison
go
type.
on.
I think you needed the
I won't lie
fairy.
to you. I won't lie to you. I don't like this guy. I think this guy sucks.
Okay, but the fairy, the U-turn of the fairy.
It does. So when you were convincing John to not get Conkeldurr, I was really hoping he'd get a Conkeldurr. Now, one thing it does offer to me that like something like a Weezing wouldn't is that U-turn pivoting, which I think is really nice. The defensive typing is really good, and again, more pivots into guys like Dialga, Flutter, Mew, Crook is going to be better. Defensive typing is really good, and again, I've even seen cool like charm things worked out. I've seen like Helmet do a lot of work, boots. It really just U-turns around forever.
No, yeah, she
So.
can't. No, I agree.
Dude, it sucks because like this thing's best gimmick is that damn ability. Like it just you
Which
just
is good
touch-
though. Like
Yeah.
you get a Moonblast
It's
off
good.
on something coming in. Ooh.
No, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. I just wish
It's
they
good if
just-
the mons coming in aren't always poison immune. Always.
Yeah.
I think that the issue is it's a great defensive typing, and it takes 2 of whatever you need to. But if you're not roosting, you're 2 at KO'd next time.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
means you kind of have that one-time pivot, which isn't great because I also don't like that like passive roost play this gen. I only have 8 of them, and it gives my opponent another team. Now this is one that gets a lot of shit that I love. I love
Bro,
Shaman.
dude, all
I
you need is
love
bro.
Shaman.
There's nothing even to defend. Healing Wish.
I'm not even gonna
All you
say
need-
That's
anything,
amazing.
man.
That's
Me
my
and this
goat.
mon.
Great ground resist. I don't have a ground resist. I love the healing wish, and the guys like again kill Dialga twice. Have fun. Then you
Yep,
gotta kill it twice.
literally,
Kill Tera Mew twice. Like
Literally.
that's sick. Or I come in with my Specs Flutter. I 1v1 something, go down to 10%. Now we're back at full.
No, that's literally it. And Leechee's
love
also
Shaman.
really annoying. Leechee's also annoying.
Oh yeah, that's my guy. Love Shaman.
Bro,
Great
this is, this is one of my favorite, the Double Fairy. This is one of my favorite anti-Uber mons too. I love Rabambi,
Yeah,
dude.
Rabambi.
It
Oh my
it
god.
actually has an unironic, like, great speed tier here too, and the webs. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
pick.
this one is great. I love it. This is a beast mode mon.
Last 2 bridges speed.
Minus
Or
6 for
Fortress.
John Jr.
Fortress.
Bro got Mamoswine and then the best Mamoswine switcher.
He got a fairy resist. He got a fairy resist. That's tough.
So the big thing with Fori too is it is like I think an important thing to like mention too when you're doing these Ubers drafts, right? Is like you don't want to draft only to beat the other Ubers, but you want to have a general game plan into most of them. And this is probably the best like Cali check that exists, right? Too. Now, is it always going to beat Cali? No. Is it great into everything? No. But I think it into that mons like Kyurem Black as well is a
Yeah.
great check into a lot of these Ubers that.
I
you're
mean,
gonna be
also
playing throughout the
Custap
season.
lead into Belly Dramazu, into Dragon Dance Necrozma, into Iron Defense.
That too,
into-
yeah.
Like that. I think that's a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Got a steel type here, bro. John Jr. Tracker is how many
good
defogs and
one.
rapid spinners are gone because he wants 4 on his team.
Such a good field type, dude. This is probably my favorite field in draft. Like, this guy is the goat, dude.
Bro, I want to
He's
use
the literal
Rachi.
goat.
It's another mon.
Sylveon Rachi is like a tried and true core too. Sylveon Rachi wrote him. I feel like I've seen that a million times in my life. Like,
Yeah.
You Iron
really,
Defense,
really cool combination. Really cool combination.
I love the Wish Pass too. Double Wish Pass. Healing Wish is the big one.
Yeah.
Healing Wish is the
Thunder
big one.
Wave, slow things down. You turn around, get into your Tusk and your Pow. And especially too, keep in mind with Calcium, he doesn't have an Uber yet. You know, like he still gets another Uber.
Yep, he
so
does get
depending on
another-
how offensive and scary that is, he could really round out that team.
Can we talk about round 8, Ogerpon Hearthflame?
Dude.
Another Spiker, another offense.
Yeah. I'm truly just at a loss of words here. I don't have many words to say. This thing's gonna be doing some insane work.
Dude, that Mold Breaker plus Swords there.
Yeah.
Cudgel is such a hard move to switch into on fire too. Like it
Yeah,
the high
Fireblast
crit
Grass
rate
is
and
probably the
Monica.
best, like next to water. Like offensively, like the hardest switching.
So good. Again, it's just like water in the sense of like the switches to the stabs are just getting either U-turned or play roughed on.
Yep.
Right, especially I mean, you don't even need a U-turn with this guy.
Spikes
You have the
Spikes
coverage. Yeah.
Spikes and Encore too. Can do it as well.
Yeah.
There's the last Pixie. There's the last Pixie. I'm a huge fan of Azov in draft. I love what it does. Support rocks always. Like he can do some offense rocks with. I mean, he doesn't want to do it because he's gonna run boots, but he can do some offense rocks with like some Flame Charge Life Orb Ho-Oh, and like Dragon Dance Loaded Dice Cure on Black and stuff. You get your Rocket, you get your Taunt, you explode on it. I love Azov. One of my favorite draft mons. Also helped me win a league. It's a good mon.
Click the button, boom, you nasty plot. You come in, you just click Life Orb for attacks too. I think that's the most fun aspect of it too. If like we're expecting these like Sash lead boom sets and then it comes into the mid game and like Psychic Flamethrower.
It's a good spark. It's a good
Thunderbolt.
Scarfer too. Exactly. It's a good Scarfer too doing that as well.
Very much so. There it is. Gee, you
Obo,
goes.
dude, I know Obo wanted this too. Like he had to, right?
Kicking and screaming. I'm surprised it lasted. I know Chiyu gets a lot of like hate, but dude, I still think this guy is good. Is it like
yes,
this
dude.
mon on your team, Mon? Probably not. But like, if you need that just like raw, like crazy power mon, it's
This
so
is your
good.
guy.
Especially like
This is your
Dio
guy.
plus this. There's no combination of Pokemon that can deal with those two.
Yes,
Obviously, it's
bro.
a Dio, but
Yeah,
still.
no. Dio under
This is
Terrain
your
and
guy.
Chiyu are really strong. Again, Chase's only issue is he needs that ground immune. Like that's big.
Yes.
Like, he needs that ground
Rambling
immune. big.
cutting that. Yeah, we're about to run a lot of flying and grass Iron Hand. Seriously.
Bro, like that's your guy. I
And
agree
there's
with all
his
that.
not
Cheesy guy.
grounded poison type sometimes.
Yeah, he can be. This
I know
guy's
you
the
want-
goat. I
you
love
want-
Weezing.
Bro, he wanted Muck. He wanted Muck so
I
bad.
didn't want Muck. I wanted Muck, man. I want like Vepsis, bro. Like I feel
Both
like
like them.
I feel like the Discord of when I was building with people, like it leaked or something. 'Cause I'm like,
You
I
have
wanted
been
the
saying you
Muck.
got sniped every third pick, because that might have happened.
Mitch
It was
Gas is
kind
very
of
fun.
crazy, man. I was like, yo, did I stop league? Because I wanted the Mesprit, I wanted
still
the
can't
Muck. I was like,
snuff.
all right, bro. But this guy is cool. He'll do it.
Bro,
you
no,
know?
the Wisp is nice. Second Wisp as well next to Ace.
is nice.
And a third Wisp next to Special as well. So I really like that. Expect it's Wisp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Wisp.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Definitely is, definitely is. I remember
I
using
wish
it.
he got pivot. Like I wish this guy got Baton Pass or something. You know?
Yeah, or like
Again, think of
or
the
like,
top end Ubers.
like Toxic Leave. And just
Yeah.
like you get done in the bathroom type shit. And just walk out. The animation is just like a flush in the toilet. And just fucking,
Let's unpack that. No, I like Weezing too into these top tier. Again, like obviously we have Spectro, which would have checked it great, but like something like a Zacian, like these top tier, like physically offensive, like Ubers and top tier mons. Weezing checks them so well. This is another mon I had on that BBT run. I love this thing. I think it's great.
dude, sick, bro. And T-Spikes as well. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh, T-Spikes.
Bro,
Vikavolt.
Tera, Vikavolt,
More modes. More
Bro,
modes.
like,
Now we got sticky web
Yeah,
options.
now you got webs options. Like, what the fuck, dude? This
Yeah,
team is actually so crazy.
With webs, he did like okay. You look at this, like who cares if you click T-Spikes versus him always? Like, bro, he's going for power.
Yeah.
That game's gonna be a 5-minute upload, dude.
Yeah, literally.
These
I'm
like
gonna-
overwhelming.
If I play Viz,
offense
I'm actually gonna take
teams, yeah.
60 seconds per turn, just so I have a longer video.
Yeah, we need mid-rolls. We need mid-rolls.
No, I mean,
Oh my
again,
God.
I think that's a cool aspect of these hyper offense teams, right? Viz isn't thinking defensively at all, and that's completely fine. He knows he's going to come in, he's going to overwhelm other people with his offense,
Yeah.
or he's going to fall on the back foot and lose, and he understands that, so he's not going to waste picks on like these defensive roles that people think you typically need, like you said, like a grounded poison. What does he need grounded poison for? His mons aren't going to be on the field for more than 2 turns.
Yeah,
that's
a big thing. Exactly.
So you just come in and you overwhelm, and your opponent, now they have to prep for DL plus Shaman. They have to prep for Rain. Now they have to prep for Webs. Yep. They also have to prep for like some Ursaluna bullshit too. Like there's so many things you have to worry about to where your opponent can't play defensively either. Your game's going to go fast. And whoever has the better game plan and like pathing is gonna win the game. So.
I hope I dodge this matchup too. I have no idea, but I hope I do. Ooh, the shocks! He gets a ground. He gets more spikes. He gets volt.
That Dio's never running spikes.
Yeah, I love shocks, dude. That's shiesty shocks, man. That's the goat. That is the goat, man.
It is one of the best like I lead and get up hazards mons. I think it's low key even like it's like Glamour level for me. Love that guy with the booster speed.
Yeah, dude. My favorite set is dual screens on it.
Yeah, dual screens and like a spike or something like that. The one thing that's tough is I hate having it walled by any ground that is holding a little balloon in its hand is always a little bit tough. But I think if you're using it as a hazard lead, it's not that big of a deal. It's really tough, especially also with the team that has double ice snow shenanigans.
Dude, it's
right?
good shit,
it's
bro.
like,
Like you don't even need any of the mons. Sandy Shocks needs to be removed. You have Kyurem just kill every ground type, right? So I think it was
100%. 100%.
We got that Lucha. Ooh, the defogger. Minus
That's the most aimable team I've ever seen in my life.
For John Jr.
Bro, this goat can defog versus Goldengo, man.
He can defog on John Jr. This was actually a spit in his face.
Yeah, it's good.
I know Amos like that. Ease. No, it's definitely really cool.
No, ground immune as well, which I like. I actually liked defensive Lucha a lot when I played it in draft. Like really, I think it was the BBR, but I liked defensive Lucha a lot in draft. Just rock you
come in,
encore, defog. You turn around.
Really, really good into those physically offensive fightings too.
Exactly.
Amos team doesn't really like right now. Like obviously we have Volk, but they all get rock slide. Obviously you have Kangar, it doesn't count. Yep. So it really helps out a ton, especially with guys like Umbreon. So like a nice little compact defensive core.
Bro, Tera, Thunderous Therian. I think that's like the best way to use Thunderous Therian if you're gonna use it. Like Thunder. I mean, I love defensive Thunderous Therian, but Tera Thunderous Therian sounds nasty. The Tera Blast Fly in particular is one of the crazier ones in my opinion. What up, Mr.
Move now. It has fly coverage is phenomenal, dude. Tera Blast Ice is like this thing, but it's stupid.
It's Tera Fairy walls raging bolts dual sabs.
Well, there's cool defensive applications with Volt Absorb, which is a plus, but those Tera Flying sets are just so strong. Like Scarf and Specs are just they kill everything. I mean, this Pokemon's ridiculous strong. I think Mewtwo recently just used this in BBR's like summer tournament, and he brought it all the way to second place. Like it's such an incredible mon. Really, really cool offensively and defensively.
Dude, I've won a league with this mon. This mon the GOAT.
This mon is a GOAT.
Enamorous Team. The Therians are being taken. So, low-key, if I had been sniped on an Enamorous and Val, this was going to be one of my backup ones just because of the Healing Wish support. Like, I'm so serious. This was going to be, I was going to get a Fairy later, and it was going to be an Enamorous. Because the Levitate, or not the Levitate, but the natural typing, and also the Duck Feet when it's shiny, and also the Healing Wish support. The Healing Wish support, I think, is big. Tailwind support as well for Shifu. I really like that. But again, the big thing is he gets his Mons back, and I think that's amazing for his team. I love Enam.
Yeah.
I'm a big Enam.
We talked, it's like been a theme. I mean, you see the amount of Healing Wish, and every time it pops up, we go, oh, there it is. Like, woo.
I love the shiny version,
it's such a clutch thing. Such a clutch thing. It is not the prettiest model.
He got his Ghost Immune, bro. The Dunsparce.
Oh my god, bro. Everybody trying to stop this here, man. What's going on, man? I won't even bring it. Come on.
Yeah, right.
You get some hazards and taunt it, you'll be good.
As it goes for bite.
I do like this one a lot, though. I mean, it's unbelievably bulky, good rocker, and very versatile, whether it be special offensive, physical offensive. Those like Mickey setup sets probably won't do as well in Ubers just because everything's so strong. But it's gonna rock, and I think that's also really good for Keegan, considering his like most reliable right now is just Bronzong. And obviously he has Ape and King Gambit, but getting 2 monster, like I'm okay with running rocks on this every single week is good.
I also agree with Ben. This team's name and like logo are insane. The Orlando Magic Guard.
Orlando Magic Guard.
Yeah, that's so freaking good.
Play the damn song, baby.
That's his defensive steel, bro. That's his steel type. Guja's so nasty with Wish Support, bro, and Grassy Terrain, weakening the Earthquakes. Love it.
I'm really glad he got the Milo before this too, because her steel doesn't resist ice. So like getting the Milo, that's like a water that does not care about like any freeze dry.
Even though Guja's just gonna take two specs blue.
That's also true. Yeah, and we just wish it up with or we're just Spadef boosting what do you call it? Scream Tail, and we take 30% from every Specs Ice move too.
Literally.
So
Dude,
yeah, no. Really
breaking his team looks just like it's gonna age you by many
and it's
years.
not even that he's playing like semi-stall or stall. His team's still strong as hell.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
we
good
still have
month.
Groudon and Raging Volt and Sneasler and
And
all
he
these
still doesn't
big
have a fire.
hitters.
He still doesn't have a fire yet either.
No.
Hariyama.
Buddy.
Dude, I love Hariyama.
Another legendary.
Another legend.
Picked up
The
from
legendary.
Shopping.
The legend of Hariyama. They talked about it.
I mean, this guy's the goat. I love me some Hariyama. Again, we talked about like Donphan and Great Tusk / Iron Treads. I think Hariyama's so good too.
I think
just
the
like
big one
Iron
for his
Hands.
team is thick fat. Ice resist.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Thick fat, a good status absorber too if we need it in a matchup.
Very cheap. Very, very cheap mon as well.
Yeah, super cheap, man. Definitely worth the price.
And you always think of the Assault Vest variants, but like there's been many a matchups where I've run like physically defensive, like these
Whirlwind.
helmet sets. You can Whirlwind. Yes, Whirlwind is huge on this thing, knocking everything off. And if it gets like, did you guys know that this thing got Headlong Rush? I didn't know this until like week 6 of BBR.
Yeah.
And I was playing into like terrain. And I was like, damn it, I need me an EQ. And I was like, wait a minute, this is sick. So great mon, great legendary to round out the full legendary
I love
team
your
so far.
legit most broken legend of Gen 3. Oh, I got the Smeargle. Oh, that's a John
Big.
Jr. counter minus maybe 30, right? We got Mortal Spin, Rapid Spin, and
Mortal
Defog.
Spin, Rapid Spin, Defog. Is there any other moves that remove
Wait,
hazards?
is this guy a Terra captain or is he just chilling?
That's just my Smeargle.
He's just
That's just
vibing.
my Ubers. That's just my
That's
Ubers.
his-
lead.
Just the Uber's go
That's his
himself.
guy.
You know, he's chilling.
I'll tidy up.
Oh, big. That's 4. Oh
I
my
got it
god.
just-
God.
We're not counting
And
Smeargle.
court
We're
change.
counting Smeargle
And court
multiple
change.
times. 5.
Oh
Mortal Spin, tidy up.
my god. Rapid Spin, Defog, Core Change. Oh my god. And
It does it all.
I like Smeargle and Ubers because if I want to play HO, obviously I can do that. But the real and Spore. But the real reason I wanted Smeargle is because I want to try and get a Shell Smash sweep 1 week. That's literally it. That's literally my goal.
Try and kill the Uber. The thumbnail's
Yeah.
gonna go crazy when he does.
Yeah, I'm literally my Switch might disconnect, but I don't care. That's gonna happen. Smeargle's so freaking cool. I just want to use fun sets. That's all I want to do.
And rewards are fun. And again, as long as you got to be a little bit creative. I think Viz used it really well when he had a BBR a
I'll
couple
try
seasons
Shuffle.
ago.
No,
Where
he
like,
did.
yeah, you can be like your Sash lead sets or your Mental Herb sets, but there's some really cool shit you can do with Smeargle if you're creative enough and you find the right opportunity.
The right item. And rounding out this round, we see the Torterra.
Big Tord.
Oof.
The goat.
Dude, I love Shell Smash Tor. It's regular Terra though. It's not Terra. It's not Torterra Terra. It's just
Oh
regular
my
Terra.
god. It's just regular Terra.
But
Holy
I think the
moly.
big one is it gives him a rocks and a ground type, which is kind of there's not a lot available. There's not a lot.
Yeah, we were getting to the point where like, shit, we need to get one now. it is time. We need to get us one. So, and Tort does the job. And like, obviously you can do those Shell Smash things and like those like Curse Amnesia type sets, but like,
Love that.
it's still just a really good rocker.
Yep, just good. Just a good rocker, a strong rocker. Which I mean, again, his team really is going to rely on Cali plus like Scizor plus Wake, and plus he has the Revival Blessing. There it is. You mentioned it
Big
before,
munch.
bro. You mentioned it before.
Good.
Bro, come on.
Back
Look,
it up,
man,
Nexus. I'm sorry. Back it up, man.
You get the horse and everybody now got a target, man. This crazy. So
Dude,
much
to be
in
fair, you looked
here.
at that Ghost Resist Meowscrot. I had him shaking a little bit. He saw the Spectre, the Fluttermane. He saw all those guys, the Girautinas. He said, wait a minute. You need my boy to pull
I
up.
hope he runs Terra normal walking Wake.
Even better.
That would be
Even
even
better.
better.
No, I think much last year is it makes sense. It's super cheap, and I think he understood like, hey, there's probably some other teams that don't have these normal or these ghost immunes, and there's a lot of scary ghosts. So getting one like now, before it comes back to me in 40 picks or whatever it is, might be the move.
I think I get my favorite mon in my draft now. The mon I'm most excited about.
this one?
Is it this one?
Yeah,
it is!
it is.
Terra Avalon!
Yeah,
John Jr. counter -9.
I'm
He got
really
so
happy
sick
it's
of
not
John
the
talking
third
about
one.
default Conkeldurr. He drafted every form of removal humanly possible before
this
John
was
could get
literally-
another one.
Bro, this mon with Terra is so fun, man. This mon with Terra is so fun, dude. This is my Calyrex answer, and before it runs Psychic into me, which it will. But
I'm
me,
really happy that it's not the Hisuian one. I'm really happy it's
Bro,
really soon.
offensively, a Hisuian one is obviously better because it has dual stab, but this one just, I need the pure icing. This is my Chiampao counter.
True, true.
Well, actually, that's a rude. That's a rude, but let's be real.
Zarude does that all, by the way. Everything you've said, by the way, Zarude does.
Yeah, literally Zarude
That
does
guy's
it all.
kind of broken.
Especially
yeah, I mean,
when it
Bug's
kills
cool.
it. You actually underestimate Assault Vest Avalugg. It has 207 special defense, okay, which is over 300 special defense with an Assault Vest.
The big look. And again, we don't got to invest in our defense very much. We take the hits we're going to take.
Don't hate on
You know,
that.
there's not too many
I
hits that are
wish
gonna
I wish they gave it Ice Shard.
Oh, yeah. Those curse sets are going to be a little better.
We
Big
got the
Quill.
Spike. We got
Look
the
at all
Spiker.
these tiny guys
We
getting
got the
drafted.
Spiker and the Shadow Ball switching as well. The bulletproof legendary Quilladin.
Yeah, we unpacked that he got one of the best Wellspring checks. He just picked it up.
He really did. He really did.
Like he really did.
Hidden alive. Also, this is Tera. The slide in the background isn't showing that, I don't think, unless I'm blind. But it is also a Tera. So, like,
It is
a
a
low-tier
Tera
Tera
captain,
captain, in the sense of, like, are you going to Tera it in, like, 90% of games? No, but there might be a
But
situation
the one
where,
game
like,
you do? Woo!
Yeah, I really need a check to X thing, and I don't need the big boost on my Ogre this week.
I mean, if it
Oh,
still
it's
has
blowing
Super
up.
Fang, like its father had, if it still has Super Fang, then why not, right? You Tera into it, you send it to Super Fang.
Yeah, these low-tier Tera, the Avlugs of the world, the Quilladins, the Crocolores, you know, these guys, they have good value, you know?
They will come.
Really, really good value.
I don't like that you put my Avalugg in these guys, but whatever.
Hey, he's a low-tier guy. He's
unevolved little
defensive.
guy. Avalugg is a fully evolved Mon from Bird
He's
Might.
a grown-ass
okay?
man.
Yeah.
Show him
Oh,
respect.
no. So
Big Porygon too. Ghost resist, yeah.
the Ghost Resist, yeah, that's basically what you needed, right? The Ghost Immunity, I think, was the big one. Also, Analytic, Trace, all fine.
This feels like we've been joking about like all like these normals going to like get nexus. This one actually feels like a targeted
Yeah,
nexus
this
because
is
Mandy
definitely
gets
Porygon.
smoked by Spectrier,
Yep.
but Porygon 2 does not. He's gonna sit there forever and he's gonna like psych up and be annoying. I mean, there's sets that can beat both, but you're not beating both at the same time.
Bro,
right?
Porygon 2 is a
bro.
Mon that I ran in legit X and Y Ubers and like Gen 8 Ubers too. It's legit
Bro,
Mon.
you don't know I'm actually about to run double kick, bro. This guy's done.
Yeah, double
That
kick,
is super
12%.
effective.
Let's go.
It is super effective. It says in the game.
The
Houndstone.
Houndstone. Hey, is Last Respects allowed?
No, it is not. This is super low tier Houndzone.
That's tough.
Ooh, so he just needs spikes for his team. Well, he has Greninja. Nice.
So I know originally he actually wanted Wheezing here was like the big thing because he really wanted like a physically defensive fighting check at this point because his team kind of struggled with those. And that went, but I think Fluffy Houndstone is like a great value pickup to check a lot of those
Fluffy's
top tier
fine,
like
yeah.
physically offensive
I love
fightings.
Houndstone. I love roaring
Big
with
Fluffy, yeah.
it. Nightshade.
It's a great pick. He's got double ghost. It's a great pick.
This
Dozo.
was a Chimpact snipe, by the way. He really wanted Dozo.
Yeah, I believe it because Shimpact had Dozo and then dropped it, and I was like, bro, we never got to see it do anything.
Yeah. Well, he wanted it because he didn't
Well,
want to get
the
smoked by
running
Calyrex.
Yeah, again, like these mons that like those don't get drafted very often, like standard draft, but like really fat, physically defensive mom with unaware. I mean, it's kind of similar to Skeledirge in that regard. So there's a little bit of a rollover, but like it also opens up Skeledirge to maybe not have to go a Terra Water in a certain
Yeah.
matchup as we're like pulling up into the Calyrex. I mean, this thing puts Cali in jail.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few mons that
Dell
really
is also
does
like
really well.
a huge lover of this Mon as well. Like he's used it before in the BBR. Also, I know that I've seen choice band of it, and I know that John Jr. ran a lot of Assault Vests of this Mon.
Yeah, I like Assault Vest a lot. Like that just max attack adamant Assault Vest sets do really well.
This used to be a Mon I drafted every draft league, and it's
Dude,
Tera.
Run
go.
is tough, man.
This guy's
That's
like
a
go with
great
Tera.
pick.
I love Ryan. I always used to name it Aim. Aim for the horn, but it was a
And for
But look, dude, I
Yeah,
love Rhydon. SD, obviously Eviolite. There's some bulky calcs. Like I played Veps this week 1, and like my Psychic wasn't two-shotting type thing. Like in the calcs, not that I brought it or he brought it.
I mean,
back.
get some good use out of Lightning Rod
Not
finally
that I
too.
brought
Like
Mewtwo
Terra
week
Flying.
1, but
Terra Flying's really annoying with this guy too.
yeah.
Like those Lightning Rod variants, Terra Water even as well. Like
Yep.
just the Eviolite, bulky defensive, but also strong. Like it's not like this guy is weak. It's not Quilladin unevolved Mon. Like this is a middle stage Mon that hits like a truck.
and
SDs
Eviolite is
rock
like
colleges.
394 attack, bro. And Eviolite, like there's no reason not to
Yeah.
win Eviolite, like at all. You
Oh,
don't need to
100%. Really good one.
We got the hat from Amel. More hazard control. Back to back. Other fairy type as well. What is John Jr.? John Jr. counter magic bounce.
Let's go.
John Jr.
Big.
counter is now at 10. The John Jr. counter is now at 10. What is that John Jr. counter? It's all the hazard mons that he wanted. That he needed.
All the hazard control.
It really is.
That he wanted and needed. All of them. A much needed
fair.
Yeah, for sure. For sure for the team. I love your team, Amo. It's so Amo coded. I am so excited to see how you play with it, bro.
Now the move Draco Meteor doesn't kill our whole team, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Now he has the Draco Fusion. Exactly. We got the T-Flame.
More speed. He's got more speed.
As default.
God damn.
John Jr. counter.
God damn.
Yeah, gives him some speed. Gives him the Wisp, which I think his team is nice too. I think one thing that I didn't, besides Ape, because Ape does punish U-turn a lot, but I like that he punishes the physical coming at him. Was BBL a typo? No.
Hell no, it wasn't. BBL
Dude,
Drizzy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We got Ho-Oh at home. This is tough.
Yeah.
Now I like the pivoting action too. Also, like a little bit better of a fairy is just the North one. They're still both not great, but like
SD and Veil sounds fun too.
That's true. Very much so.
What did Viz draft now? Mimic. I think out of fairy types that are offensive, this is the one you want. This is the one you want on this type of team. If it's not hat, it's this.
Yeah, you want this, for that ability.
I think having something like this, like that uh-oh button of like, oh no, this is going bad. Yep. I have this red card or this Will-O-Wisp or whatever it might be. I think that's the Mimikyu at its best. I think the Swords Dance sets, especially Ubers, probably aren't going to be great. There might be a matchup or two for him, but I think like the utility red card, Wisp, or even like a Choice Band, just to get off a stronger hit immediately is good. Like,
and
it's really like this one. Yeah, Trick Room for Luna. Way to set it up so Luna can go crazy. So another mode. We have another mode to deal with. Sticky Web, Rain, Uber offense, and Luna Trick Room.
Yep. Big fan. Big fan of the Viz team. It is super visible. Abominable ability. This is Tera, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
He was juiced for that one.
Shoot,
yes, sir, dude.
Better we go. Bro.
Yes,
honestly,
sir.
dude, the Veil option into Magirna spec is kind of insane.
Tough.
It's kind of insane. I actually like Tera Abomasnow a lot because it's a real mon. I think
great low tier captain.
Dude, grass types are, in my opinion, the best types with Tera because they are their moves are obviously so good, but they cannot pivot into anything usually. So the fact that now you have an Abomasnow that changes typing, I'm excited. It's something I want to use too at some point.
Those water sets, those Tera ground sets too, or like or just X defensive typing that does well in the matchup.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I didn't want to lose to Tera Wellspring.
Yep.
This guy's gonna do it.
This is your answer. This is your answer.
I big answer.
We got the Manaphy from Big Seabad over here. I love it.
This is fire.
Bro, I love Manaphy, man. I'm a huge Manaphy fan.
Am I? Okay, this might be crazy. What if he dropped Tera hands and made the thing Tera?
I think it'd be valid. I think both have their like benefits and like upsides and downsides. I think hands gives him that like more like defensively minded Tera where he's like, uh-oh, this broken Uber kills me. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't. But Manaphy with Tera is really obnoxious. Those Tableau variants, those Take Heart variants, it's really, really obnoxious to deal with. I mean, both great mons. I think Manaphy doesn't need it as much though, because water's so good still.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Also, Keegan said having both Tera hands and Tera Manaphy on the team, Tera hands is so goated. Shoot.
That is true.
You literally can't kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, probably one of the best pivots
available
in my opinion. I think
big perk.
This was something I think John Jr. needed for his team as well. A better ground in my opinion than Toadscroll that gives him rocks, which frees up Azelf, and then also lets him flip turn around. I love it.
It also just lets Toadscroll worry about spinning and being annoying, right? Yeah. We don't have to bring this as a defensive ground type because it's not good at it. It's not going to do that.
Yep.
But Pert, so good. Again, I also love the knockoff aspect of this gen. I had this last season in BBR when we had it, and being able to remove items the first time and then flip turn around forever with a rock and a spike or whatever is up, so clutch. Okay. I mean, Pert's really boring, but it does what it's supposed to so well.
I freaking love using Pert, bro.
Yeah.
Chimpact, after getting done, Dozo Snipe said, I'm getting Caldeo.
Same thing.
Like that's like, dude, his team is insane.
Really
I actually thought that Swampert would be really good for him too. And I tried to tell him to get it a while back, but he never got it. But Caldeo is really cool offensively. His team is like get up spikes and don't switch in the team.
I genuinely, I'm obsessed with his team, bro. Like I think his team is crazy good. Like I just love the way he drafts, dude. Like his team is so good. I like this team a lot. I'm big on it. I think it's me personally, it's top 5. He's top 5.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him. I've seen Gator use Tadio crazy, so I'm excited to see Chimpeg use it. We got the Spidops.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Kyle knows
Webs?
something. Kyle knows something. He knows something, dude. This thing right here.
I don't
Got
know
it so
it.
he can first impression my Mewtwo.
Oh, that's say he first impression.
Oh no, that's just gonna do like 45. It has to do like 45. It's stronger than that.
Obviously, he got it for the spikes, right? It's a cheap
Yeah.
spiker.
Team Spiker gives like a fun, like silly little webs option too. And again, these low tier webbers, if we don't have any like points we plan on using elsewhere, there's nothing wrong with picking them up because it's just another thing to think about
and force a
for your opponent,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, you could be like in a spot where you're like, wow, this team feels perfect. Let me run a mock, and someone brings a Spidops in the mock, and like, god damn it, I lose if webs go up. I have to change my whole game plan around, and then obviously it probably doesn't come. But are you gonna take that risk? You know, especially with Kyle. Kyle's known to bring some crazy shit.
So
you know.
yep.
Yeah.
I won't even lie to you, dude. Spidops unironically destroys Dark Shifu, bro. I'm not even elaborating. It unironically destroys it, dude.
No, it does not. Stop it. You're lying. He said I'm not gonna lie, and he lies. Hey, what am I? I think all Cool Fish forms are amazing in draft, and I am very high on all of them.
Yes, sir. I love this thing.
Grounded poison type as well, which his team needed. Gives him another T-Spiker, another Spiker.
I think a better spiker too is
Yep,
the main
way
thing.
better- yeah, better than Fortress.
Fori seems like very matchup fishy. Like we're getting it in certain matchups. This mod can come in a lot of matchups and get some
A
good
lot.
defensive value and get up spikes always.
I love the quill. Big fan.
They gotta give it flip turn. Let's unpack that.
Man,
it's
the NFE
full
round.
So like Marcus put a basketball when he drafted this, and that was it. He did not mention anything. I didn't know what mod
His
this
whole
was.
bit was he was putting like a basketball in every one of his Mon's hands, like photoshopping it onto a card and posting in the draft chat. But yeah, this was just the ball. That's it. So everything had a basketball the whole time.
I get it, dude. I get it, man. This guy, I didn't know. Marcus, you know ball. Nice OU team.
Marcus's mascot, for those who don't know, and like his favorite one is Tro Hisui, and he was tweaking when Dell got it. So I think this was he had to get this for himself, or he wasn't going to be able to make it through
This
the
is
season.
mascot.
Is
Man.
that
It
really
was a personal pick, all right?
That's his favorite mon?
Yeah, I mean it's such a cool mon, bro.
What was
It's
his
the
favorite
mon-
mon before
Maybe like
2022?
his favorite Gen 9 mod. I don't know. I know he's used it like a crazy amount this gen, and like he rebranded the season. I think his mascot on the channel is Electrode. So he was not happy when Del sniped.
I love the Rotom Heat pick, by the way. Very good.
Oh,
Good natural
yeah.
typing.
I think the main thing too was
Another
the fairy
fairy
resist.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't
Fairy
have one.
resist,
Not
and-
another
and
one.
a-
It is
and
the
a-
fairy
bro,
resist.
and a Ho-Oh counter.
Yeah. No, I really
mean,
liked it. I thought it matched up well into a lot of the big scary things I was scared of. Like those fairies, like the offensive fires too. My resist to fire right now is Quack, which is good, but not like the most reliable. And also doesn't make me have to go max Fizz Def all the time, right? Gives me a good pivot, good Volt, and gets me into my offense. So I like the more momentum because I have a couple like very stagnant mons, but I guess it's just no, the whole team kind of pivoting around into those Ubers. So I guess I'm lying. My team's fire.
You got your next mon coming up is your last pick, right?
Yeah, next one's my last one.
And he ends it with.
Oh, that was my last one. I lied. I don't have another one.
I was gonna say,
All
wait, Misha, dude,
I was like, wait, no, that's 9. Yeah, so that's my full team.
Owen
There you
has,
go.
this is Owen's full team, guys. Owen's full team is now completed. Check him out. Link down below. All right, this is Marcus's last mon, right?
Let's check. Yeah, it looks like it is. It is correct. His last
All right,
one.
Marcus picks up Mienshao. Mienshao having triple action ice spinner is fine, dude.
Yeah, it's a golden mon.
Bro, look
I
at
love
like
this
Lashmore,
monster
look at the rest
first
of his team. Besides Palkia. Look what it could have done. Look what could have been.
I feel like the mon should get rapid spin. It just kind of feels like it would
Like it
spin.
slaps
and
things
get rid of
around.
it.
I agree.
Yeah,
Sure. I feel like if you could triple axle, you could rapid spin.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
No, I like this guy as a pivot though a lot. Like as that like AV pivot, as that like dark type breaker too for something like Pult, something like Tar. It's just gonna U-turn around forever and ever and ever. And again, the regen is nice alongside like sand and hazards and things like that.
wait, that actually who is Marcus's second tier captain? Is it the Mijo?
No, he doesn't have one. I guess he could have put it on Trode, but I don't think not Trode, Voltorb, but he just didn't bother putting it on there.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he actually has a good amount of leftover points. I think he has like, yeah, he has a decent amount of leftover Terra points.
Can he put it on
That
Tentacruel?
is hilarious.
I don't know actually. That's a good question.
Oh, he
He's
might
at
come back.
19 with Drill, so it would have to be. No, he can't. He's at 19 with Drill. It's just an
I
awkward
mean, you have
price.
to do the Voltorb.
Put it
Yeah,
on
might as
Voltorb,
well.
Marcus. Bro, wait, is this
That's tough. That's tough.
dude,
That's tough.
Tera Minior
That's
sounds
tough.
so bro, I'm just
That's
getting
tough.
flashbacks to just Rambats, bro.
Dude, this thing is so good, man. This thing is so good.
I'm getting flashback. This is his last Pokemon. as
Excited.
well.
I've never seen someone use Minior well in draft. I think on paper it makes sense, especially as like that low tier Mickey Tera guy. Like, there's also matches where your Necrozma might not want to change his typing. Psychic's good defensively in some of these teams, or like if you need it as like, you know, a fighting resist and you don't want to turn to a fairy or whatever it is, you can bring some silly Tera flying Minior, some Tera grab, like something cool. Get that Shell Smash off, proc that shields down, and smoke through someone.
Bro, I'm a big fan of Minior. Okay, this mon is
Love
the
this
most
thing.
hated Rambats mon ever. Right? This was worse than Necrozma Dust Main back in Dynamax meta, in my opinion. So I'm a big fan.
Really?
I hope you cook with this mon, bro.
Dude, that airstream spam and it make itself tankier. Dude, I think it was actually I think it was actually crazy, dude. I do not miss that. I do not.
All right, that's your last pick. We have the Trapinch, which is not Kyle's last pick. He does still get his Uber, but he picks up Trapinch next. Will he ever
I'll
bring
the
it?
thing. That's what I was gonna say, Kyle. I need weeks where the thing shows up. I need weeks where it's here.
said
Consistent
weeks.
weeks, many weeks.
Weeks.
One. One.
He said big things I'm expecting out of you, Trapinch. It'd be big things. That's crazy.
Dude, I'm ready for the thing to go absolutely stupid, dude. Like, you bring it in on my Magirna, what am I doing? What am I doing? Have a shed shell and get out? Yes.
No, you're killing him with an attack. Because
Well,
you're
yeah,
fast.
maybe not. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I watched a game where it was like Tera Bug. It was like super low tier Tera. I watched a game recently. It was like Tera Bug, and it like killed a Hoopa, switched out, got back in on like a slow U-turn into a Glow King, clicked Earthquake, killed that, switched out, and first impression killed 2 more mons. Sash got 4. It was fire. So we're
Dude, it's
expecting big
tough.
things, Kyle.
Shoot.
That's my guy.
No,
Got
it's
lots to live
tough.
up to, Kyle.
I
We got
got
the
grotto
Grottle from John Jr. I think another rocker?
Ground resist. That's not Toad Scroll. It's a bulkier ground resist than Toad Scroll, and it can Tera. So I mean, it's bulky as shit with an EV
Oh,
light.
it's
So,
Tera Grottle.
Tera Grottle.
Oh, you guys know what's gonna happen here.
Dude, this thing
Sweet.
checks Wellspring. Cooked.
Cooked.
Yeah, it actually
Those low tier grass NFEs, man. they are
Cooked, man.
they're important.
Hey,
we need
I gotta
those
say, I'm
guys.
a huge believer of grass types that Tera and
Dude,
draft.
wait,
I would never.
this guy also gets shell smash, right?
Yep.
Dude, John, let's talk, bro. Come to the office.
Discuss. Shell Smash Grottle.
The ground resist.
Big Diplin.
Ground
What's up with
resist.
these-
Big Diplin.
I'm telling you, Shuckle is not gonna have fun with this Wellspring, bro. It's cooked, man. Everybody's getting a check. It's
Pretty
crazy.
Bro, I
Oh
want to use
my
Diplin with
God.
draft. It's on my list of I have to use Diplin in her draft because I use Flapple and Appleton, so they're on my list of mons to eventually use for sure. I love this mon.
I mean, for 2 points, pretty damn bulky. It's not doing much other than being fat as hell. But
But it doesn't matter. It
is-
just needs to
it's
take the
pretty fat,
earthquake.
yeah.
It literally just needs to take
Yeah.
the earthquakes for his team.
Wait, am I tripping? Is this Chase's Tera?
No, he's not. He's Tera and DD Iron Hands. And
so
Loki,
yeah.
the team is very ground weak up to this point. We were saying before,
Yeah.
right? With just the
Yeah.
Bramble Gas,
No,
the
that doesn't make
resist.
sense.
So I'm here for it, especially because like there's just like 5 NFE grasses that just went before him.
D-Ray sniping the Skuntank. Viz already finished his team, by the way, which is why we jumped right to-
Viz
D-Ray.
and Nexus, we just jumped over, yeah.
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 So everybody's team was done. But
This is tough. This is tough. This is a final tough one. This
bro,
is tough.
I love Skuntank, man. The grounded poison. I love this mon. Knockoff is
Oh, he
such
kept
a nice mon.
Explosion too. He's a goat.
He kept it?
Yeah, he kept Explosion.
My goat.
Yeah, you boom. And I think Knock is huge for it, right? Like Knock
Yeah,
is so
Knock
much
is
better
big.
than Crunch, and like especially as a mon that's not doing like actual real damage.
They should have gave him
All the time,
spikes
like-
too, bro. They should have gave him spikes.
I mean, we might as well. We give everything spikes this gen. Let's just do it. Give it to
That's my
everybody.
Skun.
Yo,
But-
let's triple it. Give him parting shot too. Let's triple it.
Yo, facts. No, actually though. Facts.
Go on, gives him the ground. And I think like D-Ray's team in particular was T-Spike. Like I don't think every team maybe like very much so needs T-Spike or like a T-Spike or like Viz's does not need it at all. But like D-Ray's team, guys like Kiram if they're not boots, guys like Annihilate especially, Slow King, these ones don't like T-Spike being up.
It
So
does have
having
trouble.
a mini is cool. Graveler.
that's a
Big
Graveler.
Tera Graveler.
That's a big
Bro.
Tera Graveler, guys.
Dude, nothing prepared me for this. Nothing.
I have no idea what.
Look
I
at
couldn't
him.
imagine
Look
me
at him
sitting in
just
front of my
pondering
computer.
while trying to grab you.
I couldn't imagine sitting at my computer and be like, man, I need some 1-point value. In my mind, immediately going to Graveler. It took him like 10 minutes to pick this, so he knew he was getting this. By the way, like immediately, he was ready to go.
Prepare for Tera normal explosion. Yes.
Yeah. See, and the crazy thing is, nobody else is running that. If they draft a Graveler, Aim will bring it twice, 3 times maybe. And you're gonna see it in preview, like, dude, I'm gonna be the guy who got blown up on by Graveler. This sucks. I do not want to upload this shit, dude. God damn it,
Bro.
Sorry, it just booms. Serena
Junior, huh, buddy?
Oh, that's Serena.
Whoa.
Not enough, bro.
This one
Not
gives him
enough.
his
Here's
removal. I'm not. This also gives him a ground resist. Actually, I'm not the biggest on Serena in the world. I think it just misses out on a ton of the benchmarks it wants, like damage-wise and like hit-taking-wise. But I think it makes a lot of sense on Vepsis' team. No ground resist at this point, only immunities, and no way of getting away opposing hazards, right? Like, obviously, we can stack and kind of win the stack war probably with mons like Klefki and Mesprit. But having a way of getting rid of them, really nice for him.
No, I agree. Also, triple axle's a lot more value here.
Yeah.
It's like if Giratina wants to come out, it will get 2-shot.
That or like knock into a lot of these other ones. It's a strong knock, so it's hard to block the spin.
Look at the lug.
I can't believe this is a Mon.
Look at the
I can't
lug.
believe this is a real Pokemon.
He got this for speed. There's no reason why he got it for speed.
I think he got
He
it for
already
just,
has 2 Mons over
I
120.
think he got it for Memento, actually.
Memento. This is also one of those Mons. It's very amo pill. One of those Mons. He's like, dude, I want to draft this guy so bad. And I remember we were on call. I was like, why? for what reason? He's like, dude, he's just sick.
No, you know what, Amo, I agree.
large
I might, if I
Memento.
do a lower tier draft again, I might draft this thing.
Bro, we should actually do another low tier one again, but like, you know, with not.
Well, next one,
Low,
I'm
low
not
tier.
sure. If National Dex comes out, I'm looking at.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
If it doesn't though, I'm actually looking at VGC, like legitimately.
Okay.
Ooh,
Shit, I'm
double
game.
draft?
Something
Okay.
different. Let me look at this. I'm just looking at Wugtrio's move pool just to see if it has anything.
we got we got hype up the pick
Bro,
somehow.
Let's
It's
go
Memento.
triple
I mean,
dive.
Memento's
Come on.
fine. And foul play.
I mean, it's if it's 1 point, right? Like you're getting something out of it. A little gooey too. Like if we're in a spot where like I need to slow something down, pivot into a physical
I
move,
just mentioned it. Chuck.
drop the speed.
Why not, right? See what happens. Whatever. Memento helps him out. Memento actually does help him out though. He has a lot of great setup on his team, and Memento helps a lot. Keegan getting his
Muds.
ground.
Yo,
Mud's
I
such
love
great value.
Mudsdale. I'm big on Mudsdale, dude. The only nerve in my honest opinion was he lost Toxic. That's it. Otherwise, he's a
Yeah.
good.
Bro, they
He's
finally
good.
give it Stone Edge though. Like no more crappy Rock Slide. I'm very happy
Rock
about that.
Slide. I don't know why a Mon that kicks up rocks does like a Stone Edge. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm
But
glad
he's a
they.
goat.
I'm glad they finally gave it to him though. They
Yeah.
finally gave it. Deserved.
Obviously, like body press was like almost feels like it was made for this guy, but like those offensive sets, like those random choice band Mudsdales with like
Are strong.
Earthquake,
They're strong.
Stone Edge, CC,
Crazy.
like Heavy Slam, dude. What switches into that combination of moves? It's a strong Mon, and again, does not
Yeah.
die to a lot. Very very good like anti-lead Mon. Panette.
The
Big.
Bayonet.
I think it was Gentleman Thomas used this in like BBR recently, and
saw
I thought
that,
this
yeah.
was like the worst Pokemon ever. But he was getting some value out of it. And he was bringing it a lot, so maybe they're on to
he's right
something.
there in
Maybe
the
they know
chat.
something we don't.
He's right there in the chat.
There he is. There he is. Yeah. See,
Yeah, Tom, bring
I
this
know,
thing.
and I know Kirby loves this Mon. Like design wise, is it pretty terrible? Maybe, but maybe they know something we don't. Frisk, good ability in draft. Yeah.
He said came to every
Every
game.
game?
Holy
Every
crap.
game.
Every game is crazy, man. This Mon has a Mega. It's not out right now. Every
Going
game.
out and
I
playing
love
basketball
Bayonet
with like
I love Bayonet
cement in your
design, though.
sneakers.
Bayonet's design
No,
so
Bennett
cool,
is
bro.
tough. Bennett is tough. Bennett is tough.
Bringing Banette to every game is like going
Oh,
and playing
I got
basketball.
my last
Sneakers,
Pokemon.
cement in your sneakers.
I got my
Big
grounded poison type.
plume.
I'm
The
excited.
plume, dude. I
This
love
one's annoying.
plume. Can I say something controversial?
Go for it.
Maybe.
This Mon should get Quiver Dance.
F it.
I don't know how he's dancing like that.
F it.
Might as well. I mean,
Because I'm
it'd be
bro,
better.
Blossom gets it. We know why. It's like a hula dancer, but this guy should too. You know what I mean? This guy
He's kind of dancing right now, you know?
Yeah, this
Like
is
if
my-
I was at a
Overpawn.
point and there's music in the background, that's dancing.
This is
He's
my
just a happy
Overpawn
guy.
Wellspring check, but I don't fight Chuckle. But also, it's just like an Urshifu check. It's just,
I was gonna say
it's a
FX
fine
Spore,
mon. It's a
yeah.
fine mon. FX Spores
I'm punishing you for clicking U-turn in physical attacks. I'm running a Rocky Helmet and I'm running Effect Spore and you're gonna have a bad time.
That's my team for the season. I think my video goes up at 5:30, guys. Make sure you actually, like I said, sub to everybody. We still have a few more Pokemon left, but make sure you sub to everybody's link down below because people will be uploading the draft analysis.
There's some going live in the next minute, I think. I think a lot of people scheduled it for 2. So
Dude, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm big on this mon. Dude.
I love
This mon
Galar
is
Moltres,
crazy.
bro.
so cool.
Dude,
So cool. I want to see what Tera so bad. I want to see someone just
Dude,
like
I want to use
use
it
it
with Tera.
use Tera.
I think
Tera,
Amo
the
had
thing
it
is
with Tera.
dumb.
Yeah,
Amo
but
had
really,
it
really
for
cool mon. Also, like another offensive dark type, but like it's one that like checks those ghosts better too. This thing's really fat. Like it can't roost, so people don't really think of it like that. But it's really bulky,
Yeah.
especially on the spread F side. Like really, really difficult to take
pace
down.
play, which is
Good
sick.
anti-lead one. Yeah, I like Specs leads and like AV leads a lot.
Well, his
I
last
love
two
it, dude.
Pokemon were obviously to deal with Nexus.
Oh, absolutely. Because he got
He's ready
another
to go.
horse counter, dude.
Look at his last, look at his last mon. One of the coolest mons ever.
Tera Stonejourner, by the way.
One of the
Dude, maybe-
coolest mons ever, bro.
I love the thing to death. I did never bring it when I had it, but I love it to death, dude. I love the thing.
Every
to
team
death.
needs a
I think it's
cheerleader.
great.
Every team needs a cheerleader.
Every team needs one. I mean, it gets rock polish, and it's not the slowest. It's
Hey,
like what,
hey,
70
hey,
speed?
hey.
It's not the slowest.
It's also strong. Like it's low-key very strong. Does it have 3 SPDF and like 0 defensive application? Who's to say?
Dude,
However,
they need to just make
that's
it where
Stonejourner.
the ability like works on itself. Then we're gaming. We're gaming.
I agree. Give it that life orb boost for itself. But
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I'm excited to see it work, bro. Next to Walking Awake. The final mon for Keegan is his grounded poison type, which is also like another option if Voplam again snipe for me. Is the
Genuinely think this
Swallow.
mon is good.
This
I
is not
genuinely
as
think
cool
this mon is
muck.
good.
dude,
It's
does this
definitely
get trip?
It's definitely not
It
as cool.
still
Muck.
checks Valiant. It still checks those high tier offensive fairies. It just is considerably worse than Muck. It is worse Muck
Dude,
in every way.
But that yawn
think
though,
this
that
thing
yawn
is so
is
good.
something Muck can't do.
This thing with do you think ID body press or acid arm body press? Come on, man.
I've seen it put on some work. I've seen it do well. Yeah. Can we like knock things off and sneak and maybe not? But oh no, we can knock off. I'm lying right now. It does get knocked. Oh, this guy's sick.
That's what I'm saying. The curse gluttony build, like this guy's like not bad. Like he's gang, dude. Swallow's gang.
Sticky hold, liquid ooze, gluttony. I mean, 3 good abilities. Yeah, just terrible stats. Really bad stats.
Stuffed cheeks body press. Let's go. All right, Veps's last mon is one of my
Incineroar.
other favorite mons. So I like how
Incineroar.
I love how his team was super offensive the first 3. Most of his mons are support, besides his Thunderous, and then ends it this way.
Defense. Yeah, like
He threw you
Bro,
off in the
parting
first
shot.
half, and then he
Swear
got
to
his
God.
team.
You said y'all thought something was different? No.
Nah,
I'm
I
just
love
gonna
it. I love
Rayquaza
Incineroar.
on my bulky offense now.
One of my favorite mons to use in draft. I've used it I think twice at this point. Very
he
good.
just brings stuff in. That's all it is with him with the parting shot. Like it's
Yep,
tough.
the U-turn, the knockoff, the pardon shot, getting in his strong hitters. Veps's Terras are his Thunderous and his Rhydon.
Yeah, 2 of these strong tears.
But big fan of Incineroar as well. Again, the knock is really good. The parting shot around, and then just the intimidate as well. Just doing a lot for the team. Actually opened up Audacity. Go away from me. We do see
Fairy.
Ooh, another 1 point or 2 point value healing wish. F it,
Yeah.
right? That's
It's
it.
also Tera as well. It's also
Yeah, and
Tera
it's
as
Tera,
well. So
yeah.
he can Tera this thing. So like again, we're in a position where we really need that. We can get it done. And again, I really like these low tier Tera guys when we have like high tier Terramons that don't always need to. Ghost fighting is still really good at Annihilate in a lot of instances, right? So
I see his gameplay. He's gonna go Terra Normal on Clefairy. I see his game plan.
Go back to normal. Jump left from Seabad. He said, "Don't worry." Oh, he didn't get his Uber. He didn't get a second Uber.
So you wanna know what's crazy? I saw Chase 2 weeks ago in person, and I said, Chase, love the jump left. Like, it stands out so much on his team. Like it's just a jump left.
It gives him the ground immune though. Actually, Chi
Yeah.
was a lot of points, so I understand why he couldn't afford.
Yeah, I
this.
thought he was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was. I looked him in the eyes. I thought you were gonna get Reshiram. I thought he was.
I thought he was gonna get
Because
Lugia, bro.
Reshiram and,
I thought he was gonna get rid of those 2 last
Yeah,
ones and just get
Lugia.
Lugia.
Yeah. The ground beatings for Lugia would have been clean as well too, or even like Necrozma DM, not Dustmane. Sorry, Necrozma DW. The
Yeah,
other
you're
one.
right, Snosh.
oh yeah, actually the cross would have been cool. I would have liked that.
Yeah.
If he could get it, but Chi was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. he had
I
the
like
Lexi,
jump up though. I love fast sleep powder encore U-turn.
Jump up is cool.
Kyle gets his final
Giratina.
Pokemon as well, which is Giratina. So he has all the hazards now, and the spin blocker.
I think this is pretty good with Chimpao, like just a fight immunity.
How many
It's
Ubers didn't get
huge.
drafted, by the way? Was it just Lunala, Dawn, Wings, and Lugia?
So the three that didn't, or I think it was like 3 or 4 that didn't get drafted.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Reshiram.
It was
Original
Lugia,
all three.
there's Lugia, Necro, Dawn, and Reshiram, which if I were to say the 3 worst Ubers in the boards that I didn't want to draft no matter what, it was those
Lugia.
ones. Now, the only one I don't like at all is Lugia. I think the other ones that still have are still really good and still have some good value depending on the team, but it makes sense at least, I guess, on them.
Dude, I actually like. I kind of wish somebody did get a Cosmodon. I think that thing is crazy,
I think it's
dude.
really
Like,
cool. I think it's so cool.
yeah, that mon is so cool.
Giratina does get defog. It does.
And this one, like,
It
it's
does.
not just like the no attacks defensive pivot that is in Ubers. Like, obviously, it's not as strong as Origin, but it's still strong.
But it's still strong, dude. And it's
Yeah,
so
like,
mines
it's-
are real.
And
You know,
it's
it's just
yeah,
like-
the item freedom and like the dual stab combination. I mean, think pull. Right? Like, it's like unguardable in a lot of instances. So
Agreed.
I think like
You
leftovers
are-
calm mind variants are going to be really difficult.
Could you not
yeah,
just
there's
like
Sean
a
Jr.
agility weakness policy on Lugia and just call it a day or some stuff like that? Like, oh, he doesn't got agility. I'm playing a fake metagame, dude. I don't know, man. This conversation is done.
Thank you everyone for watching the draft stream. Oh, man. Guys, fantastic draft stream. Like I said, some coach analysis I've already gone out. We got 640 people here. Make sure you check out all the people down below. We'll be watching them every week. This is also my last stream till next Sunday, as I'll be going to Singapore tonight. So appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you, obviously, Owen and Nexus, for being here. Make sure you sub to every single coach, and I hope you're excited. My draft analysis goes up to 5:30. I think Owen's just went up, and we have a bunch of other ones going up real soon, too. So make sure you check them out. And that's it, guys. Have a great night. Appreciate y'all.
You guys.